Hashtag who is fat? Hashtag who's fat?
Did you tweet it?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
We're live. We're live in front of 3 Tonino's pizzas. If you're in Woodland Hills, California, I highly recommend Tonino's. Get a smell off of that bitch. Get a smell off of that bitch.
I smelled it when I came in.
God.
Woo, they're legit as fuck. No affiliation, no sponsorship. They're just good pizza. All right, folks. Today's day 2. If you didn't tune in to day 1, Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer made a bet. The bet is whoever can lose the most weight over what was going to be over a 3-day challenge. It's been reduced to a 2-day challenge.
Thank fucking God.
Yeah, and Tom got down from 267 to 219, which is fucking staggering. So how about a nice round of applause for Tom winning yesterday, and how about a round of applause for Bert?
Yes,
221,
absolutely.
pretty fucking close and staggering as well. Both you guys, amazing job. So today is day 2. I know you're burnt out, you're dehydrated.
Totally, man.
So let's just cut the shit and get right to the weigh.
We're going right to the fucking
Let's
weigh-in?
do it. Let's do
I
it.
should weigh in first because I have a feeling that...
Okay, don't be a pussy. Don't be scared. Okay, folks.
Jesus.
Oh, and by the way, we did the height tests because Ari Shafir, who was supposed to pay if they got below 227, Ari's supposed to pay for their trip. The loser has to shave their beard, and the loser has to pay for the winner's trip of their choice unless they can get down to 227, in which Ari Shafir agreed that he was going to pay. But now Ari is balking, and he's saying that they have to be, their height has to be measured because the body mass index would indicate that they have to be a certain height or they're obese. It was really weird. So we tested the heights, okay? Tom is just under 6 feet tall. And for all you assholes that say I'm 5'2", we tested me too. I'm 5'8" and a cunt hair. And Bert is taller than Tom, so Bert's good. You're about 6'1". So the body mass index, I think... Dude, you look good. Get on here. Get on here.
You might have it.
All right, so Bert was at 221 yesterday. You look significantly thinner today.
I feel I'm hurting.
Okay, he's hurting. Let's see. He's getting on the scale. 220.
Fuck me.
220 for Bert.
For 1 pound?
1 pound less.
1 fucking pound?
I think Tommy's got it here. Let's see here.
Fuck. Say goodbye to my beard.
Say goodbye to Hollywood. He's going to Paris
Please gain weight.
for a
Please
soccer
have gained
game.
weight. Please have gained weight. You fucking dick.
216! Tom gets it running away, ladies and gentlemen. We have a winner in the hashtag Who Is Fat contest. The winner is Tom Segura, down to 216 fucking pounds. Outrageous. Outrageous. Coconut waters, C2O coconut waters must be consumed now. Get those electrolytes in your system. Boys, well done. Well done. Amazing effort. It's not easy to lose weight. It's really not easy to lose it the way you guys did it 2 days in a row. Man, crazy shit.
That was today was the hardest workout I've ever had. I ran 8 miles, lost 1 fucking pound.
That's crazy.
That's it. I think my body was like in shock.
That's what happens. That's what happens to fighters. It shuts down. So have a seat, guys. Pull it off.
I've been thinking about that drink this entire fucking day.
We got a beard. We got a beard trimmer over there charging up. You should probably shave your beard after you have some pizza.
Yeah.
I mean, live a little.
I'm gonna have a hard time eating pizza with this fat fucking face. It's not gonna look good.
How do you lost a lot of weight, man? You're not so fat.
Yeah, you look pretty fucking skinny today, man. You do look significantly skinnier today.
I don't know, man.
I think you were a little distended yesterday with that pulled pork in your stomach from the night before.
The night before the weigh-ins. Weigh-ins, collard greens, pulled pork.
Yeah, well, he got you, Bert.
You know what I won, though, seriously?
What?
It's that long strand DNA. I have like that.
You have that long strand DNA?
I have that Mickey Mantle gene.
You got that Mickey Mantle gene.
You got that Mickey Mantle gene? I gotta be honest with you, Derek Jeter. You showed a little Mickey Mantle today. How did you get down to 216?
That's
What did you do
insane.
different?
Do you know what's so funny?
You lost
Yesterday,
another 3.
He said something in passing, and that's what I did,
What?
but I just didn't acknowledge it. He goes, should go to Burke Williams and just sweat it out in the spa. And that's what I've been doing for 2 days.
Dick.
I put Albaline all over my body,
Ooh, that's good.
and then I just sat in the steam room.
Yesterday and today? Mm-hmm. Good move.
Yep.
Here I
Wow.
am running fucking 10 miles.
So you didn't drink any water, nothing?
No, I did hot bath last night. I did a 2.5 mile track last night.
Ooh, wow.
Then I did. Well, I'm saying like that's what I built up a sweat doing that. Then I recovered, no water. Then hot bath, Albaline everywhere.
No water at all? Not even a little sip?
I took a sip before bed. I said after the hot bath.
Jesus
Are you
Christ.
serious?
Yeah, but I've also had nothing but distilled water for about 6 days.
Wait, what's the benefits of distilled water?
There's no minerals or
yeah,
anything.
it goes right through your body. It's easier to sweat out. Your body doesn't like to retain it, apparently. A lot of
Really?
fighters do that before
I
they
was so
cut
prepared
weight.
to laugh my ass off at seeing Bert walk into the spot this morning. I was waiting for it.
Dude,
He said it. I was like, he's going to be there in the morning.
I thought I reserved spa time at Burke Williams in Sherman Oaks. Both days, I was like, you know what? It's better for me to work it out. Like I was like, I'll be healthy. I'll work it out and I'll sweat it out. And then like mile 5, I stopped sweating.
Well,
And I
here's
went-
the thing about this whole working it out stuff. You're not losing any fat over the next day. You know, like
Yeah.
it's really just dehydration. And you might have been better off just sweating it out than
Well, I
running it
knew
out.
I hit my baseline. I mean, I wasn't doing this week leading up to it. I just did
Right.
it night before weigh-ins.
Right.
So, or morning before, you know.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
What did you weigh yourself when you got to Burke Williams?
No, they didn't have a scale there.
Oh fuck!
No, but I weighed myself when
How
I
do
woke
they not
up.
have a scale at a
I
spa?
don't know.
I don't know. I would have definitely weighed myself there, and then
I knew what I weighed when I woke up yesterday, and then I knew what I weighed here, and I knew that what I had done to cut that weight.
Wow.
So I just kind of repeated.
there was no way. Well, I'll tell you right now. I feel like I was bested all around because there's no way I could have gotten to two. I would have had to gotten to 214 to win.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
couldn't have done that.
You would have to go below that.
Yeah.
Because you would have to lose by more than 2 pounds. You had to lose more than 2 pounds because he beat you by 2 pounds yesterday. So it would have to be like more than that. Well, it's clear now because you won both. There's no
won both fucking
controversy.
days.
How you feeling, bro?
I
feeling
feel
like a
great.
champ?
I want to give a shout out to God. Without him, and none of this is possible. And then Jake Smith. Thank you, Jake.
Who's Jake?
He's a fighter who gave me all this insight on how to prep for this.
Oh, cool,
Nice.
Jake. Cool, Jake. Go fuck yourself,
And,
Jake Smith.
Shout out to.
Pizza, anybody?
Oh my God.
Can you do this?
You ready?
Fuck yeah, I can do this.
Do you want
your whole one?
pepperoni or
Yes.
do you want pepperoni and mushrooms?
Pepperoni.
All right, get in there, boys. Get in there.
Jesus Christ, Tom, you'd think you hadn't eaten in 2 days.
Both of you guys hadn't eaten in. Well, Tommy has been eating clean for a long ass fucking time, not just 2 days.
I haven't had pizza in fucking forever.
Get us some. Yeah, there you go. Young Jamie on the
Thanks,
ball with
brother.
the paper towels. This is some legit pizza too, by the way.
Oh fuck.
Oh yeah.
This is one of the rare times I think it's okay to eat pizza into the microphone. Because people need to appreciate the sacrifice that you two went through as I eat pizza.
Dude, the last few hours were really the fucking worst, man.
Really? Like,
I mean, from waking up, I got up at. First of all, I woke up with cramps at 3:30. Bad, like behind the knee here on the outside, and then a little calf cramp. That kept me up for like 40 minutes. I considered you start thinking about maybe I should drink some water and
Yeah, it's a dehydration clamp.
yeah.
You think, you could drink a whole one of these, and you still would have won by 3 pounds.
Well, I didn't even. I don't know.
you probably could have drank 4 of them and still won.
I was just like, fuck. And then then I was just counting down the hours. So I spent I get my son with Christina. We spend time with them, do breakfast. I'd look and it'd be like 7:30. And I was like, oh, fuck, 8:30, 9:30. Just counting it down, man. And then in that spa, sweating out, doing like 10 minutes in, 5 minutes out, 10 minutes in, 5 minutes out. Every time, and then I'm in there alone, and the attendant comes in with a big glass of cold. He said, I thought you might want a glass of water. And he handed me a cold glass of water.
Motherfucker.
And you look like a psycho pouring it out.
Oh, well, I waited for him to leave, and then I threw it away. Like, angrily threw it away. Just pissed that I can't drink it. Yeah, I was fucking losing my mind.
You really get to the place, like today on the treadmill, I was literally chewing ice and spitting it out into a shirt, and I thought, I know what those people feel like when they dive deeper in the ocean. They go, there's fresh water 10 feet below. You know those people that lose their minds out to sea? You ever heard of those people?
No. What? They think there's fresh water below the ocean water?
People who are stranded at sea. You always hear the guy that's like, he's like, jumps in and he's like, guys, there's fresh water 10 feet below. And they dive down below and drink seawater and die, go crazy. I know that feeling. Like, I don't know it to that extent, but man, I could empathize with it on that treadmill today. I was like, I just want to cheat. I want water. I want water so fucking bad.
Can you imagine the mind fuck of being surrounded by water as far as the eye can see, and you're dying of thirst?
I remember I Survived, that series.
Yeah.
Man, it's phenomenal. If people haven't seen it, they did a series where people who are in like extreme, life-threatening, near-death situations, and made it. Like sometimes they were, kidnapped, assaulted. Sometimes they're in accidents. Sometimes they're stranded at sea. And there was one where this guy, they were stranded off somewhere in some Gulf of Mexico, and boat overturns, and it's just this guy and his buddy, and he said he's telling the story, and as it progresses, he's seeing his friend kind of slip away, and the friend eventually drinks ocean water, and he's telling him not to do it, but he's so far gone. And then it just accelerates the friend's death, and the friend died.
What happens when you drink ocean water?
You go crazy. Your body craves more water. I think it makes you.
Salt?
Yeah, I think it makes you actually go crazy.
Whoa.
I've seen it. Well, I think growing up in Florida, you always hear stories
it has
of
the
people.
opposite effect. It doesn't hydrate you. So
How crazy is
yeah.
that? Just
Yeah.
a little salt. Anybody want more pizza? You know you do, bitch. Get in there. It's one
Come on,
day.
Tom. You already won.
It's one day, bitch.
I'm fat. You're not.
You're
so
not.
fat.
You lost a lot of weight, Bert. You should.
Yeah, Bert.
Plus, you're an inch taller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're super tall.
I'll take that one. Thanks, buddy.
Sure.
Pizza's so good.
This pizza
So-
really is phenomenal.
So, how do we shame Ari if he decides to welch out on this bet?
He will. He's going to.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just going to state right now that I'm paying for it. Whatever the cost is for the trip,
Come on, man.
I will take care of it. Well, you guys are on my podcast. I feel like, Ari, he doesn't know me anything. Fuck it. He'll give me some weed.
He called me yesterday after the podcast in an Ari rage. You're bringing in a ruler tomorrow.
Well, we did. We measured him. We already did. We filmed it. We measured it. We'll
It's
upload
just
it
under
later.
6 feet.
He's just under 6 feet.
You're still below overweight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ari's crazy.
I got to be honest with you. When we started this, I was concerned about height because I was like, I don't know if we're like, I don't know what I am at the end of the day. I don't know when we're going to measure me. I know that I'm 6'1" when I go to the doctor, but like I don't know what I don't. You just get scared, and then that difference in overweight versus obese is like 6 pounds, from 6'1" to 6 foot. It's 227 to 220. And that's what made me nervous.
That's a big difference. But either way, Ari's wrong. Either way, even at just under 6 feet, Tom is a little bit over 5'11" and 3/4, right?
Yeah, so it's just under 6 feet.
Yeah, just under 6 feet. That's I think your body. I think you'd have to be like 220 to be considered over, right? Isn't it? No, more than that. What is the find out, young Jamie?
The thing is, if you put in 5'11", that's leaning the other way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it doesn't do it.
That's not fair.
Okay, here it goes. Does it do it? 216. Right?
That's where
6
I was.
feet.
Yeah.
You were 216.
So
Yeah.
That's my goal weight.
29.3 is overweight.
If you put 5'11", it'll say obese, though.
Yeah, 5'11". Yeah. 5'11" obese. Wow, you're like on the cusp.
Yeah.
Wait, if you're 5'11", you'd still be obese?
Yeah, 216. But it's all bullshit, right? Because I'm obese.
But my point is,
Don't get
if
Ari
you were
on this.
picking, if he was being a stickler about this, you'd have to find out what it is at 5'11.8 to be fair.
Can you type in 5'11.8?
No.
Can you put in? What are you at 6 feet? You're not obese at 6 feet.
No.
That's crazy. That 1 inch you're obese and 5'11" you're normal. At 6'11" you'd be normal, Tom.
So there you go. Whatever, man.
But again, obviously that body mass index doesn't count. You do have a lot of muscle. I mean, you do a lot of weightlifting and shit.
I watched a little bit of our podcast yesterday. That's where I'm going. Muscle.
Yeah.
I'm losing toenails on this running shit.
Well, if you put muscle on, the other thing is you lose fat. Your body starts burning it off. Your body has more calorie requirements. You have more body mass or more muscle mass. So if you actually put more muscle on, you'll burn off more and you can eat more.
I think I'm going to start doing CrossFit pretty aggressively. I'm really looking for this fresh face look to inspire me to work out. Did you ever watch
Fresh face look?
With no beard?
With no beard, yeah. Okay, here we go. For the information you entered, 5 feet, 11.5 inches, weight 216 pounds, your body mass is 29.7, indicating you're overweight. So even with an extra 1/4 of an inch against you, so you're a 1/4 inch taller than that, you win. So Ari's wrong, again. So Ari, if you want to be a cheap fuck, I'm paying for the trip, you fucking twat. So...
Don't pay for it.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Let him pay for it.
No, he's not gonna.
Terrible. That's terrible.
Ari and I are different humans.
Are you coming then, Joe?
Yeah, I'm the exact
Will you come?
opposite. I can't.
Why not?
Too busy.
Come on.
I'm not going to fucking Paris. Not a
For
fan.
48 hours?
Yeah, especially for soccer. Fuck off.
Come on, Joe.
I wouldn't go to Paris for a UFC fight.
Really?
Forget fucking soccer.
You really wouldn't?
What, to get a croissant? I get that at Starbucks. Right here in good old America.
Come on, we'll go sit at a cafe and write like Henry Rollins.
You mock those world traveler people. Bert travels so much that like traveling to him
He
is
really
like,
does.
fuck you.
Oh, kids, I'm so dead inside about travel.
He's like, it's
Yeah.
like putting gas in your car to him. It's like, just like, I
Oh,
can't.
great Burma.
Yeah.
Fucking- I had a month where I went to Italy 3 times.
Oh my
I went
god.
back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I was like,
Jesus
fuck
Christ.
Italy.
Are you still doing TV? You're still doing any TV shows like that, or are you done?
I'm never done.
Never?
I mean, like, my relationship with travel is always open. I like them. I dig them. They're cool to me. They've always been cool to me, and I'll always work for them if it's a project that we both collaborate on and we're into. What I'm done doing right now is the kind of stuff where they call up and they're like, "We need you in Hawaii tomorrow." So
right.
I'm because that was really messing up my touring. And I couldn't really commit to any dates because they'd be like, because you didn't want to turn it down. You'd be in New Zealand and they'd be like, hey, would you go to Fiji for this weekend to party with this chef? And you'd be like, yeah. Because
Right.
and I was into that at the
And
time.
they're like, but Hartford, they're expecting you.
yeah, Hartford, come on. Jackie's got press lined up in Hartford.
Fuck Hartford too, by the way.
Oh, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
There's some places that I just don't go.
You don't
There's
go to
a list.
Hartford?
I don't go to Hartford.
By the way, that's the one thing I should have listened to Tom Segura. Tom Segura at the very when Tom and I like it when I'd say we're at the same level in our career probably. Tom had told me there's a bunch of places you should say to go fuck themselves, and he would name them, and I'd be like, oh come on man, that's not a bad place, and he'd be like, no, fuck that place. They suck. Their GM sucks. Their manager sucks. Their staff sucks. The crowd suck. The press sucks, and I'd go. And I was this company man. Like, I remember talking to your wife about it. I was such a company man.
Yeah.
Man, I should have listened.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of going to Connecticut. I like people in Connecticut, but I just feel like Connecticut has a feeling, and I'm so sorry if you listen from Connecticut. One of my best friends, Tommy Jr., lives in Connecticut. I love Connecticut people. Yeah, my pool player friend.
Yeah, I remember that guy.
But the bottom line is Connecticut is filled with despair.
Yeah.
It's not a real state. It's a highway between New York and Boston. You know it's a highway. You guys put houses on a highway. This is what it is. It's a highway, and then along the highway, it's a bunch of fucking tax sheltering cunts that live in Manhattan and then have these palatial estates in
That's
Greenwich,
definitely
Connecticut.
true.
Young Jamie digging in on that pizza.
Oh,
Can't help
shit.
himself. Look at it. It's so good. We only cracked the top pizza, too. We got 2 more below that
my
bitch.
God.
And one of them is mushrooms. Oh, yeah, baby.
I'm getting sick. I need to start
I
drinking.
feel sick too.
Start drinking then. Well, let's do that.
we get is
what
there
do we
ice in
need?
there?
Yeah, there's ice. We got glasses. Yeah, we got the whole deal. And bring out the Jack Daniels too, young Jamie. We got that type of vodka. What is it that you like? What is it?
Tito's.
Tito's.
Hey, why are you? What is it about you that is so confident to tell people to go fuck themselves?
Well, I don't think I tell people to go fuck themselves.
No,
I
but
mean,
like to me and you, like you know me, you know the conversation we've had a million times.
yeah.
What is it about you that makes you go, fuck them? Like, do you remember that one place in Ohio that you went to and you were just like, fuck them, I'll never go there again?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm not that guy. I'm so the guy that you can step all over, and then I go, oh, you know what?
Why do you think that is though?
About me?
Yeah.
because I've talked shit about people like that, and it always comes back to bite me in the ass. It always comes back like I see them next time, and they're like, "Hey, man, it's so good to see you," and I'm like, "Fuck."
Wait, so that's why.
That's why I stopped like having firm views about things, especially about clubs. Because I was like, it was a bad weekend, but maybe it was me. Like I always take the blame on me. I don't ever go like you've always been accurate at doing that too. Going, fuck that club, fuck that guy, fuck him. I'll never work with him again.
Well, I think I'm just reasonable. So I feel like, if I give like if I feel like something sucks, I feel like I have a pretty good take on it. So
I feel the same way.
I'm not going to be. We know in comedy there's a lot of irrational people, and there's a lot of comedians that bullshit about everything, including how the show went and how they.
Right.
So I feel like I'm a realist, and I have a pretty good.
No, you do.
I trust myself.
And you always tell me like when you have bad sets.
Yeah.
Like what was that thing in Canada? That thing that went down in Canada.
Oh, I listened to that. That's so good.
My Winnipeg bombing.
And you played that video, right?
I played the audio. Yeah.
On your podcast.
Yeah.
Best line was what did the owner say to you when you got done?
Fuck, I don't
You got off stage and he goes, "Are you gonna sell shirts?"
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, "Are you gonna sell fucking merch?" I was
That's
like,
hilarious.
I don't think out of this show. Yeah.
Yeah. Save it, buddy.
They booed me off stage.
I think your take on it was accurate though. That you're a very reasonable person. So if you I always say that too. That if I don't like you, you're most likely a cunt.
Definitely.
Because I'm really nice.
Yeah.
I'm really nice, and I give people a chance.
And I get along with almost everybody.
Almost everybody.
Yeah.
Do we have any Coke, Jamie, or Diet Coke rather? Either way, I'll take regular Coke. We don't get regular.
I mean, yeah. If I'm like, fuck that guy,
Yeah.
there's no way he's pretty cool.
Yeah, no way.
And the
Yeah.
club, like if I go fuck that club, I'm telling you, man, I don't do that lightly. There's got to be some real egregious shit on their part to earn that.
Maybe that's it. Maybe that I'm a little bit of an internal dick.
No, you know what it is? You're more of, between the three of us, you're definitely more of a people pleaser. And
hard
you know what I mean?
fucking core.
And that's just like a thing about you. And it's why people, like, of the three of us, more people would say, like, what a fun time it was hanging with you.
Yeah, retards. Bunch of retards. Bert was the best.
Yeah.
He let me lick his feet. Yeah. It was awesome. I don't even know where that came from.
By the way, that's so close to real.
I don't know where
Bert,
it
do you
came
mind if I
from.
lick your feet? It's been my dream. I'd be like, okay.
Good.
Guy's got a purple bracelet on.
He's got a wrist bandana.
He's got a wrist bandana.
Oh, my God.
Someone who leaves the house and ties a bandana on their wrist.
Fuck.
Like
That
one of
is-
those ones that people put on their dog.
That is so fucking me. Bert let me lick his feet. You know that's going to be coming up nonstop on this tour? Bert, can I lick your feet? Fuck it.
Fuck
I got
it.
flip-flops on.
Whatever, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Well, you're a real nice guy, Bert. And that's why, I mean, you and I have had some conversations before where you've called me up and told me that someone was a dick to you or something that went wrong. And I get angry because I know what a nice guy you are.
Yeah.
So when that happens, I know, well, that guy's a piece of shit. We know the one that we were talking about recently. I was like, well, fuck that guy. I cut that guy off. And I haven't talked to that guy since that conversation, too.
Yeah.
I'm like, because it's just, if you're a mean person for no reason, it's one thing if you fucked up something or you did something bad, but there's a lot of people in this business, and comedy in particular, that you don't get the true wire from them. You don't get it's hard to figure out what exactly went on. They'll tell you something, and then you got to throw it through a filter.
Yeah.
That's the worst, right? Like this guy was a piece of shit, and the show was going great, and then you talk to the guy like, no, he was bombing and he was drunk and he shit on the stage.
There's nothing like the fibbing that goes on in stand-up. I mean, to get an accurate thing, you have to know you have to trust the source.
Yes.
And it's very.
That's why I've always been like, how does your show go? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm never telling anyone I killed. I don't think I've told anyone I murdered.
No.
Well, you've told me it went great. If it went great,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with saying you had a great show. If it actually was,
It was
a great
set.
show.
It was a great set. Yeah. But for me, what my
I usually say they're awesome.
Cheers, gentlemen. Cheers.
hey guys,
Cheers, brother.
hang on 1 second.
At the end of the day,
Joe, thank you.
Thank you,
Tommy,
Joe.
thank you.
Thank you.
listen, you
If
guys.
you hadn't started fat shaming me, I wouldn't be healthier today.
Cheers. And if I wasn't scared that it was going to backfire horribly, I wouldn't have done some work too.
Well, that's true. Sometimes talking shit makes you work harder.
Yeah.
I mean,
Absolutely.
you really were forced into a position where
I love
you
you, buddy. I love you, bro.
I love you too, Tommy.
I love both you guys.
Love you, Joe.
Love you too, buddy.
All right.
No, I feel the same way though. I feel like if anyone is a dick to Bert, they're
Yeah.
a particularly special cunt
Exactly.
because he is such a nice guy, and I know people are like, "Wait, didn't you just fat shame him like an asshole?" But I love him, and it was.
yeah,
it's
but you
different.
guys were all in on it.
Yeah.
That's the
That's the thing.
Kind of what we talked about yesterday, where so many people were like, yeah, fuck Bert. I'm like, no, you're missing the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah.
The whole
there was,
thing is
by the way, there
silliness.
was some particularly mean comments that I came across over the last 24 hours too. Where I'm like,
I'm
Jesus,
sure.
man. Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Look,
I don't even read Instagram anymore.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, because the comments there seem so much more active than anywhere else.
well,
Yeah.
if you go to Instagram, you'll see so many people with blocked accounts. That's one thing that
Yeah.
Instagram does that I really firmly believe that if you have a blocked account,
Like a private account?
you shouldn't be able to comment on other people's accounts.
Yeah.
Because all these people have blocked accounts, and then they talk mad shit on
Yeah.
other people's accounts, and it's just an anonymity thing because you can't lash back at them. So
I
they
can't
can take
believe how many
cheap
private
shots.
accounts there are.
Just pussies.
Well, someone told me to do that very early on. They're like, "Hey, make your account private. That way, you'll get more people wanting to follow you."
Bullshit.
I was like,
That's a dummy's idea. The whole thing, what they're doing is, there's a lot of people that don't want you looking at pictures of them, which is
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
But if those same people will go on other people's accounts and start shitting on them,
Yeah,
which is
which
what
they
you
do.
get a lot,
Yeah.
and then you get a lot of fake accounts where you go and they have no posts, no pictures, but they're commenting left and right on all these other people's
And
accounts.
how many like borderline and even obviously fat guys comment about how like they're like, "You're fat fuck," and you go to like their profile, like, "You're
Oh, yeah.
fatter than shit, man."
Oh.
And so is your mother that's in
Yeah.
the photo with you. Like you're both fat.
Brendan Schaub was talking about the other day that he had some guy just post some really nasty shit about him, and he went to the guy's page, and the guy has a kid, and the guy's like holding his baby up, and he's like, "Hey, dude, like you're a dad, like you have
Yeah.
a baby, like you can't, what are you doing? Like what kind of example are you shedding? What kind of vibes are you putting out there in the universe that might eventually bounce back down onto your daughter?"
I've always wondered what comics, and I mean, I could probably guess them, have set up troll accounts to fuck with other comics.
Oh, did you know that? A
How
lot
many
of
Brendan Walsh has? Is that what you said?
I mean, Brendan Walsh.
That's
Oh, I
different.
mean, oh.
But that's Brendan Walsh's whole thing. It's half as fun.
Yeah.
But there was a comic that got busted recently commenting on his own stuff about
How good it
saying,
is?
yeah, saying how funny he was, and and check out his
Shut
merch.
up.
How
yeah,
who did
yeah.
that?
He fucked up on Facebook and he forgot he logged in under his right account instead of his troll account.
That's beautiful.
Oh, that's
And
great.
Jamie was talking about a ESPN guy that got busted, or a Fox Sports guy that got busted
Yeah,
doing that.
Skip Bayless got busted doing it.
He did that?
Skip Bayless.
Yeah, pull
What'd
it
he
up.
do?
I'll show you.
Oh,
That guy's
God.
a dummy anyway, because I saw him. He was commenting about fighting, some MMA thing. I was like, is there something about when guys comment on MMA and they don't know what they're talking about? It's like me commenting on hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even ice skate.
Well,
You
it was
know? Yeah.
MMA is a weird thing because specifically the UFC is that I feel like I can say certifiably I was in the zeitgeist when it blew up. I was there when it started blowing up.
Yeah.
And even more importantly, I was doing your podcast when it started blowing up.
Look at this. Skip, you are the man. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Love the new show on FS1. 3 exclamation points. And then the first comment is WAT. What?
Oh my god, this was accounts.
That,
I love when people write what like that.
Yeah. I love that what meme. Have you ever
Yes.
seen that what meme with
No.
No.
the lady that looks like, you know what I'm talking about? And it just says, I think it says WAT or WUT.
I like
for-
UT. I use UT.
That one is this is like one of my favorite internet memes. For what?
Oh, by the way, I can't watch hunting shows anymore because of you.
'Cause of glassing?
Because every time people are glassing, we're glassing this ridge, I just start laughing. I'm alone in my house. My wife's like, "What are you laughing at?" I'm like, you're not gonna.
Too
Do you know
hard.
what? Do you know what his podcast has done? I don't, this is very specific. But do you ever have like a
When you're made into a meme, that girl is it? That
No,
girl?
Not her.
WAT.
No,
Just look up WAT.
Yeah, just look up WAT or WUT, and it's like a woman, I think, kind of bigger. Yeah, that one. That's my favorite one.
Oh my god.
What?
Oh, there's some fucking horrible ones. They're doing Ronda Rousey in 10 years. Have you seen the Ronda Rousey in 10 years ones?
Is that where she's getting hit?
No,
Like-
there's a bunch of like really obese, trashy women, and one of them is screaming at some kid to get her a lemonade. Give me a fucking lemonade! Which is
Did you see the Ronda Rousey Radiohead cover?
no. Here she is, right here.
Y'all got a cigarette? We don't smoke. Fuck off!
Is that real?
No.
No, that's
Seems
definitely not.
fake,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, it's fake.
Seems fake.
There's a picture of Ronda Rousey getting knocked out, and then the Radiohead cover, and they look identical. Can you pull that up, Jamie?
Rough times.
Yeah.
Rough times in the house of Rousey.
I've never been that down in my life. I don't know how down that she feels, but I've been down. It's salad days, man.
Well, it's a thing when fighting is a different thing. Like losing in a basketball game. Oh wow.
Wow.
But that seems like she's winning there. That's
No,
her
no, no.
laughing.
That's
that Radiohead one. It's her winning.
There's one of her getting knocked out. It's the same.
There's one
picture.
right there, the head kick one.
Oh God.
And
Oh,
there's
Jesus
a gang of them.
Christ.
What's really crazy is how just a year and a couple months ago she was on top of the world.
Yeah.
It's that kind of an adjustment that's almost impossible for a regular person to comprehend. Other than death or a loss like that, there's very few events in your life where your life will completely shift upside down. But even in death, like if someone you're close to that you care about dies, other people are sympathetic and they care about you and they don't treat you like you're a piece of shit because someone died.
Right.
So in a lot of ways, fighting is its own completely unique kind of loss because it's the only time where people openly mock you for your loss. Like
I've
online.
never seen people though openly mock someone as much as it seems like they're mocking Ronda.
In their defense, and the people that are mocking, first of all, she did a lot of things that invited this. Like if you ever watched The Ultimate Fighter with her and Misha Tate, like she was ridiculous in like sticking the finger at Misha Tate, and after the fight, she wouldn't shake Misha Tate's hand, and there was like a lot of anti-sportsmanship. Like,
Didn't she do that on the home fight? Also, not touch gloves. Wasn't that her? Didn't they?
yes,
At the center,
yes,
right?
yes. She touched gloves in this fight.
Oh.
She touched gloves at the beginning, but she didn't touch gloves before the fight actually started. She touched gloves at the stare down, which I thought was like, well, that's interesting. Maybe her head's in a good place. And then she didn't touch gloves afterwards. But
Do you think the world will turn on Conor McGregor when he loses for the?
they did. The world
Yeah.
turned on him when he did. But the world respected him in a massive way because he jumped right back into the fray, and then he won.
And he also was fighting that weight at a way different weight, right?
He was fighting at a different weight, but everybody keeps chiming in on this, including the UFC, where they say that Nate's a 170. Bullshit. Nate Diaz fought 170 twice in the UFC against Dong Young Kim and against Rory McDonald, and both times he was too small and got ragdolled. He's not a 170. The reason why he's not a 170 is he's been fighting at 155 successfully his whole career. And his fight before the Conor McGregor fight, he fought Michael Johnson at 155 and looked fantastic. Nate is a 155-pound fighter. That's the weight class. Conor's right now the champ at 155. But they're different in size in that Conor can make 145, Nate can't make 145. So Conor can dehydrate himself down another 10 pounds, Nate can't.
That's insane.
He probably can't anymore because Conor's put on a little bit of bulk, and now he's fighting at 155. I'm sure he feels much more comfortable and healthy there. He doesn't want to go down to 145 again, but Nate is almost physically incapable. I mean, he would have to look like he's on death's door.
This shit is brutal, by the way. I
Dude.
can't emphasize how horrible the last couple days have been. And I mean, this is obviously a modified version. Like, we're not pros. We don't really know.
You look way better, both of you do, than a lot of guys do when they weigh in. So whatever you drained out of your body that was so hard is
Yeah.
nothing.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
peed,
saying.
I peed in the shower and it was like motor oil.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, really?
It was, dude. It was orange. It was orange, and there was just like it was like my dick spit chewing tobacco. Went. It was bad,
Yeah.
and I was like,
There's a meme right
that
there.
was this morning. This morning, and I went, I cannot wait to get fluid in my body and
Yeah.
have my dick go.
It's hard to really fantasize about it, too. Your mind really starts playing tricks on you.
Yeah.
That's the fucking crazy thing.
Yeah,
I
I mean-
watched that Chris Cyborg weight loss thing again.
Yeah, that was a horrible one. And that one, ESPN covered pretty extensively.
By the way,
Outside the Lines.
Back to the Skip Bayless nonsense. About that's one of the things I think about. Like one time I asked you, like, how do you fucking know so much about this MMA stuff? And you go, it's the only thing occupying that space in my head. It's the only sport I follow.
Right.
That's, I think, the great flaw of being the all-sport commenter like these guys
100%.
are, is
Yeah.
that they're trying to keep up with experts in all the sports, and they just don't have the, like, he might have a great take on maybe the NBA or something. Mm-hmm. But then it starts to dilute somewhere. You're not also going to be the best at commenting on horse racing, baseball, football, college ball, college basketball, tennis, golf, like people. So then something's going to get lazy about the way you comment on.
It's not just even something's going to get lazy. There's no room. Like here's a perfect example. I'm an expert in MMA, but in MMA, I defer to other people about certain aspects of MMA.
Right.
Like if I want to talk about jiu-jitsu, I talk to Eddie. I talk to Eddie Bravo. I say, okay, well, like we had a conversation the other day about the Anderson Silva Chael Sonnen fight, and I incorrectly remembered it, and Eddie corrected me, and we watched the submission. And I'm like, you're right. I remembered it wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand setups and I understand technique, and I'm a black belt in jiu-jitsu under him and under John Jacques Machado, gi and no gi, and still my knowledge is nothing compared to Eddie Bravo's.
Really?
Yeah.
And his is like almost just like a gift too, right?
No, I mean he's studied it his whole fucking life.
Mm-hmm.
He's a wizard at it. Eddie's a true jiu-jitsu genius. He's not just really good at techniques. He's invented a bunch of setups and a bunch of different pathways to techniques that world-class professionals use.
And when he watches it, he definitely sees something even further.
He might see a hair or two past what I see, which is gigantic in fighting.
Right.
And so then when it comes to Muay Thai, I know a lot about Muay Thai, but I defer to like guys like Mark Delagrante or Duke Rufus. I'll ask them, and they'll give me a certain take on things that maybe is different than my perspective. So it's like there's no way one person can understand everything better than anybody else. There's too much to know.
Yeah.
There's too much. Even if you got a guy who's an overall like Mighty Mouse, Demetrius Johnson, who I think is the best fighter ever. I mean, I think if you look at his technique, I think he's the best fighter ever. There's guys that are better at Muay Thai than him. There's guys that are better at Jiu-Jitsu than him. He's just the best at putting it together in his weight class and dominating his division.
Sure.
But still, it's too big of an ocean.
Well, that's what I was saying at the very beginning of this conversation was I feel like both of us were probably here in this podcast, doing this podcast when UFC signed the deal with Fox, which was, I think, the big blow up where it was like, now all of a sudden Fox was going to brand it with sports talent hosts, and it was not just you and Goldberg. It was like I remember hearing about big fucking Fox events where they had all their Jim Rome was going to comment on it, or no, I'm just saying.
Right.
And that's what kind of sucks because I was like I feel like the mainstream media was so against it for so long that finally when it pushed through, to watch the mainstream media do this like almost like fucking arms wide open, like, that we've always been. Skip, give us your insight about. Yeah, it's just UFC. Skip, give us your insight.
Well,
I'm like,
also,
it's such a complex. It's not just putting a ball through a hoop.
It's so lame what a gig that is, though, because the gig that he has is this thing that's where it's like, what's your hot take on this? And then those guys have to say something almost that is somewhat controversial.
Yeah, it's so contrived.
Yeah, it's very contrived. It's like, you know what, Joe? I disagree. Nate is a better 170. I've seen it, and that's just what I think. And then that's like the take.
Yeah.
Is that he disagrees with you.
But that's everyone. It seems like that's everyone. Like I'm not obviously I'm not putting Amy Schumer on blast, but I feel like these days Amy Schumer and Lena Dunham, I don't even know if they have anything to say other than the most aggressive thing that everyone will react to, and then that keeps them famous.
Interesting.
It's almost like blowing air under a feather. It's hot air. It's like kicking the guy out of her show for buying tickets and liking Trump, you know? And then you go,
Well, she didn't kick him out of the show. She just told him to get off the stage.
no, she told them all to leave.
Oh,
She told them-
but
she
the
said,
guy,
if you're
she
not
brought
voting
the
for-
guy on stage.
I didn't watch the whole thing. She brought the guy on stage, but then she said, if you're not voting for Hillary, leave my show. I
Did she
think,
say that?
Yeah, I think
I don't
she
know.
I
told-
don't
I
think
really
she
don't know.
said that. I think she was saying if you boo, people were booing her
Yeah.
because she was talking shit about Trump.
I'm not trying to put Amy on blast. I'm just saying, like, Lena Dunham.
Right.
I wish I had had an abortion. She said that. She goes, I wish I'd had an abortion so I could be with all the girls that had abortions. I could be on your side. Whatever.
Well, you know,
Like
she's
the-
overweight. It's probably affecting her brain. People say things when they're not healthy. You
That's
know,
how,
they
that's
get
how I used
confused.
to feel.
That's how I
Yeah.
used to feel too.
Yeah. Up until
But like,
weeks
it feels
ago.
like
But
that's
she's
a way
also-
to.
that's a business. It's like that's the world she's in, and whether or not it's conscious or not, you're sort of playing to those people. And I understand what she's saying. Like, if she's trying, look, if they're trying to take away the right for a woman to have an abortion, and she's trying to align herself with those people, and she hasn't had an abortion, that's a reasonable thing to say. As crazy as it sounds.
I'm not disagreeing with what she's saying. I'm just pointing out that it seems to me that the way I was just coupling on what he said. The way to be in the media these days is to say the most outrageous things to get the most activity on social media so that you're still in the public eye.
I think these guys are scrubs. That's what I think it is. I think that guy's a mental scrub. And I think this kind of way of talking about sports, I think it's antiquated, and I think it's going to go away. And I think that people just, they gravitate towards it because it's like, it's just gossip news, bullshit.
It's so awesome that he wrote to himself like,
Such a dummy.
"Way to go!
You're
I
the
love
man!
it. You're the man!"
Exclamation point, exclamation point. I should start doing that every day.
Good job,
Yeah.
Joe.
Good job,
Good
Joe.
job.
Way to go. I should do, you know what I should do? I should do like really subtle insults. You know,
Yeah.
like backhanded compliments.
Yeah.
to myself.
Yeah.
It's just that's that same mentality though. The mentality that makes you write a tweet like that to
Yeah.
yourself is the same mentality.
What's the backhanded compliment you got from an exec we were talking about? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, it was like, we want guys that are like not like, really good looking, not super funny, but like kind of like middle of the road. Like, we want to talk to you, man. We want to
Yeah,
be in
we don't
business
want
with
your
you.
talent to be threatening.
Then they offered
We
me a
don't
show.
want we want you to be the guy that I feel like me, whatever regular guy I am and a regular job I
there's
have, like I could do
stars.
it better than you.
Stars, we don't want stars. We want guys that are accessible, not too good looking.
Yeah,
not-
we don't
not that
want we
smart.
don't want like a host. We want a guy that it seems like watching in TV go, oh, I could do that, and they could. Like a guy that's like you're
Not a lot of talent.
Yeah, not a lot of talent. Like all over the place. Not that good looking, overweight, and I'm like, okay. I was like, is this a compliment? And they're like, do you know what I mean? Like nothing glossy, nothing shiny, and I was
Not
like,
that focused, not that disciplined,
Like a little-
easily replaceable.
irreplaceable.
Especially if this takes off.
During contract negotiations, we could just kick you out and nobody will notice.
Yeah.
It's like, remember when they replaced the fucking husband on Bewitched and nobody gave a shit?
Yeah.
That's right.
And they both had the name Darren, right? No. They both had the name. Both their names were very similar in real life.
They
What were their-
replaced it.
It was
what were their
different
two
when
names?
they.
That dude got cocky and they fucking outed him.
Remember when they
They did that on Roseanne. They replaced one of the kids.
replaced the kid?
No.
Aunt Viv.
Yes.
Yeah.
Remember Aunt Viv?
The older daughter got replaced.
Did
They
she?
just
Then
got a
switched
new
her
older
back.
daughter, and they made it like little subtle jokes about her looking different,
Really?
and then they switched her back again.
Yeah.
What were the two dad's names in
Roseanne Barr doesn't give
in
a
Bewitched?
fuck.
Dick York and Darren.
Okay, here we go. Well, Bewitched
Dick York.
debuted in the summer of 1964 and was a ratings smash from the word go. The very attractive Elizabeth Montgomery was cast in the lead. Samantha the Witch and a skittish young actor named Dick York was cast as her mild-mannered but hapless husband Darren. Okay, so where's the
Dick
other
York and Dick
Dick Sargent.
Dick Sargent and
Dick
Darren.
Sargent? So they had the same name.
Dick.
So what is the difference between Dick York and Dick Sargent? What do they look like? Let's go. Bewitched husbands. Dick Sargent. You know, let's say-
what a gay, awesome steam room name, Dick Sargent. Hey, Dick Sargent.
There you go.
Oh yeah, the second guy was like a weaker chinned version of the first guy. Couldn't stand up for himself.
Speaking
No,
of
we
weak
liked it
chin,
better.
when do we do this shave?
We'll do it afterwards. We'll do it at the end of the show. We'll take photos.
What about Aunt Viv? Wasn't that traumatizing to you?
Who's Aunt Viv?
Fresh Prince? There
I
was
never
two.
watched that show.
There was two of them, man.
I'm talking about Bewitched and I don't know Aunt Viv.
By the way, I had a surreal moment with Will Smith when I first moved out to L.A.
Yeah?
We were in his car, and Uncle Phil was in the car in front of him, and we were. And
Who's Uncle Phil?
He was the dad and
The guy that he lived with, his uncle.
In
on
the
Fresh
show.
Prince. Yeah.
James
And-
Avery.
yeah, and,
Jamie's a fan.
and
Please.
Will threw his car in park and was like, "I'm gonna scare the shit out of Uncle Phil," or he said his real name.
Yeah.
And he got out and ran up, and then ah, and then you watch this big man in this fucking Range Rover go, ah, like in the front seat, and then they got out and they hugged and they talked for like 5 minutes.
At a stoplight?
Yeah.
How rude.
Super
Pull
rude.
over, you fucking
I
celebrity.
thought it was so fucking weird.
It's so weird.
Very weird. Apparently that guy travels like everywhere he flies. Will Smith brings like a giant box of books. Like,
Really?
he's a voracious reader, apparently. Why do you give you the skeptical hippo look?
I don't know.
You don't believe it?
No.
Why
I don't
not?
believe anything.
Why?
Because I believe everyone fucking concocts their own fucking horseshit reality so that they sell it to the fans.
He's never even been to Russia.
Wow.
You know that?
Why do you say that?
I don't know. I mean, like,
You're feeling cynical
'Cause-
because you lost today.
no, that's not why I'm feeling cynical.
It's dehydration.
I wanted to win
Electrolytes.
so badly.
Have more coconut water.
Can I tell you that?
You wanted to win so badly.
badly.
You won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really did. I really wanted to beat you in this. And I mean, like, more so than I think, you know what it reminded me of? I was never super competitive. Like, you know, like I played on sports teams my whole adolescence and through high school. And I would, you know, play and compete and everything. But I was more competitive with family, you know, and stupid shit.
Right.
Like, there's a new video game. Me and my sisters are playing it. Then I was like fucking laser focused. And this kind of reminded me of that. Of being like, I think it's because we're close that it reminded me of like a sibling thing. Where like, I gotta beat fucking Bert at this.
What's our next competition?
Oh my God, Bert wants a rematch.
Yeah. I want to go for your pubic hair.
It doesn't involve fucking water. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, you are the water champ. Is it weird to not have water while you're the water champ?
Man, like my hydration, there's no explanation.
There's no explanation for my hydration. It should be a shirt.
There's no explanation for my hydration, and it's like cutting the water was like a vacation.
Are you Muhammad Ali?
This is the worst. I don't know what I'm saying. This is the worst.
It is
A
the
lot of
worst.
frustration with my hesitation
Yes.
on my hydration.
Yeah, all that shit, man.
Yeah,
I
all
mean, it
that
really
shit.
was.
All about a vacation?
And I followed that. What I was told pretty much to a T. To
By
lead
Jake
up.
Smith.
Yeah,
What a dick.
Where's Jake fight?
let me look it up.
Yeah, look Jake up. How important was it to you, Bert? It seems like you were kind of like throwing in the towel this morning when you came here. You're in
I
pain.
was
You
hurting.
were hurting. Well, you did it differently than him. He
Oh,
did
yeah.
it. He did the long haul. You did the long strand.
I did the sprint.
Yeah.
The long strand. I did the long strand DNA at
Yeah.
March.
Do you look back on like the last few months? And
There's
go,
two mistakes I
I could have tightened this bitch up.
There's a couple of mistakes I made.
5-1. Jake Smith. No photo of him. He fights in Prime Fighting 8. And so he's fighting in some smaller organizations, but looks like he's got a good record. Holla, Jake. But there's a lot of guys out there that are good at cutting weight, man. I've seen some dudes eliminate ridiculous amounts of their body weight. There's nobody better than this guy named Gleison Tebow, who got popped by USADA. He got caught with a gang of shit in
Oh,
the
really?
system. Yeah, I think it 2 or 3 different banned substances.
We
in the
got tagged
system.
in a bunch of tweets yesterday that we should be helping some big name guy to do it. They're like, why don't you help fucking what's his name do it? He must have not cut weight recently.
Which guy?
By the
Who
way, I
was
can
it?
totally see that.
It was-
Training for the fight, not cutting weight, and being like, oh, my bad, guys.
Well, it does happen, but you lose a shitload of money.
We got a bunch of them yesterday. I can't remember his name.
Like
right
Ray
now.
Borg lost 30%. He won this weekend. He lost 30% of his purse because he was more than 3 pounds over. So he has to give 30% of his purse to his opponent, which
Oh,
is
for
crazy.
real?
Yeah. Which is crazy. I mean, he looked fantastic. Ray Borg's a super talented guy, but that's a big amount of money to give to your opponent. But 3 pounds at flyweight in particular.
That's a lot.
Well, they're fighting at 125, and Ray weighed 128 point something.
There's a lot of missteps I made.
129 actually, because they gave him a pound over. They give you a pound to fuck with because it's not a championship fight. During a championship fight, you have to weigh on the nugget. Like if it's 170, you have to weigh 170. You can't
Exactly.
You have to weigh
Yes.
1 centimeter exactly?
Exactly.
You can, what
Or
if you can be
less.
okay, yeah.
But at in a non-championship fight, you get a pound to play with.
How often does it? Because I've been at a number of weigh-ins with you, that they have to just lose the underwear to make weight. Because I've seen that.
It happens.
So
if you
that's
have wet underwear on.
Is
in
that like
particular.
0.2
Yeah.
or something?
It could weigh very little, but that's enough. It's the tipping amount because a lot of it is one of those balance scales.
Yeah.
It's just a hair, an ounce, whatever it is.
And then
And I've always-
sometimes if they're still over, what, you have an hour?
Yeah, it depends on the commission. It depends on how. It really depends. It depends on where you're at. They do different weigh-ins now. They do early weigh-ins. The weigh-ins take place early in the morning now.
But the day of the fight?
Yeah, the day before the fight.
Day before the fight? Oh, so you have a
yeah.
day to recoup.
You have to.
You have to.
Oh, my
You
God.
die.
They started doing that after Duck Koo Kim. Ray Mancini and Duck Koo Kim had this crazy fight. They changed a few things after that fight. One thing they changed is they stopped doing 15-round fights, and they brought them down to 12 rounds. And another thing is they started, I think that's when they started doing weigh-ins the day before, but I could be mistaken.
Because the dehydration fucks with your brain?
Yeah, it fucks with your brain pretty hardcore. Yeah, it fucks with your ability to move. It fucks with literally the way your nervous system, like your body works sort of. I mean, obviously I'm going to fuck this up, but there's a electrical current through your body that relies on water to function at its best.
I felt stumbly today.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like, I definitely felt stumbly on the treadmill. I was like,
Oh, for sure. Your body's not functioning correctly. You know what you boys need? Some marijuana in your system.
Oh my God. I don't know about that.
Definitely, for sure. Definitely, for sure, what we need here. Going through this, drinking, not enough marijuana. You've had pizza already? Come
my
on, we're good.
vision's going, this will be good.
Well, it's a good anti-inflammatory, folks.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Plus, it's legal.
Oh, yeah.
that's very true. It is legal. It's a nice
Yeah, that's right.
popping sound.
Conor Yeo, I go for the green. I'm Tin Cup.
What's Tin Cup? What does
Tin
that
Cup,
mean?
he went for the green. He just couldn't stop going for the green.
Today's the first day in 4 days where I haven't felt like I have to shit myself. So I'm super psyched about that. I had a stomach bug for the last 4 or 5 since Thursday. I noticed it on Thursday.
Really?
Yeah. Did
I
you
would
get any of that,
love
Tommy?
it.
Yeah.
How much
What
of
a-
that, Tommy?
I'll take a drag.
You gonna get another drag?
I don't think so. Last time
that
I was,
sound,
I was
Jamie?
high for fucking 8 hours after I had a drag.
8
That is a crazy.
There's 24 hours in a day, bro. What are you worried about?
What is that sound?
Probably UFO.
Are they
you guys
coming
see
for us? Here,
you
pass it
guys
to
see
Tommy.
the
He'll pass it to me.
Did you guys see the stealth bomber yesterday?
No.
Flying over the valley? Yeah, it was a B-52 stealth bomber flying over the valley.
Really?
Yeah, probably
Those
looking for
things are
Mexicans
badass.
or something. Now
I
that
got
Trump's
in-
in office.
I got into a B-52 into the Tourette gunner. Is that right? B-11?
I don't know which one it is.
You know the one that had the little ball underneath that you would...
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I got into one of those one time.
Yeah?
Holy shit, you want to talk about panic.
Yeah? Do you ever fly in one of those?
No.
I flew in an FA-18 once with the Blue Angels. I had a bit about it I did in my act. It was fucking amazing. So
Really?
crazy. Yeah, we went 7.5 Gs.
Oh my God.
7.5
It was
Gs?
insane. Yeah, there was some actor before me who did 5 Gs, and I'm like, fuck that pussy. I'm gonna beat that guy. Let's ramp it up. And so we went pretty deep.
What'd
And
that feel like?
insane. Like an elevator door is closing in on your brain. Like you see the darkness coming in from the left and the right. Like literally, you can see it. You can see your consciousness closing.
Really?
Yeah, and you do a thing called hooking, where you hold on to, there's straps, like you're all strapped in, and you hold on to your straps, or the pilot would hold on to the handle, and you go like this.
Oh, yeah.
And you're literally forcing blood into your brain to stay conscious.
And does the pilot do that too?
He has to.
He
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
That's crazy that there's something that the pilot could do that could pass him out. No, that's one of the things that I'd have to go hoot, hoot, hoot if I did another one.
Well, we were flying maybe, I don't know how far off the ground, but pretty low in this canyon range that's somewhere between San Diego and Arizona. Is that what it is? San Diego and Nevada? What's there? Arizona, right? Nevada's up.
yeah.
So it's this really crazy area where it's all this Blue Angel test flight. It's like where they practice. It's this Air Force base out there. And it's where they do their test runs and they drop things. Like if they test like where they would like drop bombs, I guess. And you're flying through this like small mountain range.
Oh,
It's
so
fucking
badass.
nuts, man. And while we're doing it, I see the darkness on the left and the right closing in, and I'm trying to stay awake. I'm going, hut, 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 and I hear the guy in front of me doing it. Oh, is this a guy
that
doing
you?
it? No, definitely not.
There
Oh
you are.
yeah.
shit.
Yeah. What is this, Jamie?
A bunch of people. This is like hilarious G-force training, but
Oh, Eliza.
Oh, yeah, this is Eliza. Eliza in 50 years. This is G-force
Killing.
training, though. This is not actually being in the plane. Being in the
There you
plane,
are.
like G-force training. It's Bobby Kelly. G-force training. It's Elon Gold. G-force training is cool, but
I can do that all day.
All day.
Just pictures of people come up and go,
Yeah.
oh, cool, Bobby Lee.
yeah. The thing about the G-force training, though, is you're in a simulator. You know, I mean, it might be crazy, you're spinning, but you're not flying. Like, you can't look down and 100 yards below you is a mountain range.
No.
It was nuts, man. This guy was a bad motherfucker, this pilot. He took me through this wild ride through these canyons, and I heard him doing it, too. He's going, hoot, hoot, hoot. So I'm like, he's experiencing it, too.
Fuck, man.
Dude,
Look at
when
that.
they hit turns, that's when it's nuts, man. It's like there's banking turns that they make where there's so
Oh,
much
that's
pressure.
giving me panic just watching it.
Dude, the
I
fact
did
that they
that.
fly
We
in,
spun around in a circle.
they
It's
fly in
amazing.
tandem. How
And
fucking
they fucking fly
Look at that.
in war like
But look,
that.
look how much
dude.
you're moving still.
Yeah. Dude, these guys fly in war like this, and they
Is that him?
rely
That's him
on
doing
each
it?
other. Yeah, he's hooking right now. That guy's doing that shit right now. It's nuts, bro. I'm telling you, it is like nothing I've ever experienced physically, and it just makes you understand, like, the weird demands that your
Over
body
people's
has.
homes.
Your body has like a very narrow window that it can operate in, as far as like atmosphere, as far as temperature, as far as pressure. All those things are very narrow. Like, we're very vulnerable. It's one of the reasons why fighting is so interesting. Like, you take like this Ronda Rousey fight, for example. You take a person that's obviously very physically strong, right? Like a female cage fighting champion, and you see her muscles, and you see what she can do throwing people around. But you realize that even a person that looks like that is super vulnerable. All you have to do is get hit. Bang, somebody hits you. Bang, they hit you again. All of a sudden you're in trouble. Bang, they hit you again. You can't respond, and then you get knocked out. Like, as tough as a person might think they are, as like in shape as a person might think they are, if you get in one of those goddamn jets and you fly at 7.5 Gs, you take some crazy turns, and your body is literally like you're gonna go unconscious from the pressure. It makes you realize, like, wow, I'm so frail. We're so frail.
Dude, I was. I may have told someone about this. I'm sure. I don't know. My body's starting to recoup back to old Bert right now with all this.
Want some more coconut water?
No.
There's a gang of it
This
back there.
vodka and that was perfect. I feel really good right now, guys. I'm skinny and baked. When I went heli-skiing in Switzerland, we went up to like 10,000 feet, maybe 7,000 feet, and it was in the mountains. They took us up heli-skiing, dropped us off, and my dad was like, you can get really hurt, but you're so confident. Like, you live in this bubble where nothing happens to you. But up there, I couldn't even navigate. Like, I couldn't even traverse the mountain a little bit to get within the line that we needed to ski down. Like, I couldn't even walk through it. So it was like 4-foot powder. So you're literally like, I mean, it's up to your waist. Like, you're stepping and it's up to your waist. And you're like, holy shit. Then I couldn't even get my board on. Finally, they helped me get my board on. We start snowboarding. And they're telling us there's crevasses to the right. He's like, okay, stay within 5 feet from me, to the right, to the left. And then, I'm not good with accents.
Oh, my God.
But he's like,
That's
he's
hilarious.
Like, he's like, and he's like,
What country is this supposed to be?
Switzerland.
That sounded pretty good. It sounded pretty good.
again.
Okay, you're gonna stay around and me, but left to the right, to the
sounds
left.
Cajun.
I gotta put this a beacon on you, and then when you got the beacon on you, you're all good. Okay, here we go. And so we start going, and for some reason I can't turn left. Like, I can snowboard perfectly fine, but I can't turn left. There's so much powder. And I noticed that I'm just floating to the right, away from his little fucking marks,
Oh, no.
towards where there could be avalanches or crevasses.
Dude.
And I'm like, shit. And I'm thinking to myself, this is like real vulnerability. Like, going like, I can't go left. I can't. For some reason, it's too much powder for me to turn left. So finally, I just fucking cut it, and I start cutting hardcore left. I go, okay, time to go back right. Now I can't turn right, and I'm facing face forward down the mountain, cutting left. And I see them in front of me, and I catch a nose, and I fucking land face first into the snow 4 feet, and I'm under the snow. I'm gone. And so I go to push up, and as I put my arms forward, they just disappear. They just nothing. They don't touch anything. They just go
Into the snow.
into the snow. And I'm like, and I immediately realized my vulnerability. I'm like, oh my God, man, this is it. I am 10,000, I'm guessing, I don't remember the exact height, 9,000 feet up a mountain, and I'm the last one on this line. No one saw me fall. When will they start looking for me? What will happen to me within that time? Like, and I start fucking panicking like hard as shit, and I'm trying to move and flip myself at least over to my back, and I can't move at all. And I hear my dad in my head go, "Told you you're gonna fucking die." And I was just like,
Jesus Christ,
I know.
Dad.
And I was like, I freaked out, and then this all of a sudden I felt this hand on the back. So we all had like these harnesses on with a beacon. This hand pulled my harness up, and he's like, "You should see your sound guy." And my sound guy is upside down, skis, literally like he's doing a handstand in the snow, gear everywhere. And when they pull him up, he's like, "Fuck this mountain, let's get off this fucking mountain right now." It was fucking, but you think, oh, I'm a great skier, I could do this, and then you forget.
You forget, you don't realize your vulnerability every time you do an adventure thing.
Yeah.
Anything that's like adventurous, and they're like, especially like when you realize how much like nonchalantly you put your life in people's hands in that thing is when it's, you know what I mean? Like you go like, "Oh, I'm gonna parasail or something," and they're like, "No, this place does it," and then you realize it's just some guy, you know, who fucking hangs out at that pier. He is managing, you know, he's managing your life there. If you get on like a fucking roller coaster, I even think about it in cars sometimes. I know like a couple comics that go, I won't let somebody drive me anywhere. Like I know a couple guys that are like, no one's allowed to drive me, and I'm like, why? And they're like, I'm not letting just some fucking guy drive me.
That's why I won't take
What if
Uber
he's a horrible
X.
driver? And they're like almost panicked about it. But then sometimes you feel that vulnerable, like you realize it when you have a fuck off guy driving you.
Yeah.
You know, like he's like, "What's that?" and like talking to you, and you're like,
Oh, that's the
"Oof,
worst when
man."
they're looking up in the rear view at you.
Yeah.
You're like, please don't.
And you're going 80.
Yeah, please
You're like,
don't.
That's Uber X, right?
Yeah.
And Uber X, I got an Uber X to go to a podcast, and they were like, "We'll send you an Uber." And I was like, "Oh, I'm just so used to taking the black car because that's what I take, so I'm used to that. I don't mind having a black car driving because I feel like he's got a chauffeur license on the side somewhere."
Yeah.
But like the Uber X, it was just this fucking Chinese guy who's like 60 years old in a fucking Civic.
Perfect.
And I was like, "Oh, this is great." And he was horrible. I was like, I don't think he learned how to drive in his country, let alone this one. And he is literally just. And I was like,
How recently had been in America?
he was not speaking very good English. They're like
Wow.
horrific English. This is what he sounded like. "Okay, I'm gonna take you up on the 405."
Like, swing to the left, swing to the right. Sounds like Yakov.
Yakov, yeah.
I did an interview with Yakov on my podcast.
He's a good dude.
He's
man.
a great dude.
He's a good dude. He's at the Comedy Store all the time. He's very friendly.
He has like his own theater, right? Isn't that the thing?
he has
sold
something
it.
in Branson, Missouri, right?
I think he got rid of it.
Did he?
When I interviewed him, it was probably a year ago. By the way, Branson, Missouri is pretty fucking badass. And he was
How
getting
far
rid
is
of
it from Kansas City?
I have no clue.
He's a really nice guy, and he's a smart guy, and he's a good joke writer.
Yeah.
His fucking jokes are funny, man. He's just a guy that came up during a really strange time. You know?
Ari just texted me.
What'd he say?
You said you were 6'1", you're actually under 6 feet?
He's mad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's mad.
Yeah.
He's
I
mad.
wish we had a phone line to patch him in.
Let's not do it. He'll get mad. We did it yesterday, and it was a disaster. He's angry.
Yeah.
He's such an interesting friend to have. On the spectrum of friends, to have one of those,
Yeah.
it's just so.
I feel like I'm going to step in as his friend and pay for this whole thing because you guys did it on my podcast.
You don't
So-
do that, man.
I want to.
Why do you keep saying that?
Yeah, just let it go.
All right.
So I'm going to take care of it. So Ari, you're off the hook, dude. Because Ari I don't want to seem upset.
He'll just get
'Cause-
too mad.
Well, also, like, it might have been his idea, but honestly, I benefited from it more than anybody because you guys did it on my podcast.
It's been good podcasting.
It's been fun.
Fuck yeah, dude.
It's- yesterday-
First time ever. We've never done 2 in a row like this.
Yeah.
We've never done something along these lines.
Tom was like, called me when he was like, "We're doing 2 in a row, Bert. You're gonna have to carry this. I'm not that funny." And I was like,
It's true. It's true.
"I like doing 2 per people podcasts." I
Hey,
feel-
man, let me ask you this before I forget. What could you have done to get yourself out of that snow?
nothing. A lot of people get trapped in the snow like that.
Is there a thing you're supposed to do? Are you supposed to move the snow away from your face so you have air?
I'm sure there is. I'm sure you probably should start packing snow down and around you. I don't know. My cameraman Kendall is a professional snowboarder, and he had a very similar experience. We talked about it that night at a bar in Switzerland. And he was telling me, he was like, one time he was going through the tree lines. You waiting for me to do an accent?
Yeah.
He was going through the tree lines and he hit a tree, and all the snow that was in the tree buried him.
Oh my god!
And
That's
he was
terrifying,
and he was upside down. He was upside down, and he was in.
Jesus
I guess it's
Christ.
called like a tree well. People who ski know more about this than I would. But apparently, what happens is no snow falls around the tree at all, and then it's very light packed snow, so you can get buried in it. And he was like. He said his back was fucked up, but he was trying to get out and he couldn't get out. And he was like, "Oh shit, this is how you die." I've had 3 friends die snowboarding. Like
Really?
3 friends, yeah, 3 friends die snowboarding.
Hitting trees and shit.
One hit a tree. One skied off a mountain.
Dude.
And I saw his wife recently, and I was like, and I haven't seen her since he died. And I was like, just so you know, I think about him a lot, you know, like because I went snowboarding. When you go snowboarding in Switzerland, it's above the tree line. So like, whereas
Do you have them in your death pool?
Isn't it weird? Isn't it weird that you're allowed to do some shit that kills people and nobody bats an eye?
Yeah.
And everybody looks forward to it. You know? But if we were
Scuba
all
diving.
going skydiving, you
That's-
know, and
yeah.
like there's a place I went skiing in Aspen, and I went to this place, and I was like, how many people die here a year? And this dude who lives there goes, at least 1 or 2 every year. I go, 1 or 2 every year? I go, what usually happens? He goes, trees. They hit trees. They fall off mountains. They break their necks. I go, really? And he goes, yeah, 1 or 2 every year. I'm like, whoa. I go, does it freak everybody out? And they're like, I guess skiing's so fun. They just go, fuck it.
Yeah.
No, think about scuba diving.
Yeah.
They fly off mountains.
Gone.
Hitting a tree is at least probably really lights out really fast.
I was watching a video of my friend Aubrey, who's a really good skier. Mm-hmm. He can ski. Like, I can survive. But I've only been skiing for 4 years. But he can ski. Like, he gets on skis.
Yeah.
He's like, shh.
First of all, any human being who's using skis these days can really ski.
Yeah.
Like everyone my age just snowboarded. But if you're a grown man and you're on skis, you know what the fuck you're doing.
No,
That's how it works.
that's not totally true. 'Cause
Really?
I learned skiing. I never snowboarded.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I learned skiing 4 years ago. Like, here's Aubrey flying down this hill. Like, look, see, like, you could tell when you look at a guy like that move. Like,
He's
that's a
done
guy
this.
who can actually ski.
I gotta
When
go
I'm-
fucking skiing now that I'm skinny.
When I'm doing this, yeah, dude, for sure. You'll be doing a lot of things. It's like taking a weight vest off.
Yeah.
But when I'm looking at him skiing, I'm like,
That's
okay,
beautiful.
this is a motherfucker that skis so smooth. Like, that's a guy's been skiing like a long time, and he really knows what he's doing. My skis are always further apart. I look all goofy. I'm not that, like, he's really good.
If he's tucking fucking poles, he's good.
And he's really good friends with that Bodie Miller guy who's that world champion.
yeah.
That guy's an interesting guy.
Fuck yeah, he is. I mean, I have a good buddy of mine who's on the U.S. Olympic ski team. My friend Steve Graham, from the time we were kids. He's my friend. He's an ophthalmologist. And when I was a kid, I was like 15 or 16, I met
It's
him.
the whitest
and
statement ever.
This guy had, at the time, maybe 10 surgeries on his knees. 10. Like giant scars up and down his knees where they used to have to open him up. Like the old days when they used to do surgery, they would cut you open like a fish and just stitch stuff together and hope it hung on.
Fuck
Yeah.
that.
But like skiing, like getting really good like that, like
How old were you when you learned?
45.
Shut up. That's
Yeah.
gotta be fucking.
Yeah.
I've eaten shit hard skiing before.
Well, when I was a kid, man, I avoided anything that I thought could possibly hurt my legs because I was doing so much Taekwondo because I was, so obsessed with martial arts.
Yeah.
I was like, and it's so dangerous as it is. I'm like, I'm not taking any extra dangers. Like, I'm not going to break my leg skiing or break my arm on a motorcycle or get fucked up in that way, like when I'm already doing this. So I avoided all that stuff.
My dad said that to me when we went to Windy Gap. It was like a youth camp, with Christian youth camp, where you had to see Jesus by the end of the week.
Yeah.
I
Did you
saw
meet him?
Yeah, I met him.
What happened?
In the shower.
Whoa.
I had to tell my story to the camp.
What happened?
They were like, "You haven't seen Jesus yet, Bert. Where's Jesus?" And I was like, and I had just taken a shower that day, and I had like a cool moment in the shower, going like feeling grateful for life. I was 18, getting ready to go to Florida State, and they were like,
You were 18 in this? I so thought you were 11 when you were telling the story.
That's so funny.
I was 18. There's a picture. Yeah, I was 18. I was fucking 18. I could smoke cigarettes, but you couldn't smoke there. And they brought me up in front of camp, and I was like, they're like, have you seen Jesus? And I was like, I saw him. I was being real, which is, I think, the predominant times that I'm funny is when I'm trying to be sincere. And I said I saw him in the shower today, and the fucking place fell apart. And they're like, just sit down. I was like, I did have a cool moment in the shower where I was grateful.
Why can't you find Jesus when you're naked? Why does Jesus has to come when you're in your tie with your shoes tied?
You should be able to be aroused and see him too. I think,
why not?
right?
You should be like about to come, and you see Jesus, and you clamp down on your dick like you're trying to choke it to death. Stop the cum from coming out,
dude.
And then so you don't want to be disrespectful,
right? And then you go, I love you, Jesus, and then you let it go.
What if Jesus said, it's okay, son, you can come?
Then you'd be a big time believer, wouldn't you?
People are angry. Listen to us talk about this right now.
Why?
Angry. Because you're not supposed to be talking about Jesus and pleasure.
Yeah.
What if Jesus came to you in the middle of a massage? You're lying on your stomach, no sexual organs are involved, but when someone has like oil on your back and they're rubbing their elbow across the spine, just loosen everything up.
Yeah.
You know that feeling arguably there's times where that feels as good as coming.
Right.
Arguably.
Yeah.
Right? But why is that okay? Because it's not sexual? Like what weird rules do we have about touching each other where you could lay down on your stomach and some lady that you don't know can rub her elbow rather deep into your back and it feels amazing. They're rubbing your feet.
Incredible.
When someone rubs your feet, that feels so good. But as long as it's not that good like dick good.
Yeah.
As long as it's not balls good.
Balls and dick.
Balls and dick. Hey. Can you rub the ass? The cheeks, yes.
Yeah.
In a dangerous massage, they rub your cheeks. Dangerous. Oh, they're just getting into the gluteus maximus here. Oh, as long as it's not my asshole.
Those hip flexors.
Don't touch my asshole. It's right there. Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
You're so close.
It's like we have like fucking danger zones where you're not allowed to touch.
Yeah, why can't they touch our dicks?
Because we grew up like big babies. We had fucking ridiculous Puritans who got on rafts powered by the wind. They floated over to some place they weren't even sure existed. They set up a bunch of stupid rules, and the echoes of that stupid rules fuck with our dicks and assholes today.
I think that
Well
was
said.
the whole thing about that. There was a fucking doctor who was giving women orgasms, and that was his thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do. Yeah. There's been a couple stories like that where doctors start fingering their patients.
To get them out of hysterectomies.
Well, hysterical.
Yeah.
The word hysterical comes like that's the
Tommy,
the
drink your
origins
drink.
of
I'm
the
pouring
word.
another one.
The word
Get it, coconut
hysterical
water.
had something to do with like hysterectomy, didn't it? Isn't that like the origins of it?
It is.
And that some doctors used to actually manually manipulate women to orgasm.
Yeah.
Back in the day. Back in the day before people got scared of vaginas.
There's a doctor in Beverly Hills called Dr. Squirts.
Whoa, that's not a real doctor.
It's not his real. It's not his,
Stop right now. Don't use your credit card, Bert.
it's not the name he went to medical school.
Dr. Squirts. It's just the fact that fucking guy decided to go with Dr. Squirts.
But that's what the women call him.
Oh, my God.
And so my wife said to me, her and her friend Sandy are like, they heard about Dr. Squirts and they were talking to me. And they're like, is that cheating if we went to Dr. Squirts? Because he apparently gives you a massage and then gives you an orgasm. It's like the best orgasm you've ever had.
That is so crazy that women are... But it makes sense. Like if a woman was a chick with a good job and she's busy working her way up the corporate ladder, doesn't have time to date assholes, but she wants to get finger banged.
Yeah.
Why couldn't she just do that?
Yeah, that's in that new movie.
Is it?
Yeah, there's the it's like the legal thriller that's out, and she's the attorney, and she hires guys to
Come
fuck
on.
her. Yeah, she's like busy.
What movie is this?
What's her name? The redhead. I have to look it up, man. Miss Sloane, is that the name of the movie?
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know it's not about it's about gun control. She's a lobbyist.
Yeah. She's a lobbyist, right?
Yeah.
Or a lawyer for a lobbyist or
Yeah.
something. And
Jessica
that's
Chastain.
Jessica Chastain. So she plays like this really, high power.
And she gets finger banged?
She hires dudes to fuck her in hotel rooms. She only has and she hires them for like an hour. Because all she has is like, very little free time.
But anyway, Liam was talking
Why
about
not?
Dr. Squirts. So do you think it's cheating? Would you let your wife go to Dr. Squirts?
I think guys that get paid
Yeah.
to be able to bang chicks like that,
Yeah.
like that is in society's eyes, that's probably way less looked down upon than a girl pays for sex. Like that guy's actually a stud. Isn't that
Right.
odd?
It is odd. Yeah.
Like if a guy gets paid to go and fuck a girl, you don't go, oh, that poor bastard's being exploited.
Right.
You go, well, he's a stud.
Right.
But if it was the reverse and it was a male lawyer
Right.
with red hair
Oh,
who
yeah,
couldn't get sex,
Yeah,
right? Because
yeah.
the beautiful lawyer with red hair, oddly enough, if it's a woman,
Yeah.
it's extra attractive. And if it's a man, it's open season on jokes,
Right.
Ginger jokes. I don't
Yeah.
get it. I don't know what the fuck's going on with that red hair discrimination we have in this country.
It's prevalent here. Yeah.
It's pretty strong.
Yeah.
But if a guy was a male lawyer with red hair, decided to get a prostitute, we'd feel bad for the hooker.
Right. This poor girl.
Yeah. Oh, she's just gone down a bad road. But
So he
meanwhile,
can
the
save her.
dude
Yeah.
with a leather belt around his dick, that's
Yeah.
strolling into town,
He's just like, he's like
slinging
a stud.
dick. He's
Yeah.
just a dick slinger.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
And getting paid.
Paid. How many of those are there? Remember that was like American Gigolo, Richard Gere?
Magic
Fuck
Mike.
out of here.
Yeah.
Magic
Was
Mike.
Magic Mike about gigolos too?
Yeah, there were strippers. I don't know if they were fucking girls, but I'm sure they were.
Then there was that Gigolo show.
There was a gigolo show?
Yeah, on Showtime.
Wait,
Get
what
the
was the
fuck outta
guy's
here.
name?
No, there
Brace?
wasn't.
Yeah, man.
There was?
Yeah, followed around real ones.
Oh my god.
It's amazing. You've never seen Gigolos?
Oh, no, I
It's
didn't.
so good.
I always learn about awesome things from you.
Yeah.
That's all he fucking does. Like I thought about it last night. I was like, I never heard a Diane word before him.
Oh, they're the best.
Oh, but he was talking about Diane word when Isla was born. Like you were talking about it in 2006.
Talk about
Oh
what?
shit.
Diane word. You don't even
The
fucking
South
remember
African
them.
band.
Oh, yeah.
Those guys are the shit. I love them.
Yeah. And you were like, what is this? And then I watched it and then became obsessed with Yolandi Foster.
Oh, they're both amazing.
These are
gigolos.
yeah.
Look at that.
Ooh, I
So
like the silver
there's
fox.
Nick Hawk. He also is a
I like
rapper.
Ian Bag on the
The guy
corner.
on the far right.
The guy on the far right's a rapper.
Who, Ian Bag?
No, Ian, no. So,
You know their names? Oh
Yeah.
my God, Tommy Buns.
I mean, there's Brace. He's like the paternal whore of the group. And
This
then-
dude's covered in tattoos.
Yeah, he's like a really like sweats himself hard.
Does he?
Yeah, the guy on the left is like he connects with them like energy. Might give
long
him a
hair, that
massage.
makes sense.
Yeah.
American Indian,
Yeah.
Native American,
He's
maybe
he's
Hawaiian.
half black, half white. The guy next to him.
Okay.
He can give you like that
I
brother
think
dick.
I sense that he would have the hog of the group. Like he would have the biggest.
Oh,
hog.
he's got a hammer on him for sure. But
Who's the silver fox on the
that's
yeah,
Brace.
there's one. Who's
Brace?
that guy?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
the guy I like.
How old's Brace?
Brace is like as I said, he's kind of like that's actually their booker. The guy to his left, he runs the Hooker studio, and then that's a new hoe on the right. He's a Southern hoe. He's like from Nashville or something.
So the older gentleman, is he hoeing as well?
Yeah, he's hoeing too. Brace has been doing it the longest. He's been at it like 25, 30 years. He's just been fucking and then got paid because he realized he
God,
was
he looks
good
like
at it.
Lowe a little bit.
What?
Looks like Rob Lowe. And in the eyes, in the eyes, in the eyes.
You definitely should work for one of those police places.
And so the guy looks like Rob Lowe, and this is what he sounded like.
Yeah, and then they
Yeah.
arrest this guy. They just go, what the
Brace
fuck,
is
Bert?
this guy's a good guy. He's been on our podcast a couple times.
Are you
really?
fucking
Yeah.
shitting me? Are you shitting me?
Yes.
Jesus
You guys
Christ,
wouldn't have me
Tommy.
on your podcast, but you had this fucking guy on your podcast?
We would have you on anytime.
When I was trying to promote the special, you guys didn't. But you had Brace on.
We
I
had-
got bumped for Brace.
Wait a minute.
2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
But we haven't had a
Jesus.
guest in years.
Jesus, Bert. It doesn't have to be about you, buddy.
But they
We're
had
talking
Brace
about
on.
this hooker.
Yeah, he's
Good
a good
for
guy.
him. I
He's a
bet he
good guy.
is.
He's
But isn't it fascinating though that like a person who does that
He's
is
by the way, he always goes out of his way to be like, "Look, dude, I'm not a fucking $2 meet me in the alleyway hoe." And I'm like, I know, but it's just
Okay.
fun to call a guy a hoe, you know? So
yeah, he's got to accept the fact. You know, what I was thinking that we were talking about earlier about this Ronda Rousey thing, why people are so mean, and I think there's always going to be like a certain backlash from someone who tries to be extraordinary because it makes us feel like weak and lazy in comparison and like not as ambitious. Like if someone wants to be the best
right.
at anything. If someone
That's true.
proclaims they're the best, whether it's Conor McGregor or whether it's Ronda Rousey, like that fucking
also-
rush to make it to number one scares a lot of us.
Yeah, because it makes you look at what extent you're willing to go to
Yeah.
for what you want to achieve, and then it makes you go, "Am I actually doing things like fulfilling my own potential?" That's what those moments do.
And you
can
almost
become
wanna
jealous of the
punish
person
them
too.
if it goes wrong, like way more than you want to punish anyone else for anything else that goes
Yeah.
wrong.
So then let's put this in perspective, because I just by the way, I'm talking about friends of mine. I'm not calling people out at all, but like I saw Kevin Hart today on CNN, and it wasn't about comedy. He was talking about how his job is now to inspire people to be better. And I was like, that's odd that I would hear Kevin talk like that, because he is funny as shit. And that's what he's really good at, is being fucking hilarious. But apparently he's like a fitness guru, and like he's on a different level now. And I went, wow, is that the level where people start to fucking like what they did with Amy, or what or what they did with Dane is like you see a comic get bigger than that, and then all of a sudden everyone's like, slip up once and we'll fucking eat your lunch.
For sure, there's a lot of that, and it's like you want to celebrate the people that take the risk to climb to the highest mountains, but you want to mock them if they fall. But it's oftentimes not the same people that are mocking them. Like we're all experiencing, like obviously I have zero animosity towards Ronda Rousey and 100% admiration for what she stands for as a competitor, like what she tried to do and what she accomplished, and the coming back thing. So I don't experience it on the negative side, but the people that do, though, the people that feel like they have a free shot to go at, there's enough of them that it makes a difference. So even if all the same people appreciate you, whether you win or lose, the perspective shifts, because so many more people that maybe you wouldn't ordinarily be in contact with, who are negative, are mocking it and really like being like absolutely vicious about the criticism and the way trying to knock you down when you're already down. It's not just a matter of it being accurate or funny, which you're going to always have that. You're going to always have people that crack jokes and make fun. It's always going to exist.
Sure.
But there's this viciousness of attacking someone
There's
when
some
they're
venom
down.
in some of it.
There's some venom in everything, and that's part of what me wonders. Like, I go, is that like I've never been cool with self-promotion. It's always made me uncomfortable. But I've seen people in our business that are very cool with it.
Well, Kevin Hart is a master at it, but he knows what he's doing, and he's a very, very smart guy.
Yeah, he's
very
really
smart guy.
He's very smart on many levels. But at the id, I wonder. I think Kevin. I don't know. Kevin would not say this, but
he's aspiring to be a mogul. He's aspiring to surpass not just being an entertainer, but to being a culture influencer.
And he is. He already is.
really
Why
is.
was that hard to say? Culture influencer.
Yeah.
But he is.
He
No
really
question
is.
about it.
Yeah, I was
No
just
question
reading an
about it.
article about him, and he's on the cover of Fast Company. And
Yeah, I saw that.
I was reading the article, and it's just it's incredible the amount of things he's going to buy. A studio, like a big warehouse, actually not far from here, and wants to produce, TV shows, movies, like online content, all within there. Continue to do movies. Obviously, he has the stand-up. Has endorsements from like an athlete would. All these different.
he's got a
companies.
shoe deal.
Shoe deal. He has an app. I think he
He's a wizard.
It's all these different
Everybody,
things.
I mean, if you want to be that guy, you should follow his footsteps.
And by the way,
he's a wizard.
he's that guy. That's
Yeah.
the other thing about Kevin, or at least that I only know him from when we were kids, like when we were young, starting from that time. I don't know him. I haven't talked to him in probably 10 years.
I did a BET show with him.
Did you?
Yeah.
He's the greatest guy in the world. He's the greatest fucking guy in the world. But
Only met him once. He's a very nice guy.
But
Super
he's
funny.
I have a funny story about him. I bought a pair of Jordans one time at the mall. I was going to play basketball, and I bought Jordans. I didn't know you didn't play basketball in Jordans.
Yeah.
And they put No, that's the big
Wait
thing.
a minute.
That's the life lesson here.
What are you talking about?
It's this when you're black.
Are you black?
No, but this is the rule. You don't when the Jordans are not meant for white guys. Jordans.
Wait,
Listen,
the
just
fuck
let me
is
back
going
this
on?
up. Let me
Do
back
you
this
work
up.
for MTV
Tommy, stop me.
News?
Tommy, stop me. I'm drunk already.
Okay.
So when you're when you're black, you play basketball in basketball shoes, like shitty shoes. But when you're and Jordans are meant for like going out. Jordans are like nice shoes. You don't wear them on the basketball court. That's the rule. I didn't know that. I bought a pair of Jordans thinking I'd go play basketball. They're the best basketball shoes. That's not the rule. So when you buy Jordans, they come in a Jordan bag. They don't just come in like a Foot Locker bag. They come in a Jordan bag. Kevin Hart was in the mall, and he saw me and my buddy Croy walking through the mall, and I had a Jordan bag, and Kevin came up, and he grabbed my Jordan bag from behind my back, and he goes, "Give me them Jordans!" And I turned around, and all I saw was his skin color. I didn't see Kevin, and I went, "Help!" And I screamed, and Kevin saw the racism in my eyes and went, "Oh, Bert." Oh my God. And I was like, "Sorry, Kevin. I didn't know it was you. I thought it was just some black kid." He was like, "Bert." But yeah.
Is that racism, or are you being robbed?
Well, yeah. It's
by someone who
both.
could probably run faster than you. What the fuck? How is that racism?
But anyway,
I mean, if he wasn't trying to say, "Give me them Jordans."
Give me them Jordans. He grabbed the bag and shook it, and I freaked, dude. I jolted like a shark in the water.
Dude, if that was a Chinese guy, you'd be shitting your pants.
Yeah.
If somebody else, if they had been role reversed, if you had done that to somebody, there's a good chance you would have gotten punched.
Yeah,
right
you
in
would
the
have got
fucking-
punched.
Or gone viral on YouTube. I think that's
Somebody
a whole
could
line.
definitely punch somebody if they don't expect it. Like if you
Yeah.
catch, you know how sometimes you just catch someone and they're already on 7, and you're like, "Hey,
Yeah.
dude, how'd you get to 7?"
Yeah.
You know, like, what's going on? Oh, sorry, man, my fucking wife just fucking.
Yeah,
All right, dude,
yeah.
give me a hug, bro.
Yeah,
You get
Why?
to 7.
You know, it's so-
Fired up.
Yeah, and we've all been like, you know, have you ever been in a road rage situation where someone cuts you off and you just get so much more mad than you normally would?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't know, where you're like, "You fucking cunt," and you're
Yeah.
like, where did this come from? Like, I had to react. Obviously, this person's an idiot. This is a bad move, but what is it that gets you to 7 so quickly?
But do you get that less where you live versus Hollywood?
No, you can get it everywhere, man.
Because when I drive out where you live or where I live or where Tommy lives, like this area, it's a little chiller. Like it's not.
Yeah.
Hollywood is fucking
Too much.
aggressive.
Too much.
You know
I
what's
end up
real
losing it.
aggressive? Just outside of Hollywood, Hollywood adjacent, where they can't quite live in Hollywood, but they're
Yeah.
right next to it, and they work there, and they get
Yeah.
Studio City-ish, you
Yeah.
know, like Sherman Oaks-ish. A lot of fucking crazy drivers out there.
Yeah.
Teeth gritters.
You ever arrive somewhere at a 7, like yourself? You know, like you're checking at a hotel.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
I've done
yeah,
that
yeah.
where I've, you know, it's a bunch of shit led to me getting there, and then I have like an exchange with somebody, and then later I'll go back and be like, "Hey, I just want to tell you earlier when I got here, I felt like I was a little short with you," and they're like, "Oh, no problem." You know, they're always very much downplaying it, but I'll feel bad about it. You know.
I had a fight with a car driver, a guy that drove me from the airport in front of my house. Like not a fist fight, but a verbal fucking, because he was late. He was like 30 minutes late to pick me up, and then when he did show up, he was at the wrong terminal. And then when he did get me, he blamed it on me for not telling him where I was landing. And I was like, "That's not my job."
Yeah.
And then he dropped me off, he got mad at me because I didn't speak to him the whole ride home. I had headsets in, and I fucking.
He told
Wait
you
a minute,
that?
wait a minute. He
Yeah.
actually said he what
said
did he
it-
say?
I said,
I want to talk to you, man. I want to get to know you.
I said to him, I got out, and I go, "I got to be honest with you, man. That's not the best service I've ever had." And he goes, "Well, it was a little disrespectful, you not speaking to me." And I was like, "What?" And he goes, "You didn't talk to me the whole ride. That's disrespectful." I went, "It's not my fucking job to entertain you." I go, "Your job is to drive. Do you think I hired you to have a conversation?" But I realized I'm having this fight with this guy in front of my house, and I don't know anything about him. And I was like, and by the way, I was going to tip him in the middle of like.
As he's yelling at you?
When I had $20 in my hand, and he goes, I go, "Just so you know, that wasn't the best experience I've had," or whatever. And then I had the $20 in my hand, and he was like, "It was very disrespectful." And then we started going back and forth. And then I was like, "Fuck you, I'm not giving this to you." And then in a weird way, I went, "Bert, give it to him, or he's going to come back and murder your family."
Yeah.
And so I was like, "All right, you know what? Take it. We're even." And then I had to come back and go, "I apologize." And this is the weird part about my brain that is what I started this whole fucking talk about is that I start going, "Hey, Bert, how important in this fucking spectrum of life is it that this guy is 30? How often have you been 30 minutes late? How often have you been 30 minutes late and then maybe got an attitude because you were defensive? I don't know. Maybe this guy was a cuckold. I don't know.
That's what I thought about today when you were late.
I wasn't late.
It's 2 minutes late.
I ran here
Yeah,
to no fucking avail.
it was close.
I should have my Uber driver drop me off in front of the place.
You know what, man? I mean, I think the reality of people talking to each other is we comment exchanges sometimes, and things get started like right away. Like something goes wrong with him and he shows up late, and so your interaction with him is already unbalanced because you expect him to be apologetic, but how could he really apologize? You
Yeah.
fucked up, you did, so now I know who you are. You're that guy who doesn't take his job that seriously, and you're going to drive me. I'm just going to put my headsets in. Then he's mad at you that you do that. Like, there's a lot of things going on there, man. And maybe if he showed up on time, the same guy, and you would have had a great old time.
Maybe
You
there's a
know?
moment where he's driving and my headsets are in, and they're really good noise reduction headsets. They're molds to your ear. Maybe he was driving. He's like, "Hey man, I'm really sorry. I'm going through a lot of shit." And he gives me
Yeah.
his
You're
heartfelt
like-
speech, and I just like this.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of
Maybe.
scenarios.
That could have happened for sure.
I
You
always
do a lot of things out of assumptions, you know? You make
Yeah.
assumptions. Always like, well, he looked like this, and then the way that he looked, I know that guy's an asshole. You don't know what he's
Yeah.
Are
thinking
you
about.
ready for the difference of what you look like? Because Tommy looks different. I mean, I'm being serious when I say that.
Physically?
Yeah,
Like
physically.
from the weight loss?
You look. There's a non-assumingness to you. Like when I watched your last special, Mostly Stories. Mostly, is that the way you're supposed to say it? Mostly Stories.
Yeah, like that. Kansas City Improv this weekend? Yeah. Like that.
But like there is like a real fucking coolness to you, like a Carmel coolness to you. But now you look like a fucking like and so when you meet people, do you see people perceiving you differently?
Not really. I mean, there's most people that, you know, would come to my show are
Not
know
those
about-
people, not those. I'm talking about Starbucks. Holy shit.
Look at the difference between you and then.
Holy
Look at me. Turn straight on. Oh,
shit, Tom.
wow.
I don't
That's
see any difference.
incredible.
Oh,
You're
you
so crazy.
fucking kidding me?
Yes,
You're
I
so
am.
out of your mind.
Holy shit, Tom.
Your fucking neck is bigger. Your head's bigger. Your
Yeah.
face is bigger. Your,
Your
shoulders
face
are bigger.
is so much bigger.
so much bigger.
Yeah.
Everything's bigger.
Your fingers.
yeah.
Is your ring looser?
Yes.
Do you feel like God's telling us we should cheat? Take
take
it
it
off. You look good, Tom and Bert. Run trains on bitches on the road.
Yeah, pull up Bert's special. What's it called? Sometimes.
Nah, I'm not. I'm only 15 pounds lighter. It's
No.
not that bad. Yeah.
Yeah, you only lost
What are you
15
talking
pounds.
about?
And that from the special. The special I shot
You lost
9
weight for
months
the
ago.
special?
Showtime, yeah.
I lost weight for the special.
Do you got?
But
Wait
you
a
can
minute,
no. You want to see a good one?
There we go.
Pull up Ari Shafir's
Look at that one right
Flying
there.
Dildos.
Look at that one right there.
That's not as good as Flying Dildos. Go to Flying Dildos. This is when I was on a bender
Oh,
with
yes,
Stanhope.
he's right. He's right.
Go
Ari
to-
Shafir's flying dildos.
it's on YouTube.
Yes, he is
It
right.
just posted today. Go to video and you'll see me. Oh, this is me just obese.
What about that picture right there? The one with the pole.
It's not very big.
Can't you go full screen on
Dude.
that though?
it wouldn't
No,
look good.
doesn't.
But yeah, you
Whoa.
look. You
Yeah.
definitely
Oh my
look.
God.
Oh my god.
I look Chinese.
You look a lot fatter.
You look so happy and
Were you
fat.
baked there? What a beautiful suit
We
Ari
were
has on.
so fucked up.
Is that one of those Hong Kong suits Ari got?
Yeah.
That's a beautiful goddamn suit.
It's
The
nice.
ruffles and the collar and everything.
I got a couple there too. It's like a fun little experience to go
Really?
through. Yeah.
In Hong Kong?
In
you
Hong
went?
Kong, yeah.
Wow.
That's the only thing that's changed is this little fold right here. Like
Oh,
my
the-
belly
the-
started
the
folding.
gut
Yeah,
fold
folding
over?
over.
Yeah,
I
that's-
wanted to get rid of that immediately.
Wait, what size are you there? Like what weight are you?
Probably 250.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, you look really different.
Well, you still lost 30 fucking pounds. I mean, you're kind of down on yourself a little
Yeah.
bit in this thing. That's a giant accomplishment. You know how few people have the willpower to lose 30 pounds like that in that quick of amount of time? I mean,
And-
that was a Herculean effort. You guys, I don't understand. I don't even know if you understand the impact that it has on people. When someone does that and you see people do it,
You know-
there's so many people out there right now that didn't think that they had the ability inside them to do it.
Yeah.
But they love you guys and they listen to your podcast and they hang out with you guys and you do shows in their town. They come to the show. They know that you did it. You did it. And there's nothing like, I know you're a person. You did it. I'm 30 pounds overweight. I want to lose the weight. I know Bert did it. I can do it too now.
Yeah.
That's real, man.
Those are the cool
That's true.
tweets we get.
I know,
Like,
they
there's
are
been a
cool.
lot of really
It's
cool
very
ones
cool.
where you go, like, well, hey man, and I like when they do it and there's a joke attached too. But like they go, hey man, this has been the coolest thing I've ever seen. Kamal Bell. Did you see his tweet?
Yes, I
Kamal
did.
Bell was like, I didn't think this would be as fun as it is. This is awesome. I want to be a part of it.
Yeah, he wants
And
to lose some weight.
I thought that was really cool. Kamal's such a fucking great guy.
He's a really nice guy. I've had
Yeah.
him on before. He's a super nice guy.
Super
We're
smart.
we're
funny.
talking about doing another one. That would be great if you wanted to do that.
Who does he want to do it with?
I don't know.
He's got
You
to
should
pick
find
yeah.
find a buddy that wants
Mike
to lose
Like I
Lawrence.
some
said.
weight.
Mike Lawrence.
Pick someone you hate. That's what I did. And I fucking,
Yeah, it's got to be someone you love, so it's good natured
Yeah,
and
it
it's
is.
fun and it's encouraging. You know, and then people could do it too. It could become like your own personal roast battle. You know?
It
Dude,
does
there
help
there
if
were
it's-
shots fired back and forth from between me and Tom.
Yeah.
That was what made
The
it fun,
videos,
though. I
man.
think.
Yeah.
The
Like,
videos that we played yesterday.
as a fan, I would have been like, I like these guys. This is what I'm fucking talking about.
Yeah, yours.
I would,
what do you call them?
Tommy, drink your vodka soda.
What's up?
Ari,
So
What's up?
dehydrated.
Come
Hold
on, just drink it.
Hold on.
Ari responded on the end of his podcast he released today.
Yeah.
Do you want me to play what he says?
I
What'd
know
he
what he
say?
says.
I don't
I know what he says. I know what he says.
What'd he
Play
say?
it.
I'm
Just
gonna-
play it. I
I
think it's
just
better if
started
you
Play
hear
it.
it
Let's
live.
play it. Let's play it. Talk shit about him.
No, I know
That son
exactly
of a
what this
bitch.
is.
That son of a
Come
bitch.
on, Tommy, drink some fucking
Mark
vodka.
Norman for inviting me over to your place. Do the podcast. I don't.
I love him.
All right, all right. The
He's
bet
one
took
of my
place.
favorite people ever.
The bet took place, and what I didn't. First of all, there's no way in my mind I expected to lose that bet. For one of them to be below obese was fucking beyond incomprehensible. For both of them, it was a sure thing for me. It was a sure thing. I mean, in terms of bag of bets like we do on Punch Drunk, this one, a sporting event, fucking golden. I've got it in the bag. Of course, they're not both going to be under obese, and I guess they are. I mean, I'm hoping that tomorrow they're going to weigh in, and they're going to be a little bigger, and maybe Segura will only be 6 feet tall. If he's 6 feet tall, he's right on the border right now of obese or not obese. It's that 6'1" thing that gets him under. 6 feet, he gains about 1.5 points on his BMI. That's one of my only hopes. That tape measure. If he's 5'11", then I'm good, but it doesn't seem like people are believing that. But Segura said he was 5'11", and now I got these people fucking threatening me on social media. I've got people threatening me and telling me, like, they're calling me Welcher. We haven't even had the 2 weigh-ins yet. We're supposed to have 3 weigh-ins, but fine, forgo the first one. The first, I assume they did that one at home. At Rogan, second and third, 2 days in a row. They got it, so I haven't even officially lost yet. I got people threatening me. I don't feel safe. They know what city I live in. And then Segura, these are my friends. My friends are coming at me. I was like, all right, off chance I lose. What? We all go to a Dodger game? That'll be fun. That'll be fun. You lost some weight. Go. No, don't have a Dodger dog. Don't have the extra large one. Bert Kreischer eats barbecue fucking 7 times a week. How in the world does he lose 15 pounds?
30.
I mean, how does that happen? And then I got my friends hitting me up for fucking. They want first-class tickets to Europe. I don't know what to do. I can't fucking. I'm flustered. I'm flustered for sure. I'm afraid. I can't be here with this. I can't be here with them coming after me like this. They haven't even waited in the second day, but it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen tomorrow. So if they each lose a pound, unless Tom's 5'11", I mean that's a chance. If Tom's 5'11", I got a chance. That would mean he'd win the bet for most loss of weight, but they wouldn't both be under obese. So fucking Bert would have to. You guys, you haven't dealt with this kind of like backlash. Until you've dealt with it, you haven't dealt with it. That guy who killed the lion in
Cecil.
Zimbabwe or Zaire or one of those places. They always use a Z's in Africa. So everyone got on him for killing Chutney. Until you find out, there's 80 lions get killed every year. They got to keep the population down, and they start killing babies, human babies. But nobody cares about that. So this fucking dentist in Rhode Island has to face death threats all the time. You don't know what it's like to get a fucking E-rage against you. And these people are coming at me. And my phone calls, my texts, it's, first of all, I can't text thread with the flip phone. So every text comes in new. They ask questions like, what does that mean? I have to delete my text after a while because I have to make room for old ones. So you got Segura saying, open up your wallet. You haven't even fucking won the bet yet. First, who watches football? Who watches European football? I can't do this. I can't deal with it. Listen to me. I'm fucking flustered. It's very possible that he's under height. Barring that, I don't know. I can't be here for this. I can't be here with them coming after me. I got to get out of here.
Hilarious, man.
I got to get the fuck out of here, and I got to get away from this until I could figure out what to do. That's what I got to do. That's what I got to do. I got to get the fuck away from this. Yeah. Yeah, that's my answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, anybody who wants to listen to the rest of it or all of it, Ari Shaffir's Skeptic Tanks, one of my favorite podcasts. I listen to it all the time. It's awesome. I recommend the Henry Rollins one, which Bert scoffed at.
I didn't. Henry Rollins is different than I am.
You were
Scoffed.
extremely dismissive of him.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it was insulting.
He's got a gang of them. Dave Smith is a great one.
No, the best one's Running of the Bulls.
Oh, that's a great
It's a
one, too.
fucking great one.
He's got a lot of great ones. Ari has a really, really good podcast.
He's gonna run off the map right now for a while.
He's disappearing.
Good. He needs to. I mean, if he thinks he needs to, he needs to. What I love about what Ari's doing is he's living his life 100% on his terms. He's not doing it by anybody else's standards, and he's doing the exact, what I think, the best thing a comic can do if he makes it. Like, once you make it, like, relax and just have fun and be yourself and only do the things you want to do and don't let them suck you into nonsense.
But you've been on both sides of that fence.
Yeah, for sure. The Fear Factor was...
I'm talking post-family,
great-
pre-family.
Yeah, that too. Oh, yeah, that's a different thing. I mean, if you had a family, it would be a totally different thing. But or even if he even considered having one or even a girlfriend, it'd be a different thing. But he's been tied down in the past, and right now what Ari's enjoying is like creating stand-up, doing his podcast, and just enjoying life and enhancing his perspective and taking it all in. And these trips that he goes on, he's like orchestrating them. He wants to see things. He wants to absorb experiences from other parts of the world, and it's all enhancing his stand-up too.
That's very accurate. And I say this I say this from my perspective, as probably an expert in world travel. I would tell you, Ari does it better than anybody, and I'm not even fucking around. I've done it for 7 years straight. But Ari went to Switzerland and had a different life experience than I did. And I went. Now mine was under production, but like. He really does it great. I wanted to pitch a show so bad that where, because Ari's disappearing right now. I wanted to pitch a show, go, can I find Ari? Like, can I find him?
Well, you'll be able to find him. It's social media.
No,
American
he's
will
going
find
off
him.
the grid. He's going off the fucking grid.
What does that mean, though?
He
He's going.
wants to go where there's, he's not bringing any laptop or anything like that. And
He's disappearing for real.
But other people have phones.
That's
and if they
true.
see
That's
him,
true.
they'll say, "Oh, Ari's in Sweden." Or
No.
whatever.
But I think he's
he's
trying
going
to
to
go-
like Micronesia or some shit.
yeah, he's trying to go off path stuff
He's gonna
too.
get malaria.
Yeah.
Hope he takes the pills.
I told him to take. Dude, do not take the pills.
Malaria pills?
Come
Don't
on,
take
we've
them?
talked about. I've had fucking.
Oh no, you get the
horrific-
injections though.
I had a horrific
What
experience.
should you do?
Vaccinations.
Vaccinations?
Yeah.
Or just
absolutely.
don't take them at all because you're probably not going to get malaria.
What? I thought a lot of people get malaria.
No.
When we went to Africa, they
I've talked
made us do it.
to you about this on your podcast. I took malaria pills and I was fucking.
Right.
I was off
remember
the
that
charts
shit.
for a while.
My friend Justin Wren got malaria 3 times, though.
3 times.
Dude,
Three
that
times.
fuck malaria. The dengue fever is the one you don't want to get.
Well, malaria's killed half the people that have ever lived.
Yeah, but yeah. In the books.
Or half the people that have ever died. Half the people that have ever died have died from malaria.
Yeah, but that's before they had malaria pills.
But they don't take them, though. Do you understand the preposterousness of
Light that
getting
up again. Light
advice
that
from
up
me
one
now,
more time.
sir?
Light that up one more time, Tommy. Let's see how fucked up we can get.
What?
Jesus
Come
Christ.
on, Tommy. Come on. Pretend
wants to
you're
go
big.
back in.
Ari's texting.
Pretend you're big, Tommy.
Ours?
Yeah.
Ours is super happy that his rich friend decided to step in and foot the bill.
Fuck yeah. Hey, Joe, did you ever hear the Ballad of Big Tommy Buns?
That was pretty fun.
The song I wrote?
No.
I'm not gonna let you play it here, but like I wrote a song about Tom, and that was the greatest part of this whole thing. Is I really,
You wrote a song?
Oh yeah, the
He
ballad.
wrote and played and sang.
I wrote, played, and sang a song called "The Ballad of Big Tommy Buns."
Oh, how dare you.
And the one cool thing about this, and this is esoteric. Well, I might as well hit this.
I don't think I've ever said anything's esoteric, but please continue.
You never said it before you hit a joint.
I'd never said this is esoteric.
This is so fucking hyperbole.
I don't even think I exactly know what esoteric means.
I don't either, Joe. But it sounds good in a sentence.
Like, give me the exact definition of esoteric.
Yeah, pull that up, would you?
Okay, what do you think esoteric means?
It's out there.
Yeah, right. bizarre. What does it mean here?
Intended or likely to be understood by a small number of people with specialized knowledge. This is esoteric, Joe.
Okay.
This is esoteric.
So,
This what I'm about to say is esoteric.
okay. Intended or likely to be understood by only a small number of people with a specialized knowledge or interest or an enlightened inner circle.
Joe Rogan, this is esoteric, what I'm about to say, and you will get this more than anyone.
That's a lot of pressure.
Hit that and then listen. I think you'll get it. Do you know how sometimes when you work for a corporation and your paycheck is dependent on that corporation's approval? Not right now. I'm in the middle of an esoteric statement.
Yes.
Okay.
And then you get out from under that corporation, and all of a sudden you're the one that kind of you almost like feel your creativity again. You go like, oh fuck, I forgot I'm a really great stand-up. I forgot that I'm passionate about making video, like
sure.
and you go, oh, I can be my own voice. It's my own ship now. I forgot that when I started this business, the goal wasn't to get under the umbrella. The goal was to be out there in the fucking ocean by myself and sailing my own ship,
Right.
and saying, go take a left, fuck it.
Right.
This weight loss battle coincided with my decision to stop being under contract for Travel Channel, and I was really lost. I was really lost, and I was like, I didn't know I didn't know if I should just take another television deal or just do another deal with Travel. I didn't know what to do. I really didn't know what to do. And this weight loss battle happened around that time, and like Bill Burr says, poetically, I started taking on water, and I felt fucking crazy about it. And then one morning I woke up and I went, oh, Tom is having a lot of fun with this. Like, he's having fun. Him and Push are having a lot of fun. And I was like, I'm gonna write a song. And I wrote a song, and I wrote this stupid song. Look, I was like, I was, but it was like I felt very creative, and I didn't feel like there was any parameters on me anymore. And I was like, oh, this is what my career is about. My career is about doing everything I like. And everything I like, and if you like what I like, come see me do stand-up. But if you don't like what I like, fuck it. This is what I like to do. This is my walk. This is my walk through the woods. And it was like, and I know that I don't think Tommy can attest to that as much as you can, because being under Fear Factor, I don't think you ever were like under anyone's control. But there's definitely a corporate umbrella that you're under where you're like, oh, I can't. How long did I not smoke pot on camera? Like,
Yeah,
like
for a long time.
Yeah, and so as soon as that fucking happened, all that happened, I wrote that song, and it was like, it was one of those moments where you're just like, oh, I get to do whatever the fuck I want to do anymore. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just a dude that likes comedy. The same way Ari is, where he goes, I'm getting off the grid, that freedom, man, being untethered. Ari and I had a long podcast about being untethered, but being untethered is so cool as an artist. You just get to do what you want to do. That's why we probably love guys like Ron White, Jim Jeffries, these guys that are Bill Burr. They're just untethered.
And Ari.
Ari, of course. Joey.
I get inspired by the way Ari's living. I really do.
Sure.
It gives me enthusiasm. He's having fun. He's creating. He's doing stand-up. He's making rational choices regardless of like how much money it'll cost him. And he's like, this is what I want to do for my art. This is what I want to do for my stand-up. I'm taking time off. I'm just going to go experience life and write. And, people are like, what? What are you doing? Where are you going? And he's like, that's just what I'm doing. Just stop. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Stop.
He knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing. It's like, and for me, having known him since he was an open micer.
Yeah, it's a lot. You've really seen those.
You've known him.
Yeah.
You've known him in a way that I don't know him. Like we were talking about you one time in front of his apartment. Those are the best. You know that we've had him too. When you go to take someone home, you drop them off in front of their house, but you sit and talk for 10 more minutes.
Yeah, it's
You
great.
had one with Bill Burr that I wish I had.
Yeah, it's great.
But Ari dropped me off, and he was like, we were just talking about intimacy levels. Like, it's going to sound silly, and I'm not going to call Ari out, but I'll say that this is what we were talking about. We were talking about, like, how much we were talking about you, and then and I said something like, oh, I texted him yesterday. I feel bad texting him again. And Ari goes, oh, I don't want to text him too much either. And I said, yeah, but he's our friend. We should be able to text him the way we text each other. And he goes, I know, but I don't want to bother him. And I go, yeah, but he'd do it to us. And we were like, yeah, we were having this really kind of crazy conversation. And I realized Ari and I are like, those moments in life are like so precious. But I don't know where the fuck this story was going.
How come you guys are scared to text me?
We're scared to text, like Bill. I do it the same with Bill.
Oh yeah.
You're scared to text Bill?
Yeah.
I'm scared of follow up.
Like, I text Bill. I'll text him right now. And either he replies in like a day.
Are you needy?
No. Look, this is gonna sound. Tommy, back me up, please. Back me up on this.
Yes, I will.
But I text Bill. Hey man, are we doing this thing on Monday?
Yeah.
And then I don't get a reply. I go, I'm not gonna fucking bother him.
I do the same.
Because I know he's got a lot of shit
Right.
going on, and I go, and I have shit going on too. But trust me, And you guys know, like, if you or Ari or Joey or Bill or any of you guys text me, they're my first reply.
Right.
Like, I go, yep, right on it. Like, you can see my bubble come up in the bottom before you're done typing.
Yeah, it's a weird requirement, right? Like, there's times where, and more so lately than ever, that I've been just putting my phone in, like, I'll put it in the other room, and I just leave it alone for hours.
Yeah.
I think that's not a bad thing to do, man. You know, like,
It's
everybody
tough to
checks
do.
their phone during podcasts, and
much, I
everybody
know.
checks their phone during the movies.
Young Jamie,
Want some more?
how much? Yeah, well, I mean, we have another hour
we
of
should do that.
podcasting.
Yeah.
What? We should
it's
do
only
that.
one. What?
Oh, you don't want to trim that beard yet? We
You want to do it now?
You want to do it on the air?
I think.
Yeah,
it'd be
yeah.
fun.
No, we're definitely doing it on the air.
Okay. Do you want to trim his beard?
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
But you got to sit side saddle on me.
Okay. Well, we'll that's only going to take about 10, 15 minutes, so we'll wait till the end. We'll wrap it up
Okay,
with
okay.
that. How
Wrap it
about
up.
that?
Yeah, keep people here till the end.
Wrap it up
My
with the
daughters. Did you see
shaving.
the videos my daughters did on Instagram?
No.
I said something. I go, hey, give me a kiss on the cheek. Ida wouldn't kiss me on the cheek. She was just fucking mad dogged me. And I go, Ida, give me a kiss on the cheek. This last cheek, you might get a kiss of the beard. And she goes, gives it to me. She goes, oh, it's wet. And then Georgia comes in and then does a kiss on the cheek. And then I go, do you guys think I'm going to win today? And they went, nope. And I said, are you serious? And they said, nope. And I was like, are you guys ready to see me without a beard? And they're like, nope. They pulled out my wedding album, me and Leanne, and started looking through pictures. And they're like, oh, we got to get used to it. You got to give us some time.
Wow, that's so weird. You're defined by your facial hair.
In a weird way.
weird
Do you want
way.
to keep it?
No.
You let him keep it?
No,
Would
no,
you
no.
let him keep it?
Yeah.
Really?
I would.
No.
Were you
I
going to
would.
let him off the hook?
Oh, 100%.
Hold on. I can't do that. I'm not a welcher.
It's not welching if the guy lets you off the hook.
I would let you off the hook if you want to keep it.
No, I can't. I can't.
Never mind.
By the way,
Let's definitely.
this
do it.
is in Russia. This is in Russia.
Really?
Where did you get this picture?
Is
Where
this
did you
from
get
the
this picture?
machine thread?
This is in Russia. Look, I'm wearing an ATO shirt.
Oh, my God.
It's like the second picture that pops up.
Are you
I typed
fucking
in wedding,
serious?
Look at that.
but
You're pushing the stomach out. It's so
Weird.
small then.
Dude, you're tiny. You look like
Yeah.
you weigh about 210.
By the way, Joe, what am I rocking? Lower that, Jamie.
What are you rocking?
Lower that. A fucking fanny pack.
Powerful
All you
fanny
motherfuckers
pack.
that have seen me do stand up, and I say when I met Igor in his door, I was wearing a purple Kelty fanny pack. That's the
it.
fucking fanny pack.
It
It's
is.
the small details that make a story, and that's a fucking Baltica in my pocket.
It's not it's a what?
A Baltica. That's their local beer in St. Petersburg.
Oh, you have a beer in your pocket. Yeah. Is that purple or is that like a bluish?
It's a purple Kelty fanny pack that was the best. If I could go back, if I could find that fanny pack,
Yeah.
I'd wear it every day of my life. It was the best fanny pack I've ever had because the way they made it was that the top part was flat, so it went out like a solid 3 inches.
So you rest your beer on that?
No. So that when you opened it, you were looking at like a portfolio of your stuff. It wasn't slid in like another pocket. That was the great. If anyone can find me that purple Kelty fanny pack,
So see if young Jamie can
how did
locate
he get
it
that
online.
picture?
Look at you savage.
You can find all the pictures of the Russian mafia.
What is this from? Is
online.
this like an article about your
Yeah.
last Showtime special?
It's a New York Post from a long time ago.
Oh.
It looks like.
Powerful.
Oh, that's when my book came out. By the way, you want to hear what a dummy I am? I posed for that picture, having no clue it was the fucking cover of Van Wilder.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I had no fucking clue.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was like, and I was like,
So they asked you to dress like that and you didn't know why?
they brought the shit, did a photo shoot, and I
Oh,
had
that's
no
hilarious.
fucking clue. I had no fucking clue.
That's weird.
Did you do the toga party?
Did you ever see Van
Of
Wilder?
course, yeah. No,
You ever see it?
no.
I don't remember. I really don't remember. I may have.
It's
Jamie-
hard to tell
Yeah, what did you
What's
tell
that?
me to look up? Sorry.
whether or not I've seen it. It's one of those movies like,
I've never seen it.
I watched Christmas Vacation the other day.
So funny.
Dude,
Yeah.
that is a goddamn funny movie still.
solid.
Shitter's full.
That's a good movie, man.
It's a great fucking movie.
Yeah, it is a great movie. But
they
the way I'm
make-
saying it, I'm like, it's like, I really enjoyed it.
We should like that one more time.
God
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah. Come on, Tommy. Finish that vodka up, Tommy. Tommy, come on.
Bird is going deep.
I love this feeling. This could be ice. I've never seen Van Wilder, and I took a meeting with their production company. They brought me in
Whoa.
to do a sitcom, and they're like, "Do you know?" They had my book in front of me, and they go, "Do you know who we are?" And I was like, "No," and they're like, "We produce Van Wilder. Big fan of your work. We want to do a sitcom," and I was like, "Okay." And they're like, "Have you ever seen it?" And they're like, "No." And this is what they said. They said, "Well, we should get Ryan Reynolds to come on your podcast and watch it live with you." I was
Oh,
like,
shit.
because it's his production company. It's Black Horse, I think, production company or something. Well, that tastes like barbecue.
Does it?
What?
That last hit tasted like, no, Tommy, it's yours. Tommy, it's
you're
yours.
good.
Tommy, it's yours. Do you need me to hold you down and tickle you?
Tommy's good.
I'm totally
He's
good.
reasonable in his approach.
We just got off a fucking bender, bro. Don't you
Bert,
feel like
do you feel like you can release the hounds now and dive back into the fold with a vengeance
simply with drugs and alcohol?
for a little bit?
Yeah, but like, but not food. What's really crazy is that I had that. I'm sure you felt it too because I watched you eat it. But like that second pizza didn't work well with me. Like my body was up in my throat, and I was like, ooh, and I was like, it was too much of everything at one time.
Did you feel the same way?
I don't feel like good.
I watched you because you had half the pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the vodka is flowing. I have a business meeting.
You're gonna do great.
You're going to a meeting?
I got a business meeting at 4.
Oh, that's plenty of time, dude.
Yeah.
You'll only be slightly buzzed.
I used to hear stories about Chappelle going into auditions high as fuck.
Yeah.
And I used to go, I wish I had that confidence. Part of me goes, that's why he's so successful is he didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Yeah. Well, Dave is another example of a guy who just does things the way he wants to do them, and he knows. You realize after a while, I guess, when you're a guy like him or a guy like Ari, that it doesn't benefit you to have people influence you and tell you what to do. It just doesn't. And all three of us are a great example of that. Like, the best stuff I think that we've done is stuff that we've done online, where you're yourself.
Yeah.
Like your podcast with your wife. That podcast is you guys being super fucking silly together, like you always are. And there's all this Gene's mommy talk, and it's fucking great. And that would have never happened if somebody,
True.
had the reins to it. If there was a bunch of people that were executive producers and Comedy Central had like 10 people behind the scenes.
I'm not getting
True.
this jeans comment.
Yeah,
like
what is
high and
mommy?
tight. What's high and tight? What's high and tight?
I mean,
What do
it
you
doesn't-
mean when you're glassing?
when there's
Yeah.
no reason for you to do it other than it's funny to you?
That's it.
That's it.
That's the only. I try to tell people. I'm sure you get asked a lot. I get like tons of emails. Don't you get them from people that go, what should I do to start?
Oh yeah, it's
Wait.
hilarious.
Did you ever do that
Let's
sitcom
answer all of them
you
right
told
now.
me one time? Did you remember you were developing a sitcom? And
Yeah.
Did that ever happen or did it go away?
It went away.
Oh, can you please tell everyone what the premise was? So, I'm walking through Walmart in like fucking Richmond, Virginia, and Tom calls me and we're talking about sitcom talk, and he goes, "Yeah, I'm developing." Like real serious. I go, "Really? What's your character?" And he goes, "Me? I'm a doctor." I go, "You're a doctor?" He goes, "Yeah." And I fucking lost it. I go, "You don't look like a doctor." He goes, "Yeah, I know."
But there was a twist to it.
What's the
Fucking
twist?
You were a doctor. That's
It
all
was
that
a
matters.
doctor that graduated last in medical school. So he's like essentially a dumb doctor.
It was Tom going, "Scalpel?"
That's not how it went.
The idea of you being a doctor was the best premise I've ever heard of a sitcom ever in my fucking life.
Just doctor? Like,
I
no,
just
no
want
other
to
line?
see. It could be a straight comedy, but the look on your face is that you don't know what's going on. Huh? Yeah. Okay. I don't think I've ever. How long did I laugh on the phone?
Really long and really hard to where I was like, I didn't know what I'd done. Yeah.
You probably made me laugh harder than any one person that I know.
Really?
100%.
I do feel like,
Everything has to be a contest.
well, I feel,
Yeah.
I feel like,
This is number one.
when we do even the Bert stuff, we do it to make you laugh. I feel like there's a part of me that wants to make you laugh all the time. Seriously.
There's parts I wish I could share them on this podcast, but there's times my favorite parts of Tom is when he's like the sideliner that says the thing like or is affected by something. Like the only one I can think of that's very very applicable is me and Tom did when I shaved his tits. We were in Honolulu doing Pearl Harbor. And the two things they said to us that that we remember: don't make fun of the Hawaiian people, and if it's brown and it moves, kill it.
Yeah.
That was what they said. These the if it's brown and it moves, kill it, and don't make fun of the Hawaiian people. So Tom goes up. His first joke was, "Hey man, island life here is slow." That's what they told me. I didn't know they were talking about the Hawaiians' metabolisms. Holy shit! Fucking huge laugh, but immediately it's off the like. You can't. It's not. You're not allowed to say that. Gets on the set, kills, comes back to me. Russell Peters goes on stage, and you can hear the murmur in the crowd. And Tom does this like Snidely Whiplash like giggle, like, and he goes, "He's brown. He's brown. They're thinking about killing it." And Russell Peters does a set mediocre, I would say at best. And Russell murders, but it's because he's brown. And at that time, they were saying if it's brown and they move, kill it.
It's true.
Oh,
It's true.
But
And then
those-
we had the remember the show organizer was like, "You guys fucked this up bad." You remember?
oh
So we
yes.
got- and then he was like, "I told you not to fucking make fun of the local people. I told you to PG-13. You know what that means? That was not PG-13. I told you." Like, he's like, "There's children and there's wives of admirals here." It was the rundown of like how we had fucked
Oh
up.
no.
Everything.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And Russell Peters was the coolest fucking guy.
Yeah.
And to his testament, he was like, whatever.
Yeah,
And
he
just
was
left. He
super
didn't give
cool with
two
that.
fucks.
Russell
and I
doesn't
think
have a fuck in his gas tank.
No, that's also completely empty.
he really
He
dude,
does whatever he wants for sure.
He's the best.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's the best.
I would be like, I need to have some fucks in my gas tank.
Do you remember?
You don't though.
Oh.
I think you've been connected to this idea that you need to for so long.
If I didn't have fucks in my gas tank, I'd like Mel
Well,
Gibson.
you live with Mel
I'd
Gibson.
be me and Mel Gibson in his fucking Malibu house doing fucking hot
Doing
shots.
meth.
Fucking brown.
Wait, do you remember the girl that was on the tour of Pearl Harbor? That wasn't like with us necessarily.
You talking about?
Yeah, and so we were.
You talking about Dimberly?
Yeah,
Joe?
we're
I don't give a
on.
fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'll say it.
Go ahead.
Russell Peters was dating the dumbest human being I've ever met in my life.
Oh boy.
And no
I was gonna say that.
Oh,
Russell,
Bert,
I'll
what
call
are
him
you
right
doing?
now. I'll call him right now.
Let's
He knows it.
definitely not.
He knows it,
Don't
and
do
he
that.
he knows it. And we've talked. Me and Russell have talked about this on my podcast.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's fine. Trust me.
Okay.
First thing before we even go on the tour, I say to Russell, in front of it's me, Tommy and Push, Leanne and me, and Russell and Dimberly. And I say, and then Russell's brother, Clayton, who might be my favorite human being in the world.
Amazing human
comes
He's
down,
awesome. I love his brother.
Comes in and sits down, and I go, "Oh, hey, have you guys ever seen that Indian porn star? What's her name? What's her name?" And all of a sudden, everyone's face is shut. And she's like, "Are you talking about Siriana or
No,
whatever?"
it was a shot, and then you're like, "She's so fucking hot.
She's
the
so
hottest."
fucking hot.
I kept talking about how great this woman
I've never
is.
been attracted to any woman. This is a woman that switched my button. And
Whoa.
and Russell and Clayton are going like this. Like they're laughing so hard. And then she goes, "He dated her." And Sierra Leone is her name.
That you're right.
Yeah. And then the next day we went on the cruise to Pearl Harbor. Go ahead, Tom.
We're on this cruise, and it's very kind of somber, serious. And then he goes in. Now he's giving us the tour. It's an admiral, a rear admiral. He's like, "We're on the approach here of where I guess it's the Arizona, isn't that right? That's underneath."
Yeah.
And and he goes, "The Arizona is up here on the right." And then Dimberly goes, "Are we going to go under?" And we're in an open boat, like on the tour.
It's a boat.
Yeah, it's just a boat.
Like
and-
where you can see the sky and stuff.
She thought it might turn into a submarine.
Yes, just like an open air catamaran.
Like we were just gonna get under.
right now.
Right
So
now.
I'm about to press the button, and then the
By the way, the best group of people to witness that statement with is Russell Peters, who has his arm around her, and you watch his eyes go, like, oh fuck.
Oh,
and then
my God.
Tom and Push are sitting right next to her, and Push is like stomping her feet, going, "Is she serious?" And then Tom's going,
Imagine someone thinking that technology has reached a point where you could be in a boat and all of a sudden they press a button and the roof comes over the boat
Yeah.
and you dive underwater.
look out the window. Look out
Imagine
the window.
being that far off.
Yeah.
That you think you're on a submarine because all boats are submarines, right?
Yeah.
They all go. Why wouldn't you just go under the water if you could?
I hope
the way,
this was
that-
her first boat appearance ever.
How about the
She was
first
so
guy
fun.
to get in
Yeah.
a fucking submarine? How about
Yeah.
that?
Have you been in
crazy-
one?
No.
Oh, dude,
In Disneyland.
panic,
There's such close quarters.
Fucking
it's
panic.
so small, man.
What? Talk to me.
dude. First of all, as soon as they closed the door,
What did you
everything's-
do? Where was it?
Went down 109. No, that's too far. But it must have been 100 feet. I'm
Where
just
were
guessing.
you?
Hawaii. Went down.
What was it for?
I was just floating in a submarine for TV. You get in a submarine.
Like,
and
what
they-
kind of submarine was it?
I don't know, man. I'm not good at details.
So it was like a
It's a
naval
submarine.
submarine.
Yeah,
like
yeah, you
one
get
of
in
the
it-
war submarines.
No, I'm sure it was touristy. Like you.
Oh,
but-
really?
Yeah, yeah. But
Okay.
once you get in,
Was it a boat that turned into it, or was it just a
no,
submarine
it was
the whole
just
time?
a submarine.
Oh wow.
Holy shit, dude.
But getting in there is very claustrophobic. Same, I'd imagine being into like an F-14 or something would be claustrophobic. Same shit. And you start going down, and then you realize, like, oh fuck, if something goes wrong, everyone dies immediately. There's no like exit. They don't give you a speech at the beginning. They just go, everyone sit down. Let's hope we do this.
You know what would be the craziest community in the world?
What?
If you could build an underwater, under ocean city,
They got one, I think.
like a submarine city, where you literally build it into, like, you take a train through the ocean
Yeah.
to the center of the ocean, where you have a city where you know you can't survive if anything goes wrong. And you all live in this little thing where you have to keep that train path open because that's where the food and air comes from. That's the only way. Other than that, you're in the... Do you know how supercharged life would be?
Yeah.
Do you know how nice people would be?
You'd be freaking out all the time.
It's true.
That is a genius fucking
Just
idea.
Sitting in the ocean, thinking about the fact that at any moment this could fuck up. So there's constant checks on all of the tolerances of all the joints,
All the
of all the
behavior, yeah,
glass,
yeah. Oh,
I
all the
fucking love that.
vibration. And you're just sitting there, just being nice to each other, having martinis.
Hey.
I'm gonna go to sleep. You think you can sleep? I don't know. What about you? I don't know.
Every day's like
I
that.
don't know. And there's always enough air. There's always enough air. And there's always enough food as long as you keep that train open. But if anybody's unhappy, they just put a suicide vest on and go running in the middle of that fucking train.
Oh, that would happen.
Boom.
How quickly do people...
Bang.
How long would it last? You think it'd make it to-
No. Dudes would close off the blockage. Big guys, like fucking... You would just close off the blockage and go, all right, there's a tariff being paid. That's how it worked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude,
But would that work today? Would that work today? Because it used to work. But it used to work without communication. Like the kind of communication that everybody has today with a smartphone, you know. I don't know if it would work the same way. I don't think you'd be able to do that the way you can 100 years ago or 200 years
Yeah.
ago. You would have to have like a super supportive community. And everybody would have to be like treated equally. Otherwise, if there's any disparity whatsoever, all someone would have to do is fucking point a gun at the wall.
Yeah.
And
It wouldn't last long, I don't think.
it's just,
I'm
Somebody
having a
would
bad
sabotage
day.
it, yeah. I
Someone
mean-
better suck my dick.
you wouldn't be. I saw that. I saw it in my imagination.
Isn't that
Some
the
guy.
best when you can see a joke over and over in your head and you go, oh.
I saw a guy with a wife beater on and a fucking Clint Eastwood Magnum pointed at a wall.
The joke I saw in my head that I could never get out is we were on Catalina one night and we're with my sisters and we're all smoking pot. And they said, and there's buffalo that roam around there. And so I said, why is there buffalo here? And then my buddy Chris Gillen goes, back in the 30s, the 20s, the owner of the Cubs owned this island. So he used to have spring training out here. So he brought the buffalo out. And my sister goes, for a scrimmage? And I saw the owner coming out in a seersucker chute, seeing buffalo on one side and the Cubs working out. He goes, I'm at the fucking team! Like, and I could not stop laughing at the image of him going out like with a cigar, like, but like when you can visualize it is the best.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
Tommy, let's kill this vodka. Come on, let's kill this
Dude,
vodka.
You're going hard.
I'm going hard for Tommy. Congratulations, buddy.
Thanks, buddy.
Listen. I got to be honest with you. I feel personally, I can't enter a bet. No, I didn't go hard. I didn't go soft today.
No.
I went hard today. I went really hard on the treadmill. And I didn't go hard not to shave your beard.
Yeah. Really?
I'm being serious. Like I was like, that's the moment. That's the moment. I don't know. I can't leave here without a beard. I feel very guilty. I feel like everyone that tuned in, everyone that watched goes like, hey man, it doesn't really matter to me. But then part of me goes, I don't know. I'll leave it up to you guys.
Oh, wait, you're switching that now? You're
No,
putting it in our
here's-
hands?
No, I'm putting it in your hands. I don't like.
Wait, you mean that you're not owning? You're not saying
No, you can shave my beard. I don't give a fuck.
no, but you just said I'm putting it in your hands now.
In that, like, I feel guilty.
plot
My book,
thickens.
my book is I gotta shave this beard
In your book. Yeah.
But I'm saying
because I would have definitely shaved yours.
okay,
I wouldn't have let you out.
okay.
Tommy, how do you feel about this?
No, it's just interesting that he just had it feels like a change of the way he feels about it altogether. Because about an hour ago,
What did I say?
oh, you don't even remember.
Seriously, how fucked up are we?
Thank you for saying we.
I mean, I'm loaded. I'm
Tommy, let's kill this drink. Let's just get a big sip. Come on, buddy.
What, you
Wait,
think,
wait a
do you
minute,
think
though.
you're the only one that's fucked up?
Tommy is not. Oh yeah, I forgot.
He's high as fuck.
dude. Please,
Come on, man. We're on another
But wait a
planet.
minute. But you know about the extreme change that just happened, right?
I don't
mean,
know.
Well,
you being
there's
serious?
a little bit of hedging. There's a little hedging going on. It's a
I told
confusing
you
moment.
a while ago.
That you would let me keep my beard.
I said if you want, and you go, oh, absolutely not. Like
Yeah.
I'm definitely losing it. But then now you brought it up as if to say, I won't decide. You decide.
No,
Maybe
no,
you're
no,
having
no.
doubts about that.
What if we give you one of them crazy Fu Manchu type motherfuckers, all the way down to the jowls? We'll still get rid of the beard, but let's give you some crazy.
Wait, I thought it was
all the
Hitler's
way
stash for a
down.
week.
No, it's
We
not
talked
us.
about that.
It's not
No. Let's give
We
him
can't
some.
even gut a Hitler stash.
Let's give him some Wyatt Earp type shit.
What about like a Puerto Rican beard, like real thin, real thin?
That would
How about
almost be worse than shaving it all
Oh,
off.
it's far worse.
How about
and
we
we're
give you
doing
a-
that on the way
How about
to
we give
shaving
you a
it?
Prince?
Fantastic.
You know, I bet this kid Carter.
Yeah.
He's like we have season Rams tickets with us.
Carter?
Carter, you know what I'm talking about,
No,
right?
Carter?
No, Carter Grusin. I shouldn't say his fucking name. He's 10. He's a kid I was talking about hangovers with the other day.
Okay.
So he bet me some stupid fucking bet, and it was like if he won, I had to give him $200. But if I won, I got to cut his hair. And so he was like, "Oh, I'll take it, done," because he thought he was going. I think it was about the Rams Seattle game, and I won. And so I got to cut his hair, and I was like, "I'm fucking your hair up." And this is part of man shit. He's 10 years old, so immediately I cut it to like fucking Dumb and Dumber bangs,
Right.
and everyone starts laughing, and his dad starts going, "You look like Simple Jack."
Oh
And we're
man.
fucking, but then in a weird way he changes. Like he starts getting embarrassed, and then the moms start coming in. This is all boys out right now, and then the moms, "Hey, don't worry, it looks good. It looks good." And I go, "That's not the fucking bet. The bet isn't it looks good. The bet is it looks horrible. That's why I didn't cut his hair. I'm not going to cut his hair to give him a free haircut." But then, as the human part of me goes, "I'm not going to fuck up a kid. I don't want to fucking burn him at 10.
I want
Right.
to do the Puerto Rican beard.
I'm going to fucking shave it off anyway."
The Prince. This is the Prince.
I'm gonna have to shave it off. I'm gonna just have to shave it off.
No, you go with it. Just wear it. Just
My
wear it.
daughters are expecting me with no beard, not a not
Once you leave this
Mom,
building,
the guy
you
who's
could
doing
do.
the tiles is here.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! What does that say? Comedy beards? Is that what that says? Is my comedy beard? When I do comedy, I wear this here beard. This shit's funny.
Fucking poor guy.
The Prince is beautiful.
Yeah, that's
That's what people just listening have no idea why we're laughing.
That's
There's a
fantastic.
fucking if you Google what is the give me the black and white one, Jamie, that profile one. It's from the cover of what album?
WAT.
It's one of it's
so bad.
It's super sculpted and it's got like this like almost like a racetrack curve to it. It's really weird. It's the weirdest fucking
I'd rather you shave my
sculpted
beard off totally.
Can we do like Puerto Rican guy beard?
Just a line.
Puerto Rican guy beard.
Yeah.
That's so racist. That is so
It comes
racist.
up. It came up first. It said Puerto Rican facial hair.
Oh, look at this guy. Look at this guy.
That's what's up, dude. You're getting that.
This is my new favorite thing. Google black guy being black.
Hold on, explain what we're seeing. I
This-
can't talk. Explain what we're seeing.
It's a tiger.
He has a tiger print beard.
It's leopard.
It's a leopard print beard. It's very thin.
Oh my God.
It's gold and black.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
This dude has his hair bleached blonde and dyed black in the shape of leopard skin on his beard.
Rican cringe pick.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
It's called Puerto Rican cringe pick.
That was the closest I came to blacking out from laughter. I'm not lying. I was laughing so hard I couldn't breathe.
Is that the guy from Backstreet Boys?
That might have been the hardest.
That's
physically.
pretty close. What I want to give you.
That
That's
moment
even better.
might have been the hardest physically I've ever laughed.
Really?
Yeah. The MTV tattoo on his neck. That is bonus. Who is that?
He was in the Backstreet Boys.
Beautiful.
That guy Riff Raff was really good on Hot Wings. Did you see that, Jamie? He was Hot Wings is a show where they eat wings.
You
Have
were
you
great
done
on that.
that? You've done that?
Yeah, I did it.
You
I
were
did
great
it.
on it.
Joey Diaz is coming up on it. Thank you.
Oh, is he? Yeah.
Do you want to do it?
Yeah, I would do it.
Yeah. Okay, I'll talk to Sean. Sean Evans is the guy that does it.
So you just go on to get fucked up by hot wings?
Yeah, but it's
they
like an
ask you-
interview.
Yeah, they ask you
At the same
questions
time.
progressively, more interesting questions. Like one of the questions they asked me at the hottest wing was, "Have you ever talked shit about comics?" And I was so fucking out of it. I was like, "Yeah, I talked shit about T.J. Miller and Pete Holmes one time." Like, and they were like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah, I think I shit on Chris D'Elia, but I didn't mean to." But you're just like,
You're sweating.
you're sweating, and they're like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah, next question, man." Like, because your body goes into like, it's a really great show. Joey Diaz is coming up soon.
How much worse is dehydrating than eating the hottest wing?
Hot wings are for me are a little bit euphoric. I get into a place where my brain shuts down and you start becoming primal about it, and I fucking love it. You started
Really?
posting. What do you mean, really? You're the reason I cook jalapenos with every meal now,
Jalapenos is one thing though, but I consider jalapenos to be fairly mild.
dude.
Honestly, like there's some stuff that there used to be a place in Burbank, not in Burbank, Encino called Chili My Soul. Did you
Yeah.
ever go there?
No, maybe I did.
Ari and I have talked about it. It's one of those things we always made plans to go there, but we didn't go. And then by the time we wanted to go, the guy had died. And it was a specialty chili shop where they only sold chili, and they sold extreme temperature chili, like insanity chili, where you would have like a very mild chili, which was really enjoyable, a little spicy, and there was a whole taste grid from like 1 to 10. And I had tried like a 7, and it was insane how hot it was.
Really?
And they would give you these little scoops, like if you would get like a personal size little paper cup, and you pump the fucking ketchup in it at the
Yeah.
burger shop.
Yeah.
You know those little paper cup things? They gave you one of those with the chili and a tiny baby spoon, and you put it in your mouth, and the fucking temperature from like a 9 would make you immediately start hiccuping. Snots flying out of your nose. I mean, flying.
But
You're
imagine
crying.
But imagine people talking to you during that and you having to answer questions.
Oh my
That's
God.
why the show's brilliant. It's because you are the most vulnerable, and you're like, I don't know, fuck, man, whatever. Fuck.
Yeah, I hear
It's so
you.
good. Why don't you do it?
Fuck that.
Come on.
No, man.
Oh,
great
you'd
on
be
it.
great on it, Joe.
I'd rather not.
You sure you don't want to go to Paris with us?
Definitely don't want to go to Paris with you. Definitely don't want
What
to
if we
fucking
change
shit
the
my
location?
pants. Of Paris?
Yeah.
Where you want to go?
That's what I'm saying.
Colorado, and we'll get a cabin for a weekend. Go hunting.
Oh, something weird.
No, go hunting. I've always wanted to kill something.
For real?
Yeah, dude, I've talked about it I want to know I'll cry more than the time traveler's wife, but
You think you would?
Yeah.
Really?
I think I would. Like when I heard the podcast where you talked about this kill.
No, probably more like that one. That was the first one. I ever killed.
No. It's the one that didn't have the scruff off his hair.
Oh, well, that one died like that.
Yeah, but no, it's not that. But it was that he didn't have the scruff off his hair yet. Really upset me. I went,
Well, it's not the
"Oh."
scruff off his hair. They grow new antlers every year.
I know, but regardless, I heard that as a newbie. Like I heard you guys talk about
You
all
felt
that.
like it was like a baby?
in my baby, and I got really emotional. I was like, oh.
No, that's a big ass deer.
Yeah, I didn't know they grew them every year. I actually brought that stat up a
The
lot.
most giant of giant deer, their antlers fall off every year. Even if it's like a 9-year-old deer, which is like an impossibly old deer. Every year their antlers fall off. And those antlers are actually bone, which is really crazy.
Dude,
Which
I
I didn't know until like really recently.
recited all these facts
They're
to
bone?
random
Yeah.
people.
They grow new bone every year, and then it falls off. And they grow that stuff in their head just so that they can fight to the death over pussy.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's really why they grow it. They kill each other all the time. We stumbled across an elk that had been killed. My friend Cam stumbled across one this year, and another friend of mine stumbled across one last year in California. They'd been killed by another one. They just stab each other in the body and like puncture each other's lungs and shit. I mean, they go to war.
And then he's like, I'm a fuck now. That's what they
And
do
then
right
that's
after
exactly what happened. That's why they grow those things.
Tommy,
that's
would
why
you-
the biggest ones always dominate, because they can stab you from a further distance. Like it's a benefit of having these gigantic
that.
antlers.
Oh, right. Some are enormous.
So what's the benefit?
Enormous.
What's the benefit of like when people go, I got a 10-point deer? Does that mean it's that late in the season?
No. It means it's an old, mature, smart, dominant male that's probably been dominating the area. If you get a big deer with a lot of antler, those are the ones that are the bigger deers, and those are the ones that are the most dominant in terms of like spreading their genes.
Yeah, let's go hunting, Tom. Let's go
Yeah,
hunting.
and a lot of times the idea behind the conservation angle is that if you hunt an animal like that, you're hunting an animal that's already long spread its genetics. So there's no danger of losing its genetics.
Yeah.
Its genetics have been spread, and it's actually better for the biodiversity of the environment if you let the younger bucks start breeding now as well. That's super hotly debated, though, because some conservationists feel like you're better off leaving them in there as long as they survive. It's a very controversial subject. Hunters tend to think that the idea is that if you can get them out of the food chain, the younger bucks will have a chance to rise up, become dominant.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to go.
It's intense.
I just don't want to. I don't want to do something you'd enjoy. I want to do something that.
Let's do a Cameron Haynes ultra marathon.
Now
Oh,
that-
you don't want to do
yes.
that.
No.
Jesus
Let's see who can get
Christ.
furthest in Cameron Haynes' ultra marathon.
That's what you want to try?
Me, you, and Ari.
Oh,
Oh.
my God. Ari's got knee surgery. He's not going to do that. He's not stupid.
Okay, let's do it. Let's. What's our next contest?
We have to have another contest.
Ari doesn't work out, man.
Ari's integral
not
in this
gonna-
contest because
he's definitely not
watching
gonna
him
run a marathon
spin
with you.
out is what makes it the funniest.
Yeah.
If it was real spinning out, I would agree with you. It's obviously for comedic effect. I know Ari very well.
Yeah.
And honestly, in terms of like the fairness of the competition, I benefited from this thing more than anybody. I didn't have to lose any weight. I had 2 awesome podcasts with you guys. By all rights, I should pay for it.
This has been fun.
So let's figure out what to do. What do you guys want to do? You still want to go to Paris?
I could do whatever.
I could do something else.
Whatever you want to do. Let's figure
Yeah.
out what you want to do.
a
Figure
good
out what
thing.
you want to do, and let's do it.
Okay.
No, but we need to get on this right now and put it in stone.
Right now?
Yeah.
Why?
Why does it have to be right
Yeah.
now? Like,
Why?
you get all nervous.
I've had a lot of girls say they want to go home with me, and then when I go stand by the door, they're not there anymore.
Okay.
We got to do this. Me, you, Joe,
Do you
and
think
Ari.
he's not going to make you take him on a trip?
Who? Ari?
I mean, I'm saying anybody, like you.
No, I'm saying like
Why do you think you have to
because
lock
I
it
want to
down
do something.
now?
I want to find something. I want to continue this bet.
Continue. So you
Like,
want to take
I
it to another place?
I want to take it to a next level.
Oh, I see. There's going to be not even a day off, bro. Right back
What do
into
you
the
want-
fray.
Because you know what, man, it gives you focus.
Hey, you're right. It does.
It does gives you focus, and I enjoy it. Gives you something to look forward to, like taking the
Right.
girls to London. Like I was really bummed out about Christmas, and then Christmas Eve I went, I'll buy us all trip to London.
Right. Like, we're too comfortable with the lack of competition, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you guys got sharpened by this experience, didn't you?
I think so.
I'm a better Bert. A better Bert.
Better Bert. There
a
it
better
is.
bird.
Is that the name of my tour?
Yeah.
A better
Why do we have to
Better
name our
Bert.
fucking tours?
I've never named a fucking tour.
No, talk to old no teeth, no fucking access. By the way, Leanne goes, last night Joey was a no-show for the podcast
Yeah,
last
I was
night.
hoping he would kind of put some weight on you.
Joey was, I saw him. I saw him on his podcast, and he was so high that we very
when he-
seldomly when Joey's high when he starts doing stuff like this.
And he drinks water. He goes,
Yeah,
he squeezes
understood.
water
Crushes the
into
water
his
like
mouth.
At
Like he
8
just
o'clock.
caught a rat in his hands.
At 8 o'clock, I was like, he's not making it.
Yeah.
And like I was seeing with Theo, and like Theo was, it was a great podcast. Joey's podcast was great last night.
Yeah.
But I watched it live, and I was like, he's not coming over. So I was like, Leanne, let's do a podcast.
You did?
So I did a podcast with Leanne last night, and halfway through, she goes, I had to edit it out. She goes, is this good? And I was like, I don't know. Podcasts with guys and girls, like a comedian and his wife, aren't never funny. And then she goes, what about Tom and Push? I go, it's fucking different. And then I had to edit it out, and she goes, oh, it's fucking different, huh? Like,
Wow.
well, Push is a comic.
Yeah, it's different.
Powerful
It is
Bert
different.
Kreischer throwing his wife under the bus.
Hey, y'all. That's what it sounds like to throw Leanna under the bus.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Tommy, let's kill
Hey,
this. Let's
you
kill
know we
this
haven't
podcast.
peed yet? Isn't that right?
You guys are amazing.
But
You're
look
not
at
gonna
this.
pee. You probably won't have to pee
I know.
for a while.
1, 2, 3.
Three
two of
waters.
these.
Oh my God.
2 of those.
So 3 bottles of water, 2 of those gigantic
Yeah.
C2O coconut cans,
I've had half this
and
handle.
then I've had a
had
drink in. Well, I'm
2 of
not
these.
losing any weight. I shouldn't even compare myself.
Man, I tell you what, it really kind of made me appreciate water.
I know.
I really appreciate water. Like,
Oh,
meaning
yeah.
like I was like, you know, you used to say that water champ shit, and I was like, I never got it really. I was like, oh yeah, water champ. Like, I was like, I didn't follow.
There's a good competition for us.
No, but now I just let's do the vodka champ, and
That's not fair.
Yeah.
You have
How-
a giant leg up.
we in?
For what?
I love you.
Okay.
Come on, me too. Let's take a big sip. Let's do it. What time it?
He goes out of time.
Jesus Christ. This could be a show that's a contest between you two every month. Could be the greatest show the world has ever known.
I would do
We
it
could
in a
pitch it.
heartbeat.
Someone has to develop it for online. That's what
Yeah.
it should be.
Yeah, it should be online because
Forget all
that's
this
the way we could do it.
nonsense. Yeah, forget all this nonsense trying to explain it to people that give you money and put cameras on it. You don't have to do that anymore. And not that you've ever had bad relationships with any of those people, but you won't be able to smoke pot. You won't be able to be honest. You won't be
Yeah.
able to talk. You won't be able to swear. If you do it online, you could just be you.
That's why podcasts are so fucking good.
But it is why podcasts are so good, and that's why people really know who you are. You know what I mean? People know you from the Travel Channel, and they love you from stand-up, but till you see you. Couple,
yeah, but
couple
the-
shots.
the
a
thing
fucking
was-
joint in.
The
We're
thi-
all having fun.
I'd like you to kind of dial back a little bit. Okay?
The best part of this is that, like, and this was the defining turn in me where I'm at today, was like all my friends, I would just say, I would say specifically you, Bill Burr, and Tommy, were all like, travel show is great, but like, you're better at stand up and you're better at podcasting, you're better at like being you. And it was like one of those things where you go, oh yeah, maybe I am a better like. Maybe that's the cool thing about the internet is that I don't want to be like, hi guys, welcome, I'm Bert Kreischer. Like, I don't mind doing that for money, but like,
Well, I'll tell you from someone who did it for 5 years. And so I did it alongside while you were doing it too. I know it's a really great job. And your job's better than mine in terms of like the fun of it,
Yeah.
like the places you got to go. Rather than Fear Factor, which is, most of it was local. Occasionally we traveled. It's
gotta be
It was
nice,
fun.
though.
It was a fun, crazy show. No doubt about it. It was definitely a fun gig. But the difference between that and stand-up is giant. And if you don't give stand-up the fucking respect it deserves, it becomes dog shit. It just does. It's
true.
just it's just too hard to not. It's too hard to not happen.
yeah.
Yeah, you got to do it all the time, man.
Gotta do it all the time. You gotta do it all the time. And if you're doing a gang of other shit on top of it, where you can't do stand-up for months at a time, like you were doing,
You're
I was
about
like,
to do a
you're too
crazy
funny.
amount, though, right?
We're going 18 weeks straight on the road. Yeah.
That's where it comes from.
We haven't named the tour technically because I have never named a tour, but
How about that? I have never named a tour.
I've never named a tour.
Bert Kreischer. I have never named a tour. Perfect.
That's a great
You could
title.
do one every year. I've never named a tour 2. I've never named a tour 3.
I really like
I've
a better
numbered
Bert.
them, ho.
The first one I ever saw that someone named one was Jen Kirkman.
Yeah.
She named a tour, and I was like, oh, fucking badass. I saw that, and I was like,
That's the first one you ever saw? Did
But-
you stay offline? Did you have a head injury?
no, I never paid attention. I never paid
Which one?
attention.
You've never seen it before?
I've never
I-
seen a person
I take
name
that back.
a tour.
The Punisher
What is
tour.
this nonsense?
Punisher tour.
What was the Punisher tour?
Carlos Mencia. Punisher tour.
Oh.
Was the first one I heard that everyone like was talking about.
They're all like, oh, the Punisher tour.
The Punisher.
Eddie
So-
Griffin named his tours back in the fucking 90s.
Dude, what's up with Eddie Griffin?
I don't know. I think he's doing that tour with who is it?
It's like George Lopez
George
and
Lopez, Eddie
Cedric.
Griffith, Cedric, and who else? Is one
Somebody
other
else.
person? Yeah. Let me tell you something, man. I tell
2%
everybody
whole milk
there's
and
been a
half and half
few
tour.
sets. There's been a few sets that I've seen where there's people that catch genius in a bottle, man. They just catch genius. And it might be only for a short amount of time in their life. It might be for a moment. Charlie Murphy's on it too. D.L. Hewley, Cedric the Entertainer.
Is that JB Smoove?
No,
No, man, that's Charlie.
Charlie Murphy, son of a
sorry.
bitch. So
I was
it's
looking at a
called
different
the
picture.
Comedy Get Down.
Yeah.
But they catch lightning in a bottle. They nail it. And for Eddie Griffin, there was a what was that HBO? Was it Def Comedy Jam? Yes, it was a Def Comedy Jam special.
Yeah.
That Eddie Griffin did, and I'm pretty sure he was wearing shorts.
You're right. He was.
Are you serious?
He
I know
came out-
which one you're talking about.
And he came out and he was so explosive with the way he just every punchline he was involved in. And
Wasn't he
was-
semi-shirtless too? Wasn't it
Yeah,
like
there
an
was like
open
something
vest or
going on.
something?
Something was
It was
loose.
kind
and
of-
Please tell me
open.
you're picking up a picture, Jamie.
He was so. It was like the way he was moving. There was so much energy. This is not it.
No.
No, it was another one who was
It
in
was a
shorts.
half-hour special.
Yeah, is that what it was?
That's what it was.
That might have been. I think you're right. I
Yes.
think you're right.
It was an HBO.
I think he did
half
this
hour.
and then he did that.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, when he did that special, whatever that special was, and I watched parts of it, I don't even know if I had. I think I'd started doing stand-up. I was just like an open micer at the time, just kind of, just getting going. And I remember thinking, "Holy shit!" Like that guy just tapped into that weird, rare spot where you could never imagine yourself doing it. I don't know if that's it either, man. Is that what it says it is?
He's got shorts on and his half shirt.
That
Could
might be it.
It might be it. The colors look off, but maybe it's just my memory.
He did Voodoo Child too. I don't know if that was before this or
No.
after.
I'm pretty sure that was a later one.
He's someone I wish I had seen live.
Oh, he's
Him
crazy.
and Cat Williams.
Eddie's so crazy. He's a real nice guy, though.
I'm not saying like they're dead, but I'm just saying like I wish I'd been at the store when they were at the store.
Well, I'm like Eddie Griffin. I've always got along with that guy. He's a super nice guy.
What about Cat?
I don't know him. I don't know him.
Dude.
I'm a big fan, though.
Can
I'm
I
a
t-
big fan of what he does.
Can you I
think
like
he's
just out of
hilarious.
curiosity? Do you not reach out to them to be on your podcast?
No, if I run into him, I would love to.
I
you
would
know?
love to see Cat Williams and Eddie Griffin on your podcast.
Yeah, but you know what, man? I would too if they were around. Like, it's a matter of like, if I don't want to bug anybody, you know, especially nobody that I like. Kat, I don't even know, and Eddie, I've known forever. Like, if he's around, he ever wants to do it. If I see him at the store or something like that,
What about Chappelle?
I would love to do it with Dave. And we've talked about it, but we just never did it. It's one of those
That would
things
be
where,
awesome,
but
dude.
That would
Dave
be
is another guy. Like, you don't want to.
You don't
I don't
text
want
him.
to tie him down
much.
I text him. We talk.
Yeah.
But he's a super unusual guy, man. He's just doing his own thing. And if he wanted to do it, he would ask me, and then he'd come and do it, and we'd have, hey, Joe, let's do it. And
Yeah.
I'd be like, fuck it, come on.
He's the only person. He's the only person in the world that I consider the great white shark. Meaning, when he walks in a room as a comic, there's a weird energy where you're like, "Oh shit, it's Dave Chappelle." Like,
Yeah.
but that's for me. Me and Tom probably were
Yeah.
the same age. But like, he walked into the room when I was getting paid in Dayton one night. Just walked into the room. You know when you get your check, it's like closed. And he walked in the room, and I just out of my corner, I was like, "What the?" I was like, "Oh my god!" And I do not get uncomfortable around famous people, but I was fucking shaking. And I was like doing like shit you're embarrassed about, where you're posting up a little bit outside the realm of him, going like, "Where's everyone going tonight?" Like,
Yeah.
does anyone but like, did you know I was the headliner? I was the guy. I was getting
That's
paid. I was getting paid.
hilarious.
Like, but he's one of those.
Did you guys talk?
I never spoke to him.
No.
And he lives around there, right? In Dayton?
Silver, yeah, something.
That's
around
is that his workout club where he goes to fuck around?
Stops
Not
in.
anymore.
But they said he used to stop in all
He used
the
to
time.
stop in all the time. I think
doesn't
they
do it anymore?
I don't think so.
He's
He had a
popped
good-
into all the like Cincinnati area places too.
You know what he does, man? He'll just fly into a city with no plan.
Yeah.
Like, and like
Yeah.
when I was in Denver, I go, "Why are you here, man?" He goes, "I just decided to fly in." He's like, they were going to the Canelo Alvarez fight. Who's Canelo Alvarez fighting?
Canelo Alvarez is the light skinned Mexican dude.
Who did he fight recently? Is that who the fight was? There was some fight in Vegas.
Hey Dave, I'll be at the Wilbur Theater January 21st. Fly
it's
in.
a
I'll fucking party with you
Excellent plug.
beyond. God,
Excellent.
I'd love to party with Chappelle.
My point was he just showed up out of nowhere. He just flew into Denver.
I saw that picture. That got like fucking something like 249,000 likes.
Well, it was just the video was hilarious. What
Oh,
is
that's
this?
right.
What's that?
The
Canelo
Amir Khan
Alvarez.
fight? Is that what it is?
Oh.
Could be.
Back in May, so
Does he roll solo?
Might have
Dave?
been Liam Smith. It might. Who the fuck knows what fight it was then? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was the Manny Pacquiao fight. Pacquiao fight recently?
yeah.
He did, right?
He's gone to see him fight a few times.
What fight was it? Wasn't that long ago? It was when I was in Denver.
He
Whenever
goes
the
to
fuck
watch
that
fights?
happened. Yeah, just flies in, watches some boxing matches. He loves boxing. Dave Chappelle loves boxing.
Really?
Yeah, he's got a buddy of his that's like a boxer and does like boxing training and shit.
Yeah,
That's
Pacquiao
a
fought
podcast.
Jesse Vargas on November 5th weekend. I think that was it.
Oh, maybe that was it. Yeah, that's probably it. But he just, again, he's like a version of Ari. Does whatever the fuck he wants.
Definitely.
Flies into places.
Yeah.
Comes and hangs out.
That's rad. I know he's done the that club. That's like his favorite place, in Denver.
Yeah.
And they said that he's just been like Landon been like, hey, is anyone booked tonight? Can I do a show? And then we'll just add nights if he feels like staying.
That's so crazy. It's so awesome, though.
Yeah.
What's the most important, I'll say it from the other side of you two and Chappelle, is that I can't imagine what it's like for him to go there, like and be like, how are ticket sales? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
There's no such thing. Yeah. As
Like-
him saying that at a club.
But you think he says that?
No.
Really?
Never.
Really?
I mean, not in 10 plus years for sure.
Have you? When was the last time you were like, how are ticket sales
For like a club?
for anything?
No, I have counts sent to me when things
Okay.
are sold out or not sold out, so I can decide whether or not I should tweet it again or put it up on Instagram or something.
Yeah, I just look at like, I wonder what it's like to be Chappelle and just go, I'll do this, and in 4 minutes, everyone in that city would want to come to see me.
Daniel Tosh put up a tweet, and in a tweet he sold out like a whole tour.
In the tweet.
Within like less than an hour, the whole tour was sold out.
Unreal, man.
You did a show with him, right?
Yeah, it was so fun.
I've worked with him. It's the fucking best. He's
That
a
dude's slaughtering it
Yeah, he's crushing.
and doesn't give a fuck.
It's
Doesn't
another
wanna
guy
do
who does what he
interviews.
wants. Yeah, does
Yeah,
exactly
doesn't want
what
to
he
do
wants.
interviews.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to do anything stupid. He's like, I don't care.
Yeah, I
This
did.
is coming from the guy who
yeah.
gives a fuck 100%. I'm like, I'll do everything you need me
Hang
to do.
out, hang out with him, soak it in. Daniel Tosh is a smart dude.
Yeah, but he's untethered also.
And
Like,
how so?
dude, he's. I mean, it's very easy to go, I'm not doing any press when you have the #1 show on Comedy Central for what?
Right.
8,
Oh,
10
okay,
years.
I see what you're saying.
That's very easy.
Untethered meaning, not controlled. Yeah.
Like,
But I
there's-
bet you if it was like, whatever, top 3 or something, you know, like not the leading thing, you'd still see him being very much who he is.
Oh, he's still, yeah. I remember we did a show together in Miami, and there was a heckler in the front row, and I was featuring for him, and I came off. This is the 2 weeks after Georgia was born, almost 13 years ago, and I said, and he goes, "That's one way to do it." Yeah. And I go, "What would you have done?" And he goes, "I would have kicked him out. You'll see." He goes, "Go, watch." And I ran around to the back of the club in Miami, the old Miami Improv. And Daniel Tosh literally folded his fucking arms and he goes, "I will not start the show until he's kicked out." No one knew him. No one knew any of his jokes.
Yeah.
Folded his arms, goes, "I will not start the show until he gets kicked out." And I was like, in my head, I was like, I can't believe you're gonna fucking throw this show for one dude. In my head. And by the way, you knew me at the time.
Yeah.
And everyone starts booing. And he's like, "No." He goes, "No, kick him out. Kick him out right now. Arms folded. Kick him out right now."
Was the people booing at Daniel Tosh?
At the whole idea, because I'd worked through it. Like I had gone,
I see,
I'd worked through
I
it.
see.
And that's why. And
What
so
was the original heckle? Like, what happened?
the guy was a dick. He was a redneck with a mullet. He was a redneck with a mullet. And
about
I
so
want to say,
was Patrick Swayze.
in my head, the guy was shirtless. I'm sure he wasn't, but I remember him being
Bert
shirtless.
story all
He
the
was
way.
shirtless for 7 years in a row.
gets better, it
on
gets
stage
better.
every show. And you're like, this piece of shit was shirtless. Need I say more?
And he was like,
Enough said.
He literally, the guy was like, "Okay, here's how it goes." No, so I'm in the back and I'm watching this, and then Tosh gets into it with the guy, and the guy starts going, "Fuck you," and Tosh goes, "No,
Whoa.
fuck you. Your night's over. Good night. Have a good night." In a very Tosh way. I'm not doing it right, but have a good night. Have a good night. And then the guy goes, "I hope you die." And then Tosh, as the guy's getting walked out the door, goes, "I hope you get AIDS." This is in 2004. And everyone groans. And then Tosh looks at the audience in a moment and goes, "The good kind of AIDS, like Magic Johnson AIDS," where he starts opening movie theaters. The place goes fucking nuts. And his first joke, and this is old joke for Tosh, so I'll say it. His first joke is, now it's in by Very Urban Club. He goes, "Kobe Bryant's so good at basketball, he should be allowed to rape women." And the place goes fucking bananas. He goes, "If I was his attorney, I would simply put in a highlight reel and go, 'Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, it's one white chick a year.'" and I fucking sat in the back of the room. I was like, "This is my new favorite comic."
Yeah.
I walked into the green room and waited for him to come out, and I was like, "Dude, you're fucking amazing."
He's a funny dude, man. He's a
the
good
best.
guy, too. He's a very good guy. Like, you can talk to him. He's right there.
He really is.
There's no weird fake shit going on.
He
Never
actually-
has been either. He's
I
always
saw
been
him
cool.
a few weeks ago in Melrose, and he said, "How's the weight thing going?" And I go, "Tweet Bert is fat. Please tweet Bert." And he goes, and just walked. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, absolutely.
I saw him in Hollywood, and at the store. Him and Judd Apatow bumped me, and I was like, it was my first sight at the store ever as a paid regular, and I'm 44 years old, and Tosh was like, I'm sorry about this, very cool. And then I said, how's everything? He goes, good. How's everything with you? I said, good. And I go, how's Malibu? He goes, perfect. Yoga, meditation, paddleboarding. How are the kids? You just see it in his eyes, like,
Vacation
I
time.
fucking love that guy.
Yeah.
He's a good dude.
Yeah.
You ready to get a Puerto Rican beard?
Yeah, I mean, we could do a 5-hour podcast and just keep drinking. I don't mind.
It's up to you, dude. But it's about 2:15. What time do we start this bitch? 11:30.
Yeah, do we get it?
2:30.
Did you
We
really
got
bring a
about 15
barber's
minutes. I got a little
thing?
tweezer thing or a little
Oh,
clipper right there. You ready to do this shit, Tommy? Yeah.
hold on, Tommy.
Tommy's just decided this is happening.
No, hold on,
So
hold
are
on.
you going to go with, there's a bunch of attachments to that jammy, depending on how close, and if you want a sculptor or contour or anything along those lines. But are you going to try to do the prints, you think, Tommy?
Here's what I want to do. I want to bring all this out and then bring the bottom out.
Okay, right.
So
Put a nice
kinda
line.
Make it, yeah. And then do a
Okay.
nice line.
You going to sculpt it?
Yeah. I mean, this is gonna be a pro job.
Okay. What about the stash?
That's what I'm saying. I want to bring
No.
this horn. I'm gonna bring this down.
Oh, what is this?
Oh, that's great. That's
Oh
what I
my
want to
god!
do. A version of that.
Oh my god! It might have to be this.
Hold on,
but if you do that, he's just gonna shave that off.
Hold on, don't,
That looks good.
no.
These people.
Don't fuck with
That's what I'm going for. Just know that that's what
Oh
I'm
my
going
god! Oh my god! Oh, these fucking pictures. Pictures of dudes' beards are so ridiculous.
It's a better bird.
There's nothing better than the jaguar guy though, or the leopard guy.
That was unbelievable.
The leopard guy's off the charts.
I gotta put this on my phone too, because I don't want to show my daughter.
You want me to hold it? Hold on.
Right here?
No. Hold on. I'll just
Jamie,
put
you
it.
going with a wide angle so I can move over there? Okay. I'm gonna move over here with you guys
with a beard.
with my on it total gut health and
Oh shit!
all
I
right.
feel like I should put it in like a Rams.
Want me to
arm.
hold it?
No, I'll get it left. Figure this out. Yeah, but I want you to be a part of it. I don't want you to. Not
Well, I'm
have to
right
hold
here
it.
though.
I know, but I don't want you to have to focus on me, on you holding it.
Give me that fucking thing. Shut up. I'm right
Okay.
here. I'm just gonna rest it right here.
Am I getting hair all in me right now, Tom?
You're gonna get a little bit of hair on you.
Hold on. Let's tighten this up.
Oh, you got your passwords, hon.
Oh. It's 448-777.
Jesus Christ, Bert.
Good luck finding my phone.
Well,
I just did the wrong
now
one.
it became a challenge, just like
That's
the weight loss
that's
challenge.
What you want to do.
Find your phone
Challenge.
and
Challenge
send
the internet.
a bunch of syphilis dicks
Okay,
to
hold on.
to everyone in
okay.
your
I'm all tightened
contact
up.
list.
Don't fuck with my hair, like my actual hair.
I'm not
Hold on. Okay.
Do you want to go
Hold on.
portrait,
No. Give me one more
portrait or
step.
landscape, and which one is which?
Landscape. Flip it this way. And now I'm gonna have to do the fucking editing on this. Okay, hit stop
Oh, we
record.
good?
Now hit record.
Okay, we're recording right now.
Okay, hold on. I'm putting this here. I'm gonna take a
Okay.
sip.
Bert Kreischer, please explain to the people what's about to happen and why.
My beard's getting shaved because I challenged Tommy Buns on a beard challenge on who lost most weight, and he lost a collective like 6 pounds more than me. I failed. Go ahead.
But you did succeed in losing a ton of weight.
I lost 35 pounds, I think. So I'm happy that at least I'm not as fat as I am. Just start.
What if you look better before we do this?
I will not.
What
look
if you
better,
look
Joe.
better?
I will
What
not
if you
look better.
decide, like, I like the new Bert? Maybe the new Bert.
I doubt it.
Maybe
I
the
doubt
new
it.
Bert doesn't sabotage things. Maybe the new Bert with this new
Oh,
beard.
I'm already uncomfortable with this.
Here we go. So Tommy Buns insisted in shaving a beautiful pattern
Oh,
into
I've worked so
Bert's
hard on that
face.
area.
You worked hard? What did you do?
I just grew it out and I've sculpted it. This is all sculpted area.
sculpted?
vulnerability.
How's it sculpted?
What I do is I went to a black barbershop and I taught them how to cut my beard.
You taught them?
I asked them. It sounded
How
really,
presumptuous is the white man? Just as
What are you
ridiculous.
laughing at?
Where's the microphone on these things? I might have had my fucking finger over the microphone on your cell phone.
It's okay.
I hope I don't. No, I don't.
I'll still
We're
be
all
on air
good.
from the podcast, and it seems like you're going really high.
No, it looks good.
So you're sculpting it. You're not entirely shaving it off, Tommy?
Well,
Talking to the microphone, please.
I mean, so far. Hold on.
Good, Tom.
Tommy, why have you decided to...
Why are you going so high? That's really high. That's not even jawline.
Tommy, why have you decided to sculpt it and not completely shave it off?
This is a guy where, like, I see so much potential.
How's it look, Joe?
And I just want it to maximize. Like,
Oh, where are you going?
People, your phone is exploding with text messages while I'm holding this up. I can barely look at it because the screen keeps filling up with text
Why you gonna
messages.
know?
He's
Why you
giving you
gonna
a
know?
Hitler.
I'm not.
He's giving you a Hitler, son. Oh my God, this is so stupid. What's wrong with us? We're all adults. What the fuck is wrong with us?
It looks so cool.
Oh my God. Bert, can I please see it?
Wait,
Oh
hold
my
on.
God. Oh my God. Oh my God. So you're doing the Prince. Now. Oh my God, I can't breathe. Oh. Oh my God, this is so stupid. Tom, is this the first time you shaved another man?
Yeah. But I've thought about it a lot.
What are you doing? Why are you cutting that area out? I still feel the same right now. There's all this hair in my mouth.
What are you doing to him?
Got so much hair in my mouth. Jamie, what about
Are you
cocktails? What are
going-
we doing?
What are we doing? You can't drink right now, son. You're in labor. You're giving birth to the new Bert.
Do I have a rash?
Oh, this is hilarious. Tommy, you're an artist. You know what you should do, Tommy?
What's that?
You should once a year offer to sculpt a fan's beard. You're a goddamn artist, dude.
Does it look good, Joe?
It looks amazing.
Really?
This should be the new thing that people do. Go back to like sculpting beards. Yeah. That could be a show. That could be
Just pour me a
that could be
drink,
show.
Jamie.
That could be a show. You say it's
I'm
fucking
crying
beard
out
is
of one eye.
amazing.
That's all the fluid I have in my body.
This could be a show you do on the Travel Channel where you all get fucked up and you get someone and you shave their beard into a
You're getting in
sculpture.
the deep area right there. Oh, shit.
Wait
I
till
know
you
where
see
you're going.
this.
Don't go too high. You're seeing as you're going high. Ah, what is that? What was that move? That's vulnerability.
You look really good, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah. You're gonna like this.
This might be the greatest time I've ever had on a podcast.
Are we good?
We're pretty close. Yeah.
All right, so for people just listening, what Tom has done is sculpt Bert's beard in what could best be described as a fencer from the 1600s in France.
A fencer?
Yeah, you look like either that or someone who would lie about being Puerto Rican, because they're really from like somewhere that no one's ever heard of, and they're tired of people saying, "Where the fuck is that?" And they go, "Yeah, I'm just Puerto Rican."
How's it look?
It looks very Spanish, but New York City fly. You might stick with it.
You actually might.
Oh, for real?
He's a goddamn artist. Imagine if it turns out that Tommy Buns is the premier beard artist in North America.
I mean,
More people are watching this than watch the weigh-in.
Really? How many people are watching this?
24,000.
That's so ridiculous.
I feel like you might really be happy with
You're
it.
getting really close to me.
Sorry.
Bert, are you gonna keep this, or are you gonna turn to me, please?
Huh?
That's actually not bad, and I'm not
For real?
bullshitting.
Are you serious?
I'm not bullshitting at
I
all.
kind of want to be surprised.
Let me see.
It's not. I'm not bullshitting. You look
my
good,
God,
dude.
this feels
You know what? And here's
so
here's the
fucking
thing,
weird.
man. Look at yourself.
Oh my God! I look like I work at Planet of the Apes. I look like a fucking monkey.
No.
No, I do. This does not look good. This does not look good, Joe.
I think it does look good.
Look at all the hair on me.
You get an earring on each ear, a big hoop like a pirate.
Yeah.
But I look like
I feel like you rent. He rents jet skis for sure.
I look how quickly you said yeah. You didn't even think it through. Like, what a good idea. Definitely 2 fucking giant hula hoop earrings.
Oh
Bert,
shit!
take your phone, buddy.
Oh my God!
Looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, holy shit.
Can you see yourself performing like that?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, of course.
You have to for a while, right?
What? No, I'm gonna shave it off tonight.
No. You should
Yeah.
definitely go on stage for
No, I'm
the
gonna
for the audience, the people that are going to appreciate. They
What?
want to see you knowing exactly what
What can
happened.
you fix? I can fix
What, he's going to fix it. It's not done. You know, that's what's weird. We never really determined when he's done. So Tom can like step back, look at it, and decide to do some changes.
I see the rash.
Oh, the
you
rash.
dick.
Oh my God, he found the rash. Yeah, man. Sometimes we have rashes, ladies and gentlemen. It's not your fault. I know you feel like you did something naughty that the Lord punished you with a rash, but that's just superstitious.
Feel better
Rashes, in
now?
fact,
Oh, really?
are bacterial infections on the surface of your
This
skin.
feels so weird.
It's
on my
definitely
face.
better now.
Can you see my fur rash?
I
for real?
recommend Defend soap. Let me see. I say just a mustache. Fuck all that squirrely little bottom hair. If you want to make him keep it for a while,
Yeah.
I'll keep it for a while. I'm a grown man. I'll go home and shave.
no, mustache.
Oh.
How about this?
What?
We get rid of all this crazy shit. Now we know what it looks like. Give you a goddamn
Hey,
policeman's
you look
mustache.
good, man. You actually
I
look
feel
good.
like I look like a monkey for real.
Let me see you.
You look like
oh.
you look like a top-notch bowler from Wisconsin. Like
Chris
you're a
Hardwick's
dude.
dad.
You're a dude who's on like World Series of bowling, and everybody fears you, like the Bill Murray character.
Can you imagine hanging out with me in the dark and you're like, what is that on the top? Oh, this guy must be covered in a beard.
What was that movie? Fucking Kingpin.
That was a
Kingpin.
great Kingpin. It was
So
a great
funny.
fucking
Shit,
movie.
was that movie
And
good?
he starts flirting with the girl and he goes, not you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Imagine, remember when he
man.
had to have sex with his landlord in order to pay for the rent?
Nothing like that to loosen up his shit.
He's throwing up into the toilet.
You remember that he has the planned like robbery with the guy, and then sorry,
Is my face in it?
then he throws hot coffee in that guy's face because he has to act like that it wasn't a scam. You know, like the landlord comes in, he's like, "What? You're here?" And he just takes hot coffee and splashes it, and the guy like fucking screams for his life.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This feels so weird.
This looks
Oh, I
good.
can only imagine.
It feels weird because I didn't know my face would be this close to my bones.
Well, dude, you guys, if you just don't do it like this craziness, but just keep going healthy style, you know, I mean, we got to figure out a way to get you guys to not. I mean, let's be honest. If you're not, there's no way to do it. Like, if there is a target weight, you're gonna dehydrate yourself, right?
Yeah,
You're
of
just
course. You never know. Very seldom does someone go, I'll get below that. You post that picture of me. Is it hard to talk to me right now?
No,
it
we're
looks
gonna get
good.
totally
Yeah.
used to it. But I
Yeah.
do suggest you keep the mustache. I think it's a wonderful accoutrement to your face.
Okay.
It helps your party man image. And again, you look like a curling champion from
look
Saskatchewan. You look like a duck hunting guide.
It looks like a totally different person. It's so wild.
Should I do headshots while I
You look like a guy who teaches people how to fly fish.
The guy that knows the difference between a mallard duck.
Exactly. Well, that's a diver duck.
Oh,
It's got a totally different kind of meat.
You look like you definitely live in your hometown. You know?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you got a Pennzoil tattoo.
I like this bottom mustache. How does it look good?
It looks really good.
Really?
Yeah. You should see it closer.
Let me see. your Instagram?
I do think there's something to be said for bringing back a mustache. There's a few people who do it, and it's a strong look.
No, it looks good.
It looks like the
Look at
guy.
yourself up there.
Oh, I need to get my teeth cleaned. Jesus, this just looks sad.
No, it doesn't.
No. It looks
I
like a
actually
guy.
like this.
It looks like a guy who lost a fuck ton of weight. Just not enough to win a competition.
Now,
Now he's got a
imagine
mustache.
if you rock this look and you go back up to 256. That would be an interesting
aggressive.
look. Yeah.
So let me ask you guys this, because we're probably nearing the end of this experience.
Yeah.
How are you guys going to go forth? Like this, most of this was healthy for you, Tom. I think the majority of it was healthy, except for the last couple of days.
Yeah.
The actual trying to make the weight. And Bert, at the very least, like you curbed some of your insanity.
Yeah.
You know, you curbed it to the point where you lost a tremendous amount of weight.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you got to feel lighter and better, right? So how do you move forward now? Do you go back to life as usual, or do you start another contest?
We can start another contest. I'm totally comfortable with that.
It seems like Bert wants to start another contest.
I want to start another contest. I want Ari to be involved too, because I like Ari's welching.
Dun 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 dun.
So we got to get him
You
in.
like
This
Ari's
is called
welching?
we should do this online. I guess
What do you want? But the challenge doesn't have to be weight this time. It can be something else.
yeah, oh, yeah,
What could
yeah,
it be?
yeah.
What could it be?
It could be anything, man. That's the crazy thing about the internet. We can do whatever the fuck we want.
Right.
That's true.
Whatever we come up with, we could just do.
Yeah, no shit, right? You guys can compete in stuff that doesn't even suck, right? Like
Right.
it doesn't have to be something that sucks, like trying to drain your body. And
Person to go around the world the fastest.
that sounds like a Bert thing, though.
No, I'm just trying to think. I'm just trying to ballpark you guys. But like,
A bunch of different, but the idea is like a competition show between the two of you guys would be amazing,
yeah.
because it would be in the best spirits too. Like, here's the thing about competition like this, right? There was never any animosity, so after it's over, we're all laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, if you have a fight, for instance, and two people don't like each other in particular,
Yeah.
there's always animosity before and after. People are pissed.
Oh,
It's always chaos.
we should get our wives involved.
Dude,
Yeah.
you're trying to get this personal, son.
No, our wives. That's because that's the untapped
They're
area.
both happy this is over.
Ah!
Yeah.
No, I think I like this. I'm telling
go
you
to
right
dinner
now,
next
I'm not
week.
adverse to doing another competition at all, and I think it should be something crazy.
Well, here we are in January, right? Okay, this is the beginning, first couple of days of January 2017. Why don't we knock it around for a few months, and we'll figure out how to finance some other competition?
Let's
It's
do
like,
it.
yeah. So instead of, well, let's just figure out like what would be a fun thing to do and a difficult thing to do. Like
Right.
two things.
That's the
two parts
the
of it.
key factors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what would be a fun thing to do, but also a difficult thing to do? Where you guys could do it as a competition. It would be a big deal for you to the point where winning it would be valuable. You'd want to like really work hard towards it. It'd be worth your dedication.
Yeah.
Dude, we could even bring like sponsors involved. I guarantee you, it'd take like 5 minutes to figure out what sponsors would be interested in whatever kind of competition we figured out. And we could do something really fun.
We could do something really fun.
Yeah. Like, what would you guys want to do? Like, what seems like a fun competition? Like,
I
what
wanna
kind
go
of
to
like,
Antarctica.
weird adventure?
What do you want to do there?
I don't know. I just want to go there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think racing.
Racing.
That's fun.
Let's
be
see. The
difficult.
first person to get across the United States get first.
Was that a sentence?
No.
Yeah, you could definitely do that. Well,
We could do like a cannonball run type thing.
I wouldn't say that one of you, like, you do a lot of CrossFit and you do a lot of exercise. Neither one of you has like any immense physical advantages. Like, if you started in a physical competition right
Sure.
now.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
could do
Right,
that.
like if you guys wanted to do some crazy, well, you know those crazy marine things they do where they climb over
boot
fucking
camp?
poles.
Dude,
And,
let's go to SEAL training.
listen to me, don't do that.
No,
Just listen to me.
that's worse than
No,
dehydrating
I'm
for
talking
sure.
about some crazy, like one of those obstacle courses where you have to like swing from the monkey bars and climb on the pole and
Yeah.
all that jazz and climb up the net, the rope net, race each other doing something like that, and make a big deal out of that. That would be fun. You guys would have to get in sick shape.
Fireman training. Fireman training.
Oh, American Ninja.
American Ninja. Matt Iceman's on that.
But the problem is, like, do you really think you could even complete that?
I could get halfway through it.
Man, I'll tell you,
love
I'm
that
not
as a
that
comedian.
Mickey
confident.
Mantle Gene.
Yeah, for sure.
I move my body pretty good, and I watch that on TV, and I go, I think I'd probably fall off one of those
I'll
things.
call Matt Iceman right now. He can get us on the course.
And you're telling me what?
That
That you'll
we-
be able
the-
to get halfway through and fall down?
I can definitely. This is how a bet starts. I can definitely get halfway through.
well,
What do you think you'd be able to do?
Well, I've already done the training.
No, I'm saying him. Sorry.
oh, definitely more than half. But I think we could also find.
You couldn't get past the lily pads.
I think the whole thing. Why don't we find a course that is like what you're saying, difficult?
Wipeout.
Wipeout they don't do anymore, unfortunately. That would be an easy one to set up because Matt Kunitz was one of the executive producers of Fear Factor.
Oh,
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was his show. Yeah, the
trained
people
for
who created Wipeout and made Wipeout in America, they were most of them were friends of mine.
But like a triathlon, like something.
Well, triathlon would be a motherfucker, dude, if you really wanted to do that.
The
That's a
Iron Man.
serious commitment.
Let's get the Iron Man.
Iron Man.
The Iron Man will
my
come in and
God.
sponsor us. Then
Bert
we start
wants to go
training.
to the death.
Dude,
Now
I
that
want to
you
take it
have
to the
him-
next level.
Now that you have him over the ropes, Bert wants to go to the death. He wants to drown you in the ocean. He wants the possibility that he'll be swimming away and he looks back and a shark takes you.
Go to the Iron Man.
yeah. What is the?
It's a short race.
It's a fucking marathon. You got to run 100
You wanna do a
miles.
full marathon in
You
it?
got to ride 100 miles on a
No.
bike, and you got to swim a couple miles, right?
Fuck no, dude.
Tough Mudder. Hey, dude, I know the guy at Spartan Race. I know the guy at Spartan.
What exactly are the parameters? Like,
What
If
close.
anything,
what is this,
This is
Jamie?
that Battle Frog thing they show on ESPN sometimes. It's like teams relay races, but they could
looks
probably
just
do
like
it.
Oh, we could do Battle Frog. Oh, look at this. You'd have to run up this thing.
It's like a Navy SEAL obstacle course, basically. It's the same
What's
thing.
really fascinating about you guys is that you both love each other and you're both interesting combination of impulse and discipline. Ridiculous, fanatical, like scramble sprint to catch up versus slow, steady marathon pace. It's really funny, man.
Yeah.
And laughing hard the whole way. The tip of the spear. Who made those graphics? You don't make the tip of the spear and make it in neon green, you fuck. That's not scary. Tip of the spear out there jabbing at the enemy with cartoon colors.
is that going to be our thing then? We're going to find a course.
No, what we should do is turn this TV show into like Ultimate Fighter competition thing.
Yeah.
Where we both have teams of losers like us.
Let's
do that.
Yeah, let's bounce around a bunch of ideas and not commit to any of them. Let's try to figure out like what would be the best idea to have a fun competition between you guys that would benefit you, because you guys both benefited in a huge way from doing this.
Hardcore.
You both look amazing. Like, dude, I showed your video to my wife of you joking around about the work was already done, that your
Yeah.
work was already done.
Yeah.
And she was like, holy shit. They just
Yeah.
went, holy shit. Like, they look at you. Your skin looks healthy.
Yeah.
Your face looks thinner. I was like, you look vibrant. You look like your body had more energy to it.
Thanks, man. I definitely do. I mean, it's it's a lot of weight to. Then you always think about like, man, I was walking around with that every day. It's too crazy.
And we talked about it yesterday, and sometimes people think we're insensitive when we talk about this, like the subject of fat shaming, whether or not fat shaming is a good thing. Look, it's never a good thing to be mean to people, but it might not be the worst thing in the world to feel uncomfortable about the current state you're in if you know that state's unhealthy. And attaching all these like magic words to it, like fat shaming, and deciding that certain actions can never take place, or certain acknowledgments of someone's issue with their weight can never be discussed because it hurts people's feelings. It doesn't necessarily always do that person a service. Like, we'd all be better off if we were healthy. It feels great to eat fucking Krispy Kreme donuts. But you know what feels better? To eat Krispy Kreme donuts after you lost 40 pounds. And you know that tomorrow you're going to get back on the fucking treadmill.
Yeah.
And you're going to start eating healthy again. Give yourself reward days, but don't let it control your goddamn life. And don't wrap it up and wrap that criticism and protect yourself from that criticism in a blanket of these fucking stupid rules. Like don't ever talk about someone being fat, or don't ever discuss it, or don't make them feel uncomfortable about it. You're supposed to be feel uncomfortable about something that you can change, but if you don't, is going to kill you, and if you do, is going to make you feel way better.
Yeah.
Like, that's encouragement. It's the only way to encourage people about certain things that are uncomfortable is to make them uncomfortable. It's just no way around it.
Yeah.
It's no way someone's going to find out they're overweight and not have it feel bad.
I think the uncomfortable feeling is probably like the biggest catalyst. Like that's what makes you do stuff.
I think so too, man.
Like it's an uncomfortable thing. It's like someone being brutally honest with you about something that you don't like about yourself, and then you act on it.
Yeah,
So-
dude. I just think that we definitely could use more nice people in the world. We could definitely use each other being kinder in the world, for sure. But when you're dealing with certain situations, like at the very least, you have to be stern with people over certain issues. Like if someone has a drug problem, someone has a weight problem. Yeah, I'm not looking at you, Bert.
I can't.
You're fine. You're doing great. Like you're a partier. There's a difference between someone who's got a problem, whose life goes to shit, and a guy like you who works constantly and also just lost 30 pounds. As a matter of fact, you might be like the perfect drawing line in the sand. Like here's a productive guy that's enthusiastic about his partying, but he's also a great family man, a great fucking podcaster, a great fucking comedian. I mean, you're having fun. You're being very productive. Yeah. You're doing various TV shows, and on top of that, you're partying.
Yeah.
Like, and this is the line that you like. When is it bad for you? When is it destructive to you? Well, when it's good for your life and you're having a good time as well. Like you've managed it correctly.
I think I'm so fucking high.
Powerful, so fucking
I wish I hadn't been that.
You're the highest functioning party guy.
I've got hair all over me. That's what it is.
For sure.
I am the highest functioning party guy, probably. But
But you also just lost 30 fucking pounds like an animal, dude.
Yeah.
You know,
you went hard, man. You ran 24 fucking miles in a day or 22 miles in a day.
Yeah.
That's hardcore.
Yeah.
That is hardcore, man. That's not someone who's like, oh, fuck you, Tommy, you beat me. Now I'm going to feel depressed. Like, both of you guys are savages. You guys both dug your fucking heels into the ground and actually did it.
Yeah.
What you did is super hard to do. You lost almost 50 fucking pounds, dude.
Yeah.
It's a lot, Tommy.
It's insane.
I know.
You lost like a good solid kettlebell.
A good
One of those big ass
fucking
50-pound
fourth
kettlebells.
I honestly want to see that picture of Mostly Stories again because that doesn't look like the same human being.
Dude, if your whole world is going to be a different thing. You're going to be going through life lighter. You'll have better ability to move through life, like literally. Like
Yeah.
if someone told me, "Hey man, from
Tommy,
now on,"
look at your jaw.
oh, it's crazy.
Yeah.
If someone told me, "Hey man, from here on out, you're going to be healthy. Everything's going to be great. You know, you're not going to have to worry about diseases, but you're going to have to wear a 50-pound vest everywhere you go." I'd be like, shit. And then I'd start thinking about the pressure that's going to put on my lower back and on my knees and on my ankles. And that's exactly what you see from overweight people. It's exactly the issue.
Yeah.
If you got to live life with all that extra shit, it requires too much resources. But you guys did one of the hardest things that a person can do. You stopped your pattern in its tracks and you fucking turned the battleship. You used your will and your discipline. You turned the battleship in a competition between friends, and you both got healthier because of it. Maybe temporarily unhealthy in the last couple of days because of the dehydration. But other than that, the weight loss,
How
the
much
diet
have you put on
change-
since we started consuming?
I'm going to be 227.
You think you put on that much weight?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
7 pounds?
No.
Climb on.
'Cause I don't want to lose the bet to Hari.
No. You already weighed
that
in.
shit's over, man.
You already weighed in. But we already removed Ari from the equation anyway. You have a drink in your hand, though.
Got an idea for a challenge too.
Uh-oh, Jamie's got an idea. How much? What's the
That
weight?
is 227.
227. That? How dare you? No. How dare you?
I definitely have put on.
That's fucking bizarre.
I know.
It's water weight, man.
Yeah.
It's bizarre when you. I want to see what you are.
Water weight is, I mean, each one of these things, as we said, is a pound, right?
It's not that bad.
How much
Same
you gain?
amount. Same amount. We both. We
You
both
gained 9 pounds? Oh my
we
God.
both gained 9 pounds
That's insane.
in water weight.
That's insane. Now, here's the thing. How bad do you feel? Have a seat for a second. Like, do you feel bad? Like, if
No,
you,
I feel great
If
right
you had to
now.
go on a foot race right now, do you think you'd be okay?
Dude, I'm a monster right now.
Okay, really? You feel
I
good?
feel. I'm being dead serious. The best I've ever felt physically in my entire life.
But even though you just
Today,
lost
too?
all this weight, like dehydrated yourself, that didn't. What I'm asking is like, how much have you recovered from the way you felt when you came in to weigh in? Because you felt like shit, right?
Oh, I feel so much better since we weighed in. 100%.
Right.
Yeah.
But do you feel like you could go run?
Not right now. I'm loaded with pizza and vodka.
Okay, but if you weren't, like, do you
100%.
feel like physically you feel bad?
If I had just hydrated, that I think a lot of times what you're talking about fat shaming is that people don't understand what it feels like to be on the other side of that. You getting more vodka.
You guys
You're
ever had this
fucking-
shit? It's water.
Oh,
I had it
bought
yesterday. It was
after I came
amazing.
here, like a
It's
month ago.
fucking great, isn't
Yeah, I
it?
bought a whole case of it.
I couldn't find it in the stores.
I think you can get it online. Where'd you get it?
Online. I did it on
Yeah.
Amazon.
It's stevia flavored soda, but it's got 0 sugar in it. It's just, and stevia is like a natural plant based sweetener, so it doesn't fuck with your blood sugar levels.
Yeah.
Tastes good.
I still don't have to pee.
That's
don't have to pee
amazing.
either.
That's
That's
4 bottles of
amazing.
water, 2
That's
of these.
amazing. You guys are awesome. Well, you are the water champ, though. I'm going to take a picture of that before we leave because it is quite preposterous because you've had a drink, too.
Yeah.
So Tommy
Just
has
finish
had
that, Tommy.
2 of these big-ass
Just finish
cans.
it. Just kill it like a grown-up. No, that's a sip. Like a
Are
little
those
child would
16-ounce
take.
cans? How many ounces are in those cans of
These-
C2O coconut water?
These are 17.5.
Jesus Christ. He killed 2 of those and then 4 16-ounce waters.
Yeah, I'm on number 5.
And by the
now.
way, if you're one of those people that's like, oh, coconut water tastes like toilet water.
No, it tastes like jizz and it's delicious.
Hey, Coconut, you're allowed to steal that and put that in an ad.
If you want to get the right coconut water, you got to get it from Thai coconuts.
The
Thai
best ones-
coconuts are
Really?
very sweet. Yeah.
Have you ever had the tiki ones that are mocha that have caffeine in them?
Those are really good too,
Like
man.
those.
Yeah, those are good too. But those have a lot of sugar in them, unfortunately. I mean, they're really yummy, but
Yeah.
they do have a lot of sugar in them. You know what really is the best? Like, there's a company that has it where it's fresh coconut water.
Is that the
It's
one
not
at Whole Foods?
pasteurized. Yeah. It's like Harmless Harvest, I think
That
it's called.
shit is the best.
The
man.
best.
The best.
The best.
Really?
It's
Yes.
pure coconut water, and you drink it. It's just like your whole body just goes.
And they make a coffee flavored one. They have a coffee flavored.
Oh, there's one.
drink.
Yeah, that's a different
Oh,
one. That's a
fuck.
different one. But
Yeah,
yeah.
their coconut water is unbelievable.
People get mad if you start talking about coconut water or kale. They're like,
You're the
fucking-
person that introduced me to coconut water.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
First
This
time
actually
ever.
looks good, and I'm actually already used to it.
I'm used to it already too.
Yeah.
It's
Really?
all bullshit, man.
All right, guys.
Listen, man. When I was scared to shave my head, I was before I shaved my head. I was thinking about it for like a couple of days. I was like, should I do this? Should I shave my fucking head? Because it was just getting more and more janky looking up there.
Mine's
it was just giving
really on
out.
its way.
I was you in 5 years. And I was like, it's almost over. I just got to give in. And then when I finally fucking shaved it, I was like, God damn it. Why didn't I shave it a long time ago? This is way better. It's way easier. You just look different.
Right.
Like, and we're all afraid of looking different for some weird reason.
Yeah.
You know?
But you're
Unless
right.
different is better, you know?
But I do look like I feel like I work at Deadwood, but on the south side.
It's like
Dude,
this would
you look
be
great.
Here's one of the big things about how this has turned out. Because you've lost so much weight, the impact is not like if you had been full 250 something.
Oh my god.
And this, it would look worse, but you lost 30 some pounds. So it actually, you
Dude.
should keep it.
I think that mustache,
Looks good.
I think the mustache at the very least should stay.
The
I'm not
mustache
sure about
might stay.
that chin hair. But
I kind of
I might be
really
talked
want
into it.
I really want to use a razor. I haven't used a razor in
Scott.
like 12 years.
Dollar Shave Club.
Yeah, they've been
Why don't
blowing
you
up.
go get a real shave?
Ooh, yeah. Go to a barber and
And sit in the chair.
didn't you already say that you
hot
went to a
wraps.
black barber?
I went to a black barber, but he just trimmed my beard.
Well, go there again and he'll trim your beard.
Get a real
okay?
shave. Yeah.
Do you guys feel better after this is all over, or do you feel physically drained?
Today I'm really tired, man.
Right.
I mean, but we also smoked and-
dehydration, right, the
But that was
pot.
rough.
No,
man.
that I like that.
What?
The drugs and alcohol.
Oh.
Yeah, that's your favorite part. But I mean,
Yeah.
like up until then, you rehydrated a little bit before you started boozing, right? Didn't you? You had
Yeah,
some
I drank
coconut
a
water?
lot, but I feel fantastic right now. I feel really good because I feel like I've earned a lot of stuff. Like
Yeah.
today, I had 2 pieces of pizza. This is the way my brain's working right now, but I already know that I've burned my Fitbit. I guess it's dead. No, it's not. I've burned 3,200 calories already
Damn, dude.
this morning.
Wow, that's amazing.
So, I'm excited for to make. I get these styrofoam cups, these 32, and I'm excited to make a big ice water and sit.
Why
in them.
don't you guys have a jiu-jitsu match? Why don't you guys train for 3 months and have a jiu-jitsu match?
You wanna do that?
I'm in.
I'll do that.
That's what I'm talking about.
Wait, we need coaches though.
Oh, we can get you those.
Okay.
That's good.
Wait, but I like.
150 grand on the line.
We might be able to get that.
I'm in.
We might be able to get that.
Okay.
Is there a second place?
Second place?
What does second
definitely
place
gonna
get?
say-
What
I
does second
shave your
place
beard?
get?
Yeah, what's the loser have to
Yeah,
do?
does the loser get nothing? Does the winner gets something, the loser gets dog shit? They get nothing, zero?
I don't know. That's
seems-
usually how it works.
It seems exploitative.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think the winner should get more, the
Oh,
loser
okay.
should get less, but the loser
Should get
the
something.
loser should be compensated just for competing.
Yeah, I got you. What if the loser gets
The loser gets to go on the trip in this
Yeah,
case. So.
well, in this case, like it's not like you guys are betting $150,000.
That's why Ari's
That's what I'm
integral to
saying.
this. Is that Ari is he's the
I
what's it
love
called?
my friend, and I must protect him from his tendencies. So I will assume the fiduciary aspects of this negotiation from here on out. Thank you.
It's the what was John Travolta in that movie Get Shorty? He was the Vig. Artie's the Vig.
John Travolta was in Get Shorty.
He was
He was
he was
Shorty.
bookie,
was
right?
he?
He was a bookie.
I don't remember that
Right?
movie at all. Why? I remember the name
Get
of the
Shorty?
movie.
It's
Bookie
really
who
fun.
came out and
What was that
moved to-
movie?
He's like, I want to be a Hollywood producer, and he wrote a script,
God damn it! Why am I having such a hard time remembering that movie?
or he has the script. He's like I'm the producer of this.
There's a few of those movies that you fucking loved when they came out, like A Bronx Tale,
Yeah, fantastic.
and then you
Yeah.
watch it on TV. You're like, why is this completely gone from my memory?
dude, and this
A
has
Bronx Tale does not remove
Gene
my
Hackman
memory.
is so fucking funny in this movie.
God, I got to see that movie again.
He's so
What year
funny
is
in
that?
that.
90 what?
95.
Was it
95?
95? Wow.
Do you remember the Gene Hackman scene with the guy that died? The cop, the former cop, plays that. He plays that Miami gangster in this movie, and he flies out to get his money from Gene Hackman.
Look at how good John
Damn,
Travolta
man,
looks.
I don't remember this fucking movie at all. It is a high possibility that I never saw. Oh no, I saw this movie. I remember that violent
It's a
scene.
sequel too.
There
right?
he is. That's the guy, isn't it?
Dennis Farina.
Farina.
Man,
Yeah,
he's so fucking funny in that.
oh, he's funny in everything. That
Yeah,
guy's
he's
great.
hilarious.
He died recently.
Delroy Lindo is my favorite black actor
Gandolfini.
ever.
James, they beat him up. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I should watch that again.
Yeah, this is great.
We should do a fight companion when we watch it. We should
Watch
watch,
the
it
Get
in
Shorty?
here. Yeah, let's watch Get Shorty in
DeVito
here.
too, man.
I
He's
love that.
so
Have a
fucking
couple of
great.
drinks, get baked, and watch Get Shorty and talk shit.
I
And
would
we'll
love
tell
to.
people to sync it up.
Let's do one.
Hey,
Hey,
let's fucking do that for real. I haven't seen this movie in forever.
let's do it.
I barely remember anything in this movie. Like I might have seen this movie when it came out and completely forgot about it since then. I've never seen it since, so it'll be a total surprise if Jamie kills these previews. Kill it previews.
Let's do one with Ryan Reynolds for Van Wilder.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah,
Is that going to be weird because you haven't seen it? Have you seen it?
No, I've never seen it.
You never saw the movie that was based on a story about your life in college. That seems crazy to me.
If we're going to be honest about it,
Yeah.
I never had the validation that I had now in my life where his company says that that's what it was based on.
Right.
So I'd say it on radio, and so I didn't want to ever watch it, so I felt like I was lying.
Did they pay you?
No, never.
Oh, so that could be a fun, awkward moment.
No, but I think Ryan Reynolds is into it. I mean,
Yeah.
his company says he's into it. I think he'd be into it.
Into
Watching it live with us, we all get baked and have a few drinks. I don't know. I don't know Ryan Reynolds.
sure. I don't know him either. I don't know why you'd invite him. You don't even know him.
I like
Yeah.
I like how you made the assumption that he'd be like into it.
Well, they said they
Yeah,
do it.
Ryan
They
Reynolds
said
loves gets
Yeah.
baked on the internet.
they said
He's
he'd
just a
do it
regular
on my
fella.
podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Really?
they said he'd do it on my podcast, and I was like,
You
I
should
do.
definitely do that, man.
Who like took your story and brought it over there and profited from it?
Some writer.
And there was never an issue because it wasn't really you. It was based on you or stories about you that they added a bunch of.
The option was made by a company, by an agency, a literary agency, and they took it and they sold it with me and the writer of the article attached. So the movie had to be about a journalist writing an article about a party animal.
Right.
That was the caveat. So then I got discovered by Will Smith, and that deal fell apart, and the Oliver Stone deal fell apart. And then one of the producers or one of the writers who had submitted scripts or sent a script in, and it was moving forward, and they thought that was going to be the one. When it fell apart, he just took it and sold it to Van Wilder or to National Lampoon, and they made it Van Wilder.
Wow.
Yeah. So
telling
I
you, man.
didn't really have any attachment to any of it. I never got paid for any of it, and I didn't make any of it. But at the same time, like my best friend in college, his name's in the movie, and so like it was so weird.
weird.
Yeah, but I have no bitterness towards it. I don't care. I don't give a fuck.
Well, that's good.
It's a little sidebar to your life. Are you don't stop putting on shit.
I gotta get going, man.
No, why? Where? We got a podcast today.
Yeah.
What?
You did one yesterday.
I'm not doing one.
Where do you have to go?
Where you going?
I'm just ready to go.
What? No. Why do you do that? See, I would never do that.
Why?
Fucking podcast is 8
'Cause-
hours old.
Yeah, man.
What time are we at right now?
It's we're about 3 hours and how many minutes? 10.
3:17.
Oh, well, we got to do
3 hours and
another
17.
12 minutes at least to
All right, we'll
get
wrap
out the,
it up to the top of the hour.
Yeah, top of the
Bring
hour,
it to
Tommy.
the top of the hour.
Okay.
Why? How do you get like that?
Well, that's just how I am.
Why?
Well, it's like you guys are funny. This is like impulsive versus discipline. This is slow, steady marathon versus sprint
I
while
love
you're
sprinting.
drunk.
Yeah.
Listen, it's not. Both are virtuous. There's virtue in both.
Yeah,
Both birth strategies will pay dividends. They both will bear fruit.
We should do a tour together when I get famous.
I love it because you guys are so opposite ends of this spectrum. When you get famous, you guys should do a tour together. Is that what you're saying?
That's what he's saying.
You're
we
famous.
No.
You don't think you're famous? You don't think people know who you are? You just told me about the
Definitely.
Rams game where some guy yelled out, "The machine."
He said
wore my-
multiple people didn't stop doing it.
Yeah, I wore my name on the back of my jersey.
Right.
No. No.
You're a good level of fame, dude.
It's fuck fame. I'm being dead serious when I say this. I love the way people that don't know that I'm friends with Tom, I love the way they talk about his stand up. Like when they're like, I'll say something about you and they'll go, "Oh, you know Tom Segura? Oh my God, like his stand up's it's my favorite. It's my favorite special ever. Mostly stories, my favorite special ever. I love that. That's what I like."
Yeah, it's always nice when you can tap into a bunch of people that kind of feel about somebody the way you feel about them.
Yeah, Bill Burr, man, has been my favorite person because we all can agree he's maybe our favorite guy doing stand up right now. But man, I love him.
Tommy just gave the Mets hand.
He's all right.
Yeah, he's all right. Yeah, he's definitely in this like rare group of people that I seek out to watch
Yeah.
do stand up.
He's tremendous, man. He's tremendous.
Yeah, and I think there's also like it's a really good thing, like just like you guys were talking about the competition of the weight loss and the fun inspiring you. There's at least some sort of unconscious competition when you're surrounded by people that are really funny.
Yeah.
And like where
That's
we're
the
at,
store.
yeah, man, right where we're at right now today in LA in 2017 is a really rare time where this like we're surrounded by killers, you know? And guys, people don't even know, like Owen Smith. You ever see Owen Smith at the Comedy Store?
It's been a while.
Fucking hilarious. Santino, you've seen Santino. We talked about him yesterday.
Yeah, I want
Yeah.
to hear that bit.
Hilarious. There's a gang of these kids. These
A lot of funny.
and men and women and a bunch of people coming up. There's a bunch of people coming up that are really fucking funny.
Yeah.
It's an awesome time, man.
I work with a bunch of dudes that are super funny that come with me now. Josh Potter. Have you done with him yet?
He stinks.
No.
I know for what it's like to be Josh Potter right now
Yeah.
and hear your name brought up on a
Oh, yeah, you're
podcast
like,
and then go, "Oh, why would they shit on me?" No, I
Where's
don't,
the
but
full charge? I haven't seen him in forever.
He's with me in West Palm. Keep
You
me
take
sane.
Fultron with you? I
Every
love
now
that
and then,
guy.
yeah.
I take full charge a bunch.
He's the
Full,
best.
Full
Pat
charge.
House.
He's a good man.
Jeff Tate. You've had Jeff Tate on, right?
Nope.
You've never had
nope.
him on?
Nope. Never
You
had
would
Jeff
love that
Tate
dude.
on. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
There's a lot of good ones. I took Jerron Horton with me to the Comedy Works in Denver.
How was that?
Fucking great. He's a funny dude, man. You know who's also a funny dude? Josh Martin.
Josh is fucking
He's
hilarious.
a hilarious dude. He
I said
says
to him,
some
I was
funny
like,
shit.
I was like, "Hey, you should do the road more." And he's like, "Well, I can't get off Thursdays or Sundays." And I was like, "Well, that's the road." like we were just bullshitting. I was like, "Well, that's the time I need you.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
are the nights I don't want to do it either."
Right. Yeah.
Oh, Carlos Valencia. You know him?
Yeah.
Super funny. Super funny.
The 2017 roster, like the people that are coming up right now, that people are just starting to get to know them.
Yeah.
They're the most educated in all of like the young group of comics that are coming up, because
Right.
all of them, you know, all these young men and women that are getting into stand up now, they've experienced the whole internet boom during their adolescence. You know, like they grew up with it.
But they're comedy fans.
Comedy fans and the internet boom has allowed them to have access to everything. Because when we were kids, we'd have to go find a Bill Cosby album.
Yeah.
You know, we used to have to find a Kinnison cassette or a Dice cassette. We had to go find a Richard Pryor CD, you know?
Yeah.
It was hard. You had to go seek it out. Like now, it's instantaneous. The moment you get it in your head that I would like to see some comedy, almost everyone has some kind of a computer today.
Dude, you know, I just remembered when you said that, when I used to open for Bert and like really early on, see how hard he would kill. Like he kills so much harder than most people can understand. And I would try to mimic some version of what he was doing. So, you know what I mean? Because like he had such this energy,
the energy,
and the way he. So I would go up there and I'd do my act, but I'd be like, like try to express like he does. And like I had a friend who was like, "Hey man, you look real crazy up there right now." Like he told me afterwards because I was trying to be like
the best. Maybe my favorite time in my friendship with Tommy is when you bombed in Sacramento. I've never enjoyed like, you know how like
it's a real bad bomb too.
it was like
What started it?
not
A rape joke, but
Oh, dude.
it was.
I said nothing.
Was it
and
at
he
least
goes,
tasteful?
Well, it was. I wasn't like endorsing it. I was making. It was.
Of course.
It was.
rape in here.
It was. You remember Hurricane Katrina?
Right.
So that happened,
Right.
and there was stories that I think that amidst all the chaos, people were getting raped.
Right.
And I opened with something like, you know, there's nothing like a floating corpse to get me in the mood to want to fuck somebody. You know?
Right.
And then I would elaborate on the story and have jokes. And it would started there, and it was the early show Friday. And, I mean, that not only did that not get a laugh, and I'm telling you, it's a full house. I got no laughs for the next 22 and a half minutes, and I know it was 22 and a half minutes because I was supposed to do 25.
By the way, Tom had his hair was long at the time. It was like a comb over. And what would happen is slowly as he worked, it would flatten onto his hat, on his head, on his face,
Yeah.
and just be wet. And
I
it
was sweating a lot, man. And then when I got off stage, the lady goes, "I thought you were supposed to be funny." And I was like, "Yeah." You know, because you're just like so vulnerable. And you're like,
Who was
"I
the
know."
lady, the booker?
Yeah, and
Name's
she managed
Leslie.
it. And
Did you do any other sets there that week?
oh wait, there's a 10 o'clock show. 10 o'clock show. I opened the same way, and I bombed just as hard. Back-to-back 25-minute sets.
just as hard.
Of like, and then I remember the host goes, "I've never seen a feature bomb like that." Like he was the MC, and then I really was like, like having to lie to myself at the hotel. I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I was like, no, it's definitely, you know what you're doing. And like it was a shaky thing. And then the next day, Bert goes, "Hey, can I tell you just one thing?" And I go, "Yeah, what?" He goes, "Just open on a different joke. Just open on a different joke. Do exactly everything else. Just open on a different joke." And I go, "Okay." I go out there. I do what he said. I have, to that point, probably the best set I've ever had. And then I go to the manager who's behind a curtain in the kitchen. And I go, "Well," and she goes, "Well, what? Did you do your set?" And I go, "You definitely just heard what happened. There's 300 people out there." And she was like, "Did it go well, or was it just like last night?" And I was like, "You fuck." And then I went back and the same thing. I did the same thing the second show, just opened differently. And I was like, "Oh, thanks, Bert." It was the best advice I ever got for
Wow. So
getting through that.
It's hard if people don't know who you are, if you jump out there and alienate them with a fucked up joke.
Yeah. And then they tell me later, they're like, "Well, you know, that first group, there was like 90 Mormons that just wanted to see like a
it was
clean
like, it was
comedy
like a
show."
Mormon baseball team.
Mormon, group
Oh,
came
well,
in.
what in the fuck is that?
That's what they used to do. They used to sell out
Group
the place to a
packages.
church,
Yeah.
and then you didn't know you were performing for a church.
Mormons would be fine if they could drink.
I like Mormons.
But I mean, at a comedy show,
They,
if you
they
get
take
Mormons,
pills like crazy.
I know they do.
Yeah.
I know they
I
do.
partied with a bunch in
I
Utah.
bet you have. They're allowed to.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Pills aren't in their doctrine.
No pills?
They can do pills.
Oh, they can do pills.
They can do
They can do
Monster
pills?
Energy drinks too, but they can't drink coffee.
Isn't that crazy?
They can load up on those fucking gigantic,
Yeah.
you know, those fucking huge cans of Red Bull that you look at them and you go, no.
No. Yeah, don't drink that.
Ugh.
They have
You
all
know, I've
sorts of
never
weird
had
loopholes.
even Monster Energy.
Never?
Never.
They're awesome if you want
Really?
to stay awake.
Hey, what do you like on Coke?
I'm.
That sounds
much
like a
like
guy
this.
trying to blow you.
No, but no, like, because I know you partied really much harder than I've ever partied. But you're so even keeled. Even when you get high, you're not even
Wait
fucked
a
up.
fucking minute. You really think that Tommy has partied much harder than you've ever partied?
I know that. I know he knows that.
Do you think that's true?
100%.
He's making reference to one occasion.
I've never overdosed.
Yeah, that's true. So,
Tommy's overdosed.
Yeah.
Okay?
What'd you overdose on?
I took I drank too much GHB, and then I took some ecstasy, and then I had like 12, 13 screwdrivers.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
No shit.
I was a freshman in college.
Oh my God.
Still, I had my shit in control.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it wasn't
What
good.
happened?
I
You woke up in the hospital?
Yeah, strapped down, tubes down my throat. Wow. Yeah, they're pumping. It's top of the hour. You want to wrap this up? So it was no, it was really bad, man. It was really bad.
Wow.
Yeah.
You told this before, though, right?
Yeah, I told it on Ari's show.
Yeah.
It's a Tom Segura overdose.
Dude, I didn't hear that story.
Yeah, it's
Tell what happened when they said, "What did you take? What did you write down?"
So they gave me. So I'm strapped down. What they do when you OD and they catch you at that stage, because I had passed out, is this starts to swell. So they thought about giving me a tracheotomy, and they put tubes down there. But they're strapped down so that you don't pull the tubes out when you come to. So when I did, like your hands are really restricted.
Right.
And then they're trying to figure out what's going on. See if you can help them know what's in your system. So they gave me. I'm left-handed for writing, and they gave me the pen in my right hand and strapped. So they write like, or they ask me, what did you take? And I wrote heroin. And they were all like, "Are you serious?" And I was like, "Just kidding."
Just kidding.
Yeah, and then I had to like write out what. And then they found, they give you that.
Why didn't you write out "I'm left-handed"? It seems like it'd be
I
way
should have.
quicker.
They found out
I'm left-handed.
the toxicology report.
Wong
and they're
hand.
like, they go, "You have everything in your system."
Oh my
The
God.
doctor was like, "You have, barbiturates, you have uppers, you have downers, you have opiates, you have
Right.
because the GHB was spiked with stuff. The
Oh my
pill I
God.
took was spiked with stuff." He's like, "That's the thing." He goes, "And you have so much in you, like it would have killed a lot of people. Like it's amazing that you're alive." And I go, "Why am I alive?" And he goes, "Honestly, because you're a pretty big boy." Basically, he was like, "You're fat, and that's what saved your life.
Dude.
That you're 250 pounds at the time."
Wow.
Yeah.
Did that change the way you partied?
Oh my God, dude. Yeah, of course.
Really?
Yeah.
Nah.
No, but
Barely
you're
put
so
a
you're so
dent in
even
it.
keeled now. Like even still, like when we go out to dinner, you have 2 glasses of wine.
I just am not. It's not from that. I just. I'm not just. I'm just not a big.
Bert, you love jumping up and down.
Yeah.
You love the sprint.
I do.
You do. You love we're doing it. We're fucking doing it. Woo!
The best is
That's
when
what you love.
he is.
Shirt comes off.
When there's so many times where I've been at his place and he's like, "Just taking it easy," blah, blah. And if I go like, all you have to do, it's like you just you plant the seed and you go, "Hey, you want to have a beer?" He goes, "What?" "Yeah, you want a drink?"
Let's
and he
do
gets
it.
so excited.
Let's
He-
hear it.
I'm like the level
You
of
did it
excitement.
at your house. You've done it before.
I've done it before.
Yeah.
At your kid's birthday party, you were like,
Yeah.
"Fuck
Come on,
this! You
buddy.
want to go get a beer?" And I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
finally!"
Yeah.
Dude,
But you can
that
get
was-
him every time. You never go like, "Not right now."
Yeah.
No, that's not who I am.
No.
That's not who I am.
Somebody
I'll never be that
suggests
guy.
it, you're on board. That's one of the most fun things. You're all about it.
Yeah, I like it. I like the rush of it.
Like imagine when I have you in a fucking triangle and I'm about to.
Is this gonna happen?
So, can I get Eddie Bravo?
Well, what the fuck? He knows Eddie Bravo too.
Okay, Eddie, pick your teams. You get Jack
Does-
Smith.
How does that work? Should Eddie
What
be
if
able
Eddie's
to
the
have a
ref?
team?
And you just do it at EBI or something like that.
Jesus
Yeah, we could
Christ,
definitely
I'm
do it at
already
EBI.
Looking for my fucking teammate.
We could definitely do it at EBI. Maybe it's not fair since Eddie knows both of you. Maybe it's not fair that either one of you gets
Well, that's what
trained by Eddie.
That's a good
I'll
idea.
take
that he
Jean
could be the
Jacques.
ref.
I'll take Jean Jacques. I'll take Jean
Boy.
Jacques. That's fine. Tommy Big
That's-
Ears, I'll take Jean Jacques.
I'll just take some Brazilian.
Yeah.
Anyone who wants to help me.
Anyone?
Dudu Bong? Yeah,
One of those dudes from the Gigolo show.
absolutely. If he's like, "I'm Brazilian," I'll be like, "I
can
trust
figure
you.
it out.
Let's do this."
I'm
Hey, I'll teach you triangle, but first I'll be right back. I got to sling the dick.
This has been a great
What-
fucking podcast.
Yeah, what would you do if you did do a jiu-jitsu match? Would you do, like, how long you think it would be, like a 5-minute match?
10, 12?
No,
Really?
buddy.
I don't know. I've
No.
never seen one.
Long time.
Well, yeah, I think we do. Man, I mean, it would have to be one round to see who can. Yeah.
Yeah. If you guys really want to do it, we'll bounce around it. I don't think there's no need to. There's not a need to come up with a definite contest right now. You guys are eyeballing each other.
Because I'm thinking about cross-country skiing where they have the rifles, too. We could do that.
Okay.
You know, they-
like that biathlon shit.
Yeah, the biathlon shit. Like, we could do
Like
that.
something called the Total Archery Challenge, which like you run around the woods and hit targets and
Oh,
No, I'm
things
going to...
like that.
I mean, I'll kill that. What?
Listen, you guys could do a bunch of shit.
All right, we'll
It
figure
really
some
should
stuff
be a
out.
show, though.
Yeah, we should definitely do
And
it.
if you keep it along the path that it's been on for this sort of competition, this is like a super beneficial competition for both you guys.
Yeah.
Dude, you lost an insane amount of weight.
Yeah,
You
it's-
really did. I mean,
Tommy,
it's-
seriously, that's the one that really like freaked out. My sisters have never watched this podcast. They've heard it before. They never watched it. They watched it with my wife and my daughters yesterday.
They
and
did?
Yeah. And I came home and they were like, Tommy's lost a lot of weight. I was like, hey, your dad has too. And they're like, I know, but Tommy's lost a lot of weight.
But they see you daily.
They see me daily, but they were like, Tommy's lost a lot of weight.
That is a problem, though. When people are around you all the time, they get used to a certain look, and even if it shifts radically over the course of 6 months, you don't notice it.
This one's going to take a while, I think,
Yeah.
for the family.
With the
Oh,
face.
the mustache?
I'm
you
gonna
gonna
have to
keep
trim
the
it up.
mustache? You gonna just go
I'm gonna
whole-
trim it up a tad bit before I go home. But yes, I
You're
think the
gonna trim it before
mustache
you go
might stay.
home?
I think the
The
mustache
bottom
should stay.
part is a little tad bit uneven.
No, it looks good.
Agree to disagree.
If you want to trim it up, that's all fine and dandy.
I'm gonna trim it
but
up a tad bit, but I think the mustache is staying.
I'm very happy you made that decision.
Yeah, that's
I
good.
think the mustache
My
is the
daughter's
way.
gonna freak the fuck out.
Oh, they're going to laugh.
They're gonna be
'Cause
fine
they're
with it.
happy to see you.
They're gonna be
fine
like
with
this,
it.
eating dinner with me, just eyes. I have
Yeah.
a business meeting.
Yeah.
We're gonna be late for that for
Nope,
sure.
nope. I'm good. I'm good.
good?
I cushioned it.
Cushioning is very important. in
But
this
Jamie, do we
business.
have to leave? Because
No.
Tom's moving around like he has to leave, but I don't think he has to.
No, I don't have to leave.
Yeah, I don't have to leave either, Tommy.
This is one of the things you get off
You have a
on the
waffles
most.
date.
No.
This is.
When's your waffle date?
I don't have the time. There's no time.
No
but
time, you just
but we're
made a
gonna go.
decision.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're going to go.
It's a good move.
Yeah. Busy
Something
set of
that
time.
waffles are like pure enjoyment. There's no illusion of nutrition.
Especially when they're crispy on the
Yeah.
outside and you
You're
can
just
feel
jumping
the.
all into something. You know? Yeah.
With I go fucking whole hog
Absolutely.
with butter. I just kill that thing with butter too.
Chocolate souffle. I talked about that
Oh,
last
yeah,
one. Same
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
You're just making a decision to indulge.
Yeah, just party, go deep.
Have you guys ever had caviar?
Yeah.
Yeah. You like
I was
caviar?
at Rod Stewart's daughter's party, my first week
Powerful
in LA,
name drop.
and I had caviar so much I couldn't take it away.
Bottle number 5.
That they took it away.
insane. They took the caviar away from you
I
if
was
you were
at the-
eating too
I
much.
was eating so much because I'd never had
They
it before.
took it away from
They
you.
actually moved the whole plate of all the seafood and pulled it out of the table.
Oh my god!
Nicole, not Nicole Richie. What's her name?
How drunk were you?
Kimberly Stewart. Not sober. Still sober. I just never had caviar.
So you were going at it so hard, they decided this guy's going to eat it all in a
Spoonfuls.
selfish, gluttonous rampage of caviar consumption.
My buddy Eddie was like, "Have you ever had caviar before?" And I was like, "No." And he was like, "Dude, you should try it." So I tried it with like a cracker, like just dipped it in.
And I was like, dude, you should try it.
So I'm in, all in.
I was dipping into it like it was guacamole. I was like,
Oh,
and I was murdering it. And they came out and removed the whole plate. It was like a literally
As you're scooping?
a 3-foot plate. They removed it back to the kitchen, and I was like, "Where did that go?"
Isn't that funny? Like they'll put food out, but only if you eat a certain amount of it.
Yeah. there's
They see one
amounts.
person is enjoying it too much, they will move in.
Will you pass me another piece of pepperoni, please?
Yeah, this whole
This
pizza's
one's
killed.
This one's done.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. What was this event that you were at? This is the one with mushrooms. Do you want
No mushrooms?
mushrooms
Yeah,
or
I'm
no
cool
mushrooms?
with that. I'm cool with that. I party.
What was the I party. What was the event that you were at?
Just
where
some
they had
party shit.
caviar.
I was at ICM at the time. And I guess her dad was at ICM or
That's
whatever.
hilarious. So they were trying to preserve the food.
Are you trying to get me fatter? Are we in a new
He
competition?
double sliced you, son. He gave you 2 slices and made a sandwich.
Oh,
It's good goddamn pizza, though, right?
It is good.
That's some legit
Really good.
pizza.
Dude, take that to the meeting. Take the double pizza into the meeting.
Yeah, no, just take the thought of the double pizza. The fact that you came in silver in the weight loss challenge.
Out of gold and
that,
silver, it's not bad.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's only no big deal, man. Powerful. But a contest between you two guys, like every few months, I think that's the.
It's a
where
fun
it's
thing to
still
do.
fun.
We should do it.
Still fun.
Yeah.
Figure out
First person.
silly ideas.
Let's win a surf competition. Like, I can't surf at all. I used to
Neither
surf
can
when
I.
I was a kid, but now I feel like I can because I ice skated yesterday
I
and I
feel
killed
like
it.
best case scenario, someone stands for 3 seconds and then gets a concussion. You know, like the best case scenario.
Fucking surfing, man. Surfing is incredible, but I don't know if you guys really want to get into that
Nah,
for
dude,
competition.
no.
How do you even judge that?
No way, man.
How do you judge it? Amount of time that you're standing up? How do you judge it?
Kelly Slater. No, it's
You have Kelly Slater judge it?
yeah. We can get him on the podcast.
He'd probably judge it.
You should have him on about it. That'd be fun.
Yeah, we've talked about it a few times.
What's up, dog?
He texted me some ridiculous video. the other day,
Sebastian
some
Inlet.
People
I know where
almost
that's at.
You
falling
grew up
off
around him.
buildings.
No, I mean he would. I never even saw him, but
a good
apparently
dude.
a bunch of good surfers would do the Sebastian Inlet, which is not far.
Monster Hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's by the Sebastian Inlet.
Yeah, that's a totally different type of human to get on a board and ride it on top of the ocean
It
water.
looks so fucking cool when you see the high level guys do it, and they have the GoPros on.
Have you
it.
seen
You're
his
like,
new
whoa.
surf pool?
No.
I put it on my Facebook the other day. It's called oh shit.
We put it up on here one time.
Did you? Is it the one with the perfect glassy?
It makes like a lake. It's like the perfect wave.
Oh, it's so beautiful. Can you play it real quick? It's the most beautiful thing you've ever seen.
That's strong words.
I'm telling you. Well, I don't know.
Let me just go into the detail right here. The Water Champ has downed 5 bottles of water and 2 coconut waters.
How deep am I on this?
This is insane.
Can I actually get another one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
It's amazing.
Oh, you have a child.
And I haven't peed.
This is amazing. The
why you're
Water
doing it, you're a
Champ is just
kid.
breaking into his
That's
6th
it.
bottle of water.
Thankful. Look at this. Tell me this doesn't just reek gorgeous to you.
Yeah, it's just.
Hold on.
It's an amazing fucking ability that these people have riding these waves
beautiful?
like this. Like, look at this. This
see
is
you doing that,
incredible.
Bert.
Come on,
It's
man.
me
How
and you,
much,
Tommy. I'm having
how
deja
much
vu right
fun
now.
must that be?
Yeah. A thrill, right?
Well, he built that pool. That's his pool. That's a pool. That's not the ocean.
Oh,
What?
really?
Yeah, that's what's amazing about this.
Oh my God! So you could learn how to surf on this.
Yes.
Oh my God.
No sharks. Look at her. That's a pro surfer going, thank you, God.
How do you know what she's saying?
Well, I know her.
She's just laying down.
I know
getting
Lakey
paid.
Peterson. I've interviewed her.
You have?
Yeah. I know all these people.
Powerful Bert Kreischer.
Look at this, look at this, look at
This is a pool we're looking at?
Yeah, this is a pool. No,
This
it's
is a pool?
100%. It's a pool.
Oh my God! Where is it?
They won't tell you because they're trying to sell it.
man.
You can see the hints of the pool. See in the
But
corner?
wait a minute. Oh, is that what that is in the back?
Yeah, and there's sides on it. You can see the sides.
That's crazy.
Like, see, that's pool. That's
What
pool.
size pool is this, though, man?
It's massive. I want to say, what do you do,
It's
Jamie?
like, it's like a man-made lake. It's not really. I
Okay.
wouldn't call it.
Where
a pool.
is it?
I think
And
it's
they
in
turn
like
waves
Malaysia.
on and stuff like
Yeah, they have like the big like a wave generator pool, like a water park. They just have the biggest, best version of that
Wow.
ever.
This is crazy. And this is, you said Malaysia?
I don't know.
They don't tell you.
I think they also are
another
making
slice?
it so they can sell them wherever someone wants one. They could take it somewhere.
All right, boys. Should we wrap this up?
Hey, for real, thank you for hosting it, though.
My pleasure,
I mean,
man.
it was really
My
fun
pleasure.
to do with you.
I'm honored. For real.
And the weight loss challenge, my mouth's full. Hold on one second.
Yeah, I mean, it really was fun. I'm glad that when you were like, I'm gonna do the MC, the weigh-ins. It was really a fun time, man.
Oh man, for me it's even more awesome. You know, I love both you guys. You're both hilarious, and to have you come in and do this in here, it's fun. And I really mean what I said. That what you guys did. Whenever someone does something like that, where they just decide to make a contest, and the results of that contest is you could radically improve your life over a short period of
Yeah.
time, radically improve your health. I mean, I can't imagine what it would be like to walk around with 57 less pounds. I mean,
Yeah.
it's incredible. What? How much did you lose total? Was it
I guess 51.
51? 51 pounds removed from your body is an incredible accomplishment.
Probably like 11 pounds of water at this point.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It's still incredible, even if it's only 40, like actual solid.
Yeah.
You know, fat weight.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
You
It's
look
amazing.
different, man.
You do look different,
Thanks, man.
and you
I
show
definitely look
everybody
different
else.
too.
You look different.
Man, everybody can do this, you know, and there's a lot of reasons why people make excuses.
You'll feel so
Yeah.
much better. You really will.
Yeah, instead of coming up with reasons why you can't do it, try to figure out a way that you can. And it might not be today and it might not be tomorrow, but there's got to be a way to improve things. And to always concentrate on the reasons why you can't, you got to keep winding up in patterns. And sometimes, like a little competition, like you guys did, in fun and fairness and friendship, it's a good thing because it shows people that everybody won out of that. You know, even though you had to shave your beard, you still lost 30 fucking pounds, man. I mean, what happened was awesome. So it's great for everybody. It's great for me too. I love seeing people do that. I love seeing people get their shit together. I think it's
This has been a blast. I'm glad you got involved because I think it stepped it up to the next level and made it more fun for both of us because we started getting it bigger and bigger and bigger. And I don't know, man. I'm ready for the next contest.
Yeah, I know you are, you fucking crazy bastard. That's what Tom and I had discussed before. I go, you know, it's just you got to deal with Bert's crazy.
Yeah.
He's got that thing in him.
Jiu-jitsu. I moved to Brazil and moving to a favela.
You don't want to go to Brazil.
I'm going to
There's
a
plenty of
favela
places
and
you can
just
learn.
talking shit.
It's plenty of places to learn right here in Southern California. Luckily, a lot of like super high level Brazilian.
Jean-Jacques, hit me
downed
up.
it. He downed it again. Oh my God, this is the 6th bottle of water.
Has barely finished his vodka.
You know Russell Peters has been
Yeah.
training with Jean-Jacques?
I met that guy.
Really?
Yeah, Russell
I
Peters
came
has
with
been training
Russell
with
to a
Jean-Jacques.
show we did together.
Jean-Jacques is the best.
You were on that show.
He's awesome. I love that guy.
Russell right now.
All right, folks, that's it. This bitch is over.
Thanks, guys.
All praise be
Thank
to
you,
Bert
guys.
Kreischer and Tom Segura, Bert Cast, Your Mom's House. You could check out Bert's special on show. You can get Showtime online, right? Isn't
Showtime
there-
on demand.
Showtime on demand. Tom Segura, of course, has 2 Netflix specials out. Next dates that you're doing.
I'm in Kansas City, Oxnard, and then a big theater tour. It's all at Tom
you
Segura.
doing that new place in Oxnard? I'm doing that place.
I just did it
no.
last week.
February.
It's
I'm
great.
just doing.
I
The,
heard it's
oh,
awesome.
yeah, I'm doing the club there. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
And then, I'm doing
Yeah.
that place next
Gonna
week.
love it. You're gonna
Levity
love it.
Live, is that what it
Yep.
is, or Stand Up Live? Which one?
Levity
Levity.
Live.
Levity Live.
Levity Live.
Bert Kreischer, where you at next?
I'm in Stress Factory this week. American Comedy Company, Wilbur Theater, Helium Buffalo. See me in January.
All right, you go to their websites for further details. Thanks everybody for tuning in. This was a lot of fun for us. Glad it was a lot of fun for you. And it's 2017. Let's get this shit together, bitches. Come on.